Hello everyone and welcome to the full series of Season 1 and 2 of What If Goku Trained Deku. If you guys have been enjoying the series so far, then make sure to destroy the like and subscribe button and hit the bell notification for more videos and for a possible Season 3 of the series.
Do you know what the sad truth is? None of us aren't created as equals. I had to learn this lesson when I was a kid. There are people with more power than others. Sadly, I was a kid who was powerless, defenseless, quirkless, but things have changed ever since they came into my life, took me under their wing, and just genuinely believed in me. Now I will show you how I became the hero I am now. The story takes place a few days after the Broly movie. Goku and Vegeta were training on Beerus's planet, sparring with each other. Goku was in Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken X20 and Vegeta in Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. The Saiyans were landing hard blows on each other. Vegeta punches Goku in the face as Goku grabs Vegeta's arm and throws him back onto the ground. Vegeta jumps back up, flying towards Goku as he appears right behind him and kicks Goku on his arm. Goku jumped back as he was going to use a Kamehameha. Vegeta, seeing this, attempts to use a final flash. They both were pretty evenly matched until Wise stopped the fight because they were causing too much damage to the surrounding area. And the beam struggle would cause more damage Wise does not feel like fixing. Why did you stop of Wise? Vegeta shouted to the angel. Well, Vegeta, your battle here was causing too much damage to the planet and I cannot have that. Wise responded to the saint. Vegeta grunted and turned away. Well, that was a fun fight, Vegeta, Goku said with a smile. Oh, just shut it, clown. I wish I can find a new challenge. I want something new and interesting to happen. When Goku says that, he disappears out of thin air, shocking Vegeta. What the hell happened to Kakarot? Vegeta shouted. Wise explains to Vegeta. Well, what I know is that from what I heard from my father is that Lord Zeno wanted to put Goku into one of the separate universes that aren't ruled by gods such as gods of destruction. When Goku made that wish of his, I guess Zeno and my father took it as a cue to send him. I don't think he knows what's going on, though. What? How come Kakarot gets to have all the fun? Vegeta shouts. Lord Zeno chose Goku. I don't know what else to tell you. Maybe he will send you two in the future. Wise tells the Saiyan. Fine, whatever. While he's gone, I'll get a new power and surpass that clown. A power that will differ from him. I will make my own. Vegeta clenches his fists in determination. Goku appears in a dark area. All he sees is darkness. Then suddenly a bright purple light figure manifested upon Goku. The figure taps Goku on the forehead and boom. Goku is ice-skied into the world of My Hero Academia. Basically, he gets ice-skied. Huh, what? Where am I? Is this Earth? But it doesn't feel like Earth. But it is. I'm confused. I was fighting Vegeta and now I'm in a random city. Not knowing what else to do, Goku tries talking to King Kai to get some help, but there is no answer, so he tried shouting for Wise, but there was no response. All the civilians are looking at Goku in confusion, thinking he is crazy. With nothing else to do, Goku decides to go and explore. Goku flies around to understand where he is at, but he has no clue. He notices how the energy of the people on this Earth feels different from the ones on his Earth. It feels like almost everyone's Kai is unique, like there is another type of power. Goku gets very excited by this, having a feeling he will meet a lot of powerful people. Goku is flying around until he sees someone causing a rampage. A giant villain is attacking and knocks down an electrical tower. Goku flies on down and catches it before the hero Death Arms had the chance to. People are wondering who the spiky hair guy in orange is. The hero Kamui would appeared to try to stop the villain. The villain tried to swing, but that's when Goku appeared and caught his swing with his fingers. People are looking on in amazement. Hey you, what are you doing? You could have got these people hurt doing that. What? Go away. The villain tries to attack Goku, but he dodges with ease. Hey you, what are you doing? You need to stay back. The hero, Kamui Woods, trying to warn the guy. Don't worry, I can stop him. Goku tried going easy on the villain and punched him, but the villain cried out in pain on the floor with tears at how painful that punch was. Huh, that hurt. I tried going easy. Even Yamcha can take a punch like that. You call that easy? That hurt like hell. And what the hell is a Yamcha? The villain shouted at the Saiyan. Yamcha is my friend and I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be doing bad things, so. Goku uses instant transmission to find a nearby potent energy source to possibly challenge to a fight. Kamui Woods was trying to stop Goku so he can question him, but Goku was gone in an instant. Mount Lady didn't even get to do anything in this scenario. All the heroes were confused about who the guy in orange was, but the civilians were amazed. The whole incident was recorded on live television. Goku is becoming known around the city of Musutafu. Izuku mumbled out loud while writing in his journal and was wondering, who is that guy? He can fly and teleport. It also seems like he has super strength and quick reflexes and is also incredibly fast. Maybe he has more than one quirk. It's not odd, but in his case, it is because he has multiple. Hopefully, I can get to see more of him soon. After writing down every single bit of information he learned from the orange guy and headed his way to school. Izuku got bitch made like he did originally in canon from Bakugo. Goku's instant transmission leads to the number 2 hero Endeavor. Endeavor was startled by a man appearing right in front of him. Haha, sorry, didn't mean to scare you there. I'm just looking for someone strong to fight. And it seems like you are very strong for a normal human. For a normal human, what? Who are you? Endeavor asked in an annoyed and angry tone. Hey, I'm Goku. So you wanna fight? Goku asked eagerly. You know what? Let's fight. I'll show you to not challenge the number 2 hero. A crowd appears to see Endeavor the number 2 hero. Hey, it's getting crowded. Can you fly? We can take it to the sky. No, but I can use my flames to pseudo-fly. Endeavor uses his flames to fly. Sweet, let's fight. The two fighters are fighting in the sky. Endeavor is using his flames to try to keep up with Goku. Goku is working his way up in power to gauge out Endeavor and also have a good fight. Endeavor's flames are keeping Goku aware. Endeavor is getting very annoyed he isn't doing much, so he uses his flames to give a boost in his overall power on his strikes. This caught Goku off guard, causing Endeavor to land a decent blow to Goku. Goku was happy to see that and wanted to continue the fight. But Endeavor was exhausted. They have literally been going at it for an hour, but Endeavor feels defeated. He is thinking to himself, there is someone else who is stronger than me. He might even be stronger than him. And I can tell he wasn't using his whole power. That bastard. Does he think that I'm so weak he didn't want to go all out? Well, I'll show him. I might not be number 1, but my son will surpass All Might in this new guy. Hey, you. I don't know what your quirk is and how you are so strong, but I won't let you outdo me again, and I will also outdo All Might. That guy reminds me of Vegeta. I wonder who this All Might guy is. He might be very strong. Endeavor flies away. There was a crowd watching and recording the whole thing on their phones. Some people live streaming it. It has been known that an orange guy was around town, stopped a villain, and defeated the number 2 hero. Back to Deku. Izuku's class is about to end. He is trying to figure out the new somewhat hero that appeared writing in his notebook until Katsuki Bakugo came in and made Izuku his bitch again as he does in canon. As he goes home, he hears something. When he turns around, he sees a sludge monster, so he screams and tries to run. Hey kid, don't try to run. I'm going to take your body so I can hide from him. The villain surrounds Izuku and tries to take over his body by shoving his sticky slime down his throat. Don't struggle. It will be easier for you if you don't fight back. It won't hurt after a minute, trust me. Just take it in and you will no longer feel anything. Izuku tries grabbing the sludge out of his mouth to no avail. While struggling, the boy is slowly losing consciousness. Goku felt a huge rise in Kai from someone, and a minute after that he heard someone scream. The Saiyan uses his instant transmission technique while at the same time, All Might also appear from the sewers. They both see a boy being suffocated by a slime monster, so they both rush in and punch the monster simultaneously as All Might yells Texas SMAAASSSSHHH. Izuku sees an image of All Might and Goku before he passes out. All Might goes to get the villain contained and signs Izuku's book. Hello, my name is Goku. Nice to meet you. You seem very strong, Goku said to the hero. Hello Goku. Nice to meet you and thanks. I appreciate the help there. I am All Might. All Might reaches his hand out to shake Goku's. Goku sees the gesture and shakes his hand. Hi, I'm Goku. Earlier I fought a hero with fire powers and he mentioned you. He kind of reminds me of a friend I have back at home. Do you mean Endeavor? Why were you in a fight with him? The hero asked curiously. I was looking for a good challenge and he was the strongest person I found at the moment. I asked him if he wanted to fight and he agreed, but I can tell you are a lot stronger. You really beat Endeavor. You must have a lot of strength. Can't even imagine the look on his face. Hahaha. The hero imagines how it went down and Endeavor's reaction. So do you want to fight? Goku says with excitement in his voice. Thanks, but I don't do random fights. Maybe next time though, but I got to go now. The hero tries to leave but was interrupted. Common please, how about just sparring? Goku asks, begging with his hands clapped together. I would love to, but I can't right now. The hero replied, trying to leave before he detransforms any minute now. Is it because your power is about to go away? All Might was surprised to hear that statement. The hero is thinking to himself, what? Does he know? That can't be. That's when the hero asked, what do you mean by that? Well, I can sense that a lot of your Kai is leaking and I think it's coming from that spot in your stomach. That's where I feel it the most. All Might is now wondering who this guy is. He is thinking to himself, this Goku guy is saying that he can sense it and called it Kai, another word for energy. I should ask him some questions. So the hero asks, hey Goku, do you mind telling me about yourself? Well, my name is Goku. I like food and fighting. I am a Saiyan that was raised. And again, I like food and fighting. All Might wonders and asks, what's a Saiyan? And you were sent to Earth. So you're saying you're an alien? Yeah, I guess I am an alien. The Saiyan replies. The hero, not really buying his story, says, and you expect me to believe all that? I will just show you with this technique Goku uses his long-forgotten technique. What technique? Goku uses telepathy to show pieces of Goku's life and also the memories of how Goku was brought into the world. Holy shit. Was all that real? You were just magically brought here, All Might asked in disbelief. Hee, I don't really know myself. I was sparring with my friend from my Earth and then I came here. All Might is not sure what to do. He is very lost and confused, but eventually composes himself. That's when Izuku wakes up from his dirt nap. Oh crap, I forgot about him. Oh, why hello young man. You're doing fine now. My new friend and I saved you. Izuku screams and gets excited and tries to get an autograph, but he looks to see that he has already done it. All Might wants to try to leave now because his power will fade any minute now. All Might turns to Goku and asks him to follow, then leaps off. Goku looks at Deku. Well, nice to meet you.
Welcome to part 2 of What If Goku Trained Deku. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Goku proceeds to fly off as well. While in the sky, All Might and Goku hear someone screaming. They look back to notice that the same kid was holding onto dear life onto Goku's leg. All Might tells the kid to get off Goku, but Izuku said that if he lets go, he will die and he really wants to ask All Might a question. Not a smart move, kid. You shouldn't grab onto other people like that. Bang on the door until someone knocks on the door. Gotta go. See you on the flip side, the hero said to the boy. Wait, not yet. There's something I want to ask. The green-haired boy said. No, I have to leave. All Might said back. I have to know. Can I ever hope to become a hero even without a quirk? I'm just a normal person with no special powers, nothing special about me. But I want to be the hero who can save people with a smile on my face. Just like you. Can I hope to become someone like you? Asked the boy, hoping to get the answer he was hoping for. All Might turns his head back to look at the boy. Goku was curious about how this will turn out. As he was about to say something, the hero transforms into his skinny form. Goku knew All Might's power was about to run out, but he was not expecting to see that. Izuku was freaking out. That's when All Might gives his depressing speech and crushes Izuku's dream, like in canon. Hearing them made Goku sad, so he said this. I don't think that's true. If you train hard enough, then you can become strong enough to be a hero. If you want, I can train you and teach you martial arts to help you become stronger, but it won't be easy, Goku said with a smile on his face. Don't get his hopes up. He will end up getting himself killed if he tries to become a hero without a quirk. Well, I don't have a quirk and I'm plenty strong. Your case is different, Goku. What about you? What do you mean? I saw some of your memories, too. This made All Might silent. If Goku saw his memories, then the hero knows what the Saiyan is referring to, but hearing this gives All Might an idea. But he's not sure. Izuku was about to question Goku about how he does not have a quirk after seeing all the feats he has performed. But that's when a loud explosion is seen in the distance. All Might was wondering what that was until he realized that he no longer had the villain. Damn it, I must have dropped him by accident. Goku, the villain is no longer with me. I think the explosion was from him. I'm out of power for now. You need to stop him. Goku's expression becomes serious for a minute. Alright, grab onto me. Goku uses instant transmissions there with Izuku and All Might holding onto him. They teleported to see a spiky-haired blonde being held hostage by the sludge villain. Izuku recognizes the person being attacked and sees it's his childhood friend Bakugo. With no hesitation, he ran into action without thinking. He threw his book bag into the villain's eyes and tries to free Bakugo. Izuku thinks to himself, what am I doing? My legs started going on their own. What the hell are you doing, Deku? Get the hell out of here, Bakugo shouted. No, I'm not just going to sit by and watch you get killed. I will save you. Now, let go of him, you monster. Izuku tries his best to save Bakugo. Hearing this surprised both Goku and All Might. Goku wanted to see what would happen, and he was glad about what he saw. The will and determination from the boy. All Might thinks to himself that he has to do something. Goku rushes to pull Bakugo out of the villain, and that is when All Might rushed in afterward, punching the villain so hard that he changed the weather with low to mid difficulty. Goku is impressed to see the power of All Might even if it's slowly withering away. After the villain was defeated, reporters started flooding Goku and All Might, trying to ask them a bunch of questions. The heroes scolded Izuku while the other heroes were praising Bakugo for his quirk and bravery. All Might attempts to push the reporters to the side so he can have a chat with Goku to learn more about his situation and so he can power down into his skinny Might form. So, you're from another universe. That's pretty wild, the hero says, attempting to make conversation. I don't think so. I've been to other universes before. Like this one time a dude went to the future to steal my body and destroy my friend from the future universe. Goku explaining the Goku Black Arc. So, do you know anything about this world? The hero asks, just from what I saw from your memories. Also, I have something for that injury of yours. It can heal any wound and looking at yours, this will help. You just have to eat it. That's when Goku pulls out a pouch full of senzu beans. All Might was skeptical about beating it but goes for it anyway. When he eats it, he drops to the floor and feels a sharp pain in his wound as he grasps his hands on it. After the momentary pain, he felt 100% better as if he was in his prime, which surprised the hero. Now he can maintain his buff form 100% of the time and could waste less energy using the remainder of One for All. All Might thanked Goku. The hero has a feeling he could trust Goku from seeing each other's memories, even if only if he saw bits and pieces, especially after eating that senzu bean. That's when All Might remembers Izuku for a second and asks Goku, "Hey Goku, can you use your teleport ability to go to that green-haired kid? I want to ask him something." Goku agrees, so he uses his instant transmission ability. Izuku was heading home until he heard someone shout, "DKU." The green-haired boy looked back to see it was Bakugo. "Listen, don't think you can look down on me because you tried to save me. I would never ask a weakening like you to ever help me. You are just a quirkless loser who couldn't even cut it as a rent-a-cop." Bakugo storms off as he shouts, "You didn't help me." Izuku thinks to himself, what's his problem? I guess he's right, though. Guess it's back to giving up on my dreams. But from what that other guy said, Goku, right. Yeah, Goku, from what he said, maybe there's hope for me. I should take him up on his offer next time I see him. That's when Goku and All Might appear right in front of Izuku, freaking the boy out. All Might does one of his iconic All Might pose and says, "I am here." And Goku says, "Hi, I'm Goku. Young man, I want to talk to you. I want to thank you and discuss the question you asked me earlier. If you hadn't run into that fight, I would have been a bystander. No, I'm pretty sure it's my fault anyways. If I haven't distracted you, then you probably wouldn't have dropped the villain." The boy says as he bows to apologize, "I'm not finished. When I saw this scared, quirkless kid rush in to save his friend, it inspired me to act too. What each genuine hero has in common is that their bodies move on their own, as that's what happened to you." As the hero says to the boy, causing him to cry tears of hope and joy. That's when Goku chimes in and says, "Don't forget I want to train you too." Izuku is just sobbing, seeing that two powerful people believe in him. "So, do you want to accept my awesome power?" the hero shouted in excitement. This got Goku's attention, as he was curious about this development. This confused Izuku as he did not know what All Might meant, so he asks, "What do you mean? I wasn't born with this power. It is a torch, passed down to me from generation to generation. The reason for such a secret is that people need to believe that their symbol of peace is a natural-born hero. And you're next. I can give you my abilities," the hero told the boy. "This is a lot to process," Izuku says as he spouts on theories about All Might's quirk. "Stop nerding out. My power is called One for All. One person improves the power and then passes it on to another and grows as it's passed along. It's the power that allows me to save those that are in need. Why would you want to give a power like that to me, though?" the boy asked in confusion. "You may just be a scrawny, quirkless kid, but you have the heart of a hero. I saw it when you saved the kid." "All right, All Might, I will do it," Izuku said, while charging his fists up. An hour has passed. All Might asks Goku has anywhere to stay. Goku says no, but I might have an idea. He'll tell you about it later. But I want to take over Izuku's training. With my help, I think he will be strong enough to handle your quirk. Goku explains the training he will put Izuku through. All Might thinks that's way more intense than what he planned, but agrees to go along with his plan as he will also set the preparations for it. "Alright, he'll meet you tomorrow with young Midoriya." Goku leaves to go look for something. After some looking, he comes across it. Goku meets a lady as she introduces herself as Kami. "Hello, are you the Guardian of Earth?" Goku asks. "Yes, I am. May I ask who you are and what you're doing up here?" The Guardian is curious that someone has found her lookout. Goku introduces himself to the deity and told her, "Well, I was sent here from another universe. On my Earth, there was also a lookout like this one, so I wanted to know if there was one here as well. I'm also looking for somewhere to stay and I was wondering if I can stay here for a while. I will train a boy and I would like to see how strong he will become." Kami reads Goku's thoughts and intentions to see that his intentions are pretty pure, so she agrees. Goku asks the god if there's a hyperbolic time chamber, so she explains that there is, and one day will be equal to 1 year and you don't age in there. But Goku will have to get his own food if he wants to use it. Goku thanks Kami for the help. The next day, Izuku wakes up and gets ready for school. When school ends, he goes home to see his mom, Midoriya, cooking lunch. "Hey, Mom." "Hey, sweetie, how is school?" the mother asked, inquiring about her son's day. Izuku looked at his mother with a smile and said, "You know, same old, same old." "Oh yeah, I wanted to let you know I will do some training soon." "Alright honey, just stay safe and don't overdo it," Inko replied, wanting her boy to stay safe and sound. While the two were talking, Goku appears right in front of Izuku, scaring both the boy and the mother. "Hey, Izuku, I am here to talk about your training." Inko is freaking out, wondering who is this stranger that appeared right in front of them. That's when Izuku explains Goku will take over his training to prepare for the UA entrance exams. "Alright, Izuku. Well, nice to meet you, Goku. Would you like to stay for lunch?" the loving mother asks. When Goku heard lunch was being offered, he smiled in delight and said, "I would love to." After lunch was served, Goku and Izuku went to talk about their training, with Inko joining in. She is Izuku's mother and wants to know what he will do, so she wouldn't have to worry as much. Goku's plan was to give Izuku a similar training he did when he was a kid. "Alright, so what type of training will I be doing?" the green-haired boy asks. Goku tells them what his training of consists of. All of it was possible because of All Might's help. Izuku will wake up early in the morning and Goku will take him to a nearby island to deliver milk while skipping to everyone there. Then he will get sent back home to get ready for school. After school, he will have lunch and then go to a farmer to help plant crops and plow the fields with his bare hands. After that, he will have to do construction work with only the use of handheld tools, not power tools. Once that's all over, the last thing he would have to do is swim around a lake and do 10 laps. After the training, what would be next is teaching Izuku martial arts and fighting techniques. While doing all of that, he will wear a 50-pound turtle shell that Goku got custom made with the help of All Might, as the weight will increase gradually over time. And Izuku will have to wear that every day, for the whole time for the next 8 months. Izuku and Inko gave a shocked expression as their jaws dropped. They are both thinking that it's going to be one hell of a training. The next day, Izuku woke up early in the morning to start his training. He goes to meet up with Goku at the beach to see All Might and Goku fighting each other. The boy thought something happened, so he got closer to see that it was just a friendly match, and Goku is giving him tips on improving his fighting techniques because all the hero does is punch things. After some friendly advice, Goku looked at All Might and said, "Alright, I want to see how strong you really are, so go all out, no holding back." All Might looks at Goku and tells him, "Just don't go easy on me." The powerhouses look at each other, and Goku gave a smile and a confirmation. When the two finished their sparring match, Goku and All Might saw Izuku watching, so they go to greet him. "Hello young Midoriya, good morning to you. Before you start your training with Goku, there's another thing you should know," the hero tells the boy. Goku chimes in and tells Izuku, "It's about me. I would like to share my memories with you." "You can share your memories. What is your quirk, anyway?" The boy is curious about Goku's abilities. "I don't have one," Goku says as he shows Izuku parts of his memories. "Oh my god, what the hell? You're from another universe and an alien. That's more shocking than finding out about One for All." This shocks the boy, having so many questions come up in his mind. "Do you think I will ever be as strong as you? When I saw your memories, I noticed how insanely strong you have become during your life. So, will I ever be as strong as you?" Izuku asks, similar to the question he asked All Might not too long ago. "Yes, I do. You can become as strong as me or even stronger if you work hard enough. You just have to see and believe in your own potential," Goku says with a smile, understanding how the boy may feel. "Thank you, Goku. I really appreciate that. I will work hard and be the best hero I can be." With a firm determination, getting hyped up. During the 8 months of training, Goku and All Might aren't slacking off either. All Might trains with Goku to get stronger, and Goku is training to learn Ultra Instinct. While training with All Might, he notices the potential for growth within the hero, so the Saiyan is eager to see how far he can push his limits. Izuku notices quickly the benefits of the training he's been going through. He notices how strong he's becoming, but he wants to continue to push himself. So during his free time when he's not doing his normal training and studying, Izuku goes out to the beach to pick up trash and clean the beach. He doesn't just notice his own improvements, he knows that his all-time favorite hero, All Might, has majorly improved himself. After 8 months of training, All Might and Izuku meet up while Goku is training in the hyperbolic time chamber, trying to perfect Ultra Instinct. Goku has improved during the 8 months, learning Ultra Instinct Omen and even tapping into it at will. But it wasn't to the Saiyan's satisfaction. A lot of his time was mainly training Izuku and All Might, so he wants a chance to focus on making himself stronger. All Might and Izuku chill at the beach and start talking. Oh wow, young Midoriya, you have improved dramatically, more than I could ever help you achieve. That training must have paid off, the hero said with joy for his future successor. Thank you, All Might, but I can see you have gotten stronger yourself. I don't think I have seen you turn into that skinny form for a long time now. Izuku has been noticing. Yeah, that's because Goku gave me this magical bean called a sensu bean and it healed my injuries. The hero tells the boy. The two continued to have a friendly conversation, and then the topic of their training came up. All Might mentions the training he's been doing with Goku. I think it's time, young Midoriya, the hero asks. The hero pulls out a piece of his hair, looks at Izuku, and says, eat this. Izuku was dumbfounded. He was like, bro, what the fuck? In order for me to transfer my power to you, you need to ingest a part of my DNA. All Might explains to the boy. Oh okay, I understand now, but are you sure you still want to give me your quirk? You are fully healed and stronger than ever, so there is no reason to give me your power anymore, and now I'm strong myself, even without a quirk. Well, yes, that may be true. There is no reason for me to give you my power anymore, but I still want to. 8 months ago I saw a timid, skinny, shy, weak, scared, the hero continues. You're really rubbing dirt in my wounds, aren't you, All Might? Haha. Aha, yeah, you were those things. But now I see a young man with a lot of potential to be the greatest hero. I even saw it when you tried to save that one kid from the sludge villain a couple of months ago. I believe you will be the greatest hero of all time. There is no doubt about it, and I believe you'll be able to handle a good bit of the power. As the hero pats his successor's head, Izuku was crying because he wasn't expecting to hear all that. But that pushes his drive further to improve himself and help others. Thank you, All Might. I really appreciate that. But do I really have to eat your hair though? That's just kind of weird. The boy was curious, not wanting to eat his hair. Well, you can drink my blue. Alright, never mind, you'll take the hair. Izuku quickly eats the hair but feels nothing. You're going to have to wait till the hair is ingested to use one for all.
Hello everyone and welcome to part 4 of What If Goku Trained Deku. If you've been enjoying the series so far, then make sure to like and subscribe for more videos in the near future. I hope you enjoy and have a good time. One day, Izuku and Goku were sparring at the beach. Izuku was able to clean the place up on his own, especially since his training in the hyperbolic time chamber. There was a girl who was walking by the park. Usually the place is littered with trash, but she noticed it was spotless. The girl was pretty amazed to see how beautiful the place looked without trash everywhere. While staring off into the distance, the girl saw 3 people fighting each other in the sky. She couldn't really see them due to how fast they were, but she could make out blurs and can feel the impact of each blow they create. Izuku launches a Kamehameha at Goku, but the Saiyan avoids it using by instant transmission, teleporting behind Izuku, but he uses instant transmission himself to narrowly avoid Goku's punch. That's when All Might tries to rush in to attack Goku from the back with Kaioken times 15, but Goku instinctively dodges and elbow punches the hero in the stomach where his wound used to be. Izuku teleports right behind Goku and launches a Detroit Kamehameha. The green energy blast wraps itself with the lightning of One for All as it launches towards the direction of Goku. This caught Goku off guard, but the Saiyan was able to instinctively dodge the attack. Goku decides to take things up a notch. He screams very loud as a golden aura starts surrounding him. Goku has transformed into a Super Saiyan. Izuku smiled, hoping the Saiyan would take them more seriously. They both launched 2 massive Kamehamehas at each other. Izuku tried using 100% of One for All and even tried stacking Kaioken, even though it was causing the boy a lot of strain still, but Goku's beam was still able to overtake Izuku's. Before the energy beam engulfed Izuku, Goku teleports to Izuku and disperses the energy wave. Goku takes Izuku to the ground and they decide to relax, including All Might. The hero bought some sandwiches for the trio to eat and enjoy with each other's company. Goku senses someone staring at them. He turns back to see a girl looking directly at them. Not really understanding what she might want, Goku assumes that the girl might be hungry, so he offers her a sandwich to eat as well. Hey you there, the one that's watching us. Are you hungry or something? Here, have a sandwich. The Saiyan offers the girl one of the sandwiches. The girl is confused but decides to take one. She introduces herself but also does get excited to meet All Might. Alright, thank you. Sorry to impose myself. My name is Momo Yarazu. I was walking by and I noticed how the beach was clean compared to now it normally is. Then I saw all of you fighting in the sky and couldn't help but watch. It's okay. My name is Goku. Do you want to fight with us too? Goku asks the girl eagerly. Izuku and All Might couldn't help but laugh at Goku's antics. Momo gives a chuckle and says yeah. No thanks. From seeing your fight, I'm pretty sure I will get one shot if I try to join in. All Might gets up and introduces himself to the girl as he does one of his classic All Might poses. Momo gets giddy meeting the number 1 hero and shaking his hand. It's very nice to meet you, All Might. It's an honor to meet the number 1 hero. All Might notices the nervousness of the girl, so he says, don't need to be nervous. Nice to meet you too, young lady. Would you care to join us? Goku already offered you a sandwich. Momo obliges as she does not want to refuse the number 1 hero, so she sits down on the picnic blanket with the trio and takes a bite of her sandwich. Hey, my name is Izuku Midoriya. Nice to meet you. Izuku smiles as he reaches for a handshake until he realizes he was talking to a girl and froze up. While eating her sandwich, Momo responds back, saying, Hi there, Izuku. Nice to meet you too. So may I ask why you guys were fighting anyways? Izuku in a nervous tone tells the girl, Goku and All Might were training me so I can prepare for the UA entrance exams. We were working on our fighting skills and techniques together. Momo gave Izuku her full attention when she heard him mention that he was preparing for the UA entrance exams. No way, I'm going to UA also, but I'm recommended so I don't have to take the entrance exams. But why don't you get a recommendation also? I'm pretty sure All Might could write you one if he wanted to. Izuku knew that students could get recommended but never thought to realize that All Might could have just recommended him, so Izuku turned to the hero's direction and asked him, Yeah, All Might, why not write a recommendation letter? Well, to be honest, young Midoriya, that's because I forgot that was an actual thing. Izuku and Momo dropped to the floor, dumbfounded. It's alright, I think it's better that way. Plus it wouldn't be a challenge at all if I got in without earning my place. As Izuku says that, he looks far off into the distance of the ocean view, thinking about how his future will turn out. Goku is just sitting there, enjoying all the sandwiches left. Is there more? I'm still hungry. Yeah, there should be more left in the picnic basket. Go ahead and grab as much as you want. All Might tells the Saiyan, accounting for the fact that Goku eats a lot. Goku looks inside the basket to see there's no more sandwiches, so with a sad face, he tells the hero, Hey All Might, there is no more food. How? There are 40 sandwiches in there. Wait, did you eat them all, Goku? The hero was stunned. All Might knew the guy could eat, but he wasn't expecting all the sandwiches to be gone already. Oh, what? All the sandwiches are gone. Tom and Goku, you could have at least saved a couple for the rest of us. But I was told that I can grab as much as I want. So are there more? I'm still hungry. Everyone dropped to the sand because of how dumbfounded they were. Momo, not really knowing anything about Goku or his biology, asks the Saiyan, How are you still hungry when there were 40 sandwiches in there? How did you even eat 40 sandwiches in such a short time frame? Goku with a sad smile tells the girl with sadness and disappointment in his heart, The sandwich was very yummy, so I wanted more and ate more, but now there's no more and I'm still hungry. All Might sighed as he said, Well, I'll just order us some pizza then. I'll make sure to buy a couple boxes for you, Goku, so you don't eat our share. Can I get one with pineapple? The Saiyan asks eagerly. Sure thing, Goku. Wait, did you just say pineapple? All Might looks at Goku with shock. Usually weird food combos are common in Japan, but pineapple? Come on, no one likes pineapple on pizza. And if you do, we all will pray for you. Goku looks at All Might as he gives the hero a smile and a hug, thanking the hero for his generosity. While waiting for the pizza, Goku and All Might were sparring while Izuku and Momo were having a conversation with each other. They ask each other about their plans for UA, and they ask about each other's quirk. Without giving the true origins of Izuku's quirk and one for all, he tells the girl that his quirk is called Superpower and it stores and enhances the energy he creates to use attacks and techniques or enhance his stats overall. Half an hour has passed. While the two were talking, they heard someone calling out to Toshinori Yagi and had a bunch of pizza boxes with him. Is there a Toshinori Yagi? I have an order of 50 pizzas here and ready. Momo and Izuku both look at each other after hearing 50 pizzas. They didn't expect All Might to order that much, but from seeing the bottomless pit that is named Son Goku, they realize it was probably a good idea to do so they can at least have some slices to themselves. Goku smelled the pizza, so he teleports right in front of the pizza guy with drool slobbering down his mouth as he takes the pizza straight from the pizza guy and teleports in front of Momo and Izuku so he can eat with them. Yeah, that's me. How much will it cost? All Might goes up to the pizza guy to pay for the order, and the hero gives the delivery driver a fat tip. The delivery driver was awestruck to meet All Might, so he just grabbed the money and muttered some incoherent words like any fanboy. They all enjoy their food and have a good time hanging out with each other. Momo is starting to feel more comfortable around the trio as she finds them endearing. She is also a little bit excited that she is hanging around the number one hero. As the food is about to be finished, All Might has to tend to his hero duties, so he leaves, not before wishing Izuku good luck and gives the boy a wink. Izuku knew what he meant, so he got flustered, but Momo was confused. Once Goku finishes inhaling his share of the pizza, the Saiyan goes off with the hero because he wants to see if there are any strong bad guys, leaving the two teenagers alone together. After some time passes, Momo has to make her leave. She wasn't expecting to be out as long as she was, but she was enjoying her time spent. Before Momo leaves, she asks, "Hey, can I get your number so we can talk sometime?" "Yeah, sure, I would love to." Izuku smiles as they both switch phones, inputting each other's numbers. That's when our main character realized he just talked to a girl and got her number on the same day. "Hey, I can walk you home if you want so you don't have to walk alone." Momo took Izuku up on that offer, so they left to drop her off. If All Might was watching right now, he would definitely be proud of the man Izuku is becoming. After that day, Izuku and Momo would start texting each other pretty often. During the next month before the entrance exams, Izuku would be training whenever he's not at school, or he would text and hang out with Momo. Some time had passed until it was the day before the exams. Momo texted Izuku and asked him if he wanted to hang out, and Izuku said sure. He went up to Inko and told her, "Hey mom, I will be going out for a while." "Alright honey, are you going to be training with Goku again?" Inko asked, wondering what her son will be up to. Izuku corrects his mother and tells her, "No, not today. I will be hanging out with a friend today, so I'll be late home." "Okay Izuku, just make sure to wear protection. I don't want to have any grandkids anytime soon." Izuku gets flustered when Inko says that. He started thinking about all the dirty things a teenage boy would think of. "What? Why would you think of something like that?" A flustered Izuku asks. "Mama Midoriya isn't a dumbass. She may be pretty pure, but she's not an idiot." "Well, I'm no fool, honey. I was a teenager once too. I know you're going to see a girl. Look how nice you're dressed. You don't wear nice clothes like that if you aren't trying to impress." Izuku blushes as he shouts, "It isn't like that. We are just friends after all." "So you admit you're hanging out with a girl?" Izuku's face becomes a cherry red and he pauses as he decides to use instant transmission and teleports to All Might to get out of this situation he's in. Izuku teleports to All Might to hang out for a bit before hanging out with Momo. "Hello young Midoriya, nice to see you again. Why are you dressed so nice? Are you going on a date with that Momo girl?" Izuku shakes his hands around as he says, No, it's nothing like that, I swear. We are just hanging out. As friends. We are friends. Just friends." "Yuha, sure thing young Midoriya. Whatever you say. Well, here, have this for your non-date." All Might pulls out his wallet and gives him 20,000 yen. Izuku looks at All Might with surprise and asks, 20,000 yen? I can't accept this. Please take back your money." The hero gives his classic All Might laugh. "It's alright young Midoriya, I insist. Go have a fun time with that girl and make sure to send me some pictures." Izuku reluctantly took the money and thanked the hero. The boy then uses instant transmission and teleports to Momo's location. She was waiting there early at the mall. Momo didn't really expect Izuku to teleport right in front of her, so she gets frightened. "Hey there, I didn't expect you to be here this early. I thought I was going to end up at your house so I can pick you up. Why are you here 30 minutes early anyways?" Izuku asks the girl because his main plan was to teleport nearby her house so he can knock and not interrupt her. Momo blushes and stutters, not knowing what to do or say, comes up with a thought and says, "Why teleport to me 30 minutes early?" Izuku also gets flustered, so he says, "Well, to be honest, I just wanted to see you, you know." Momo turns red as hell, so she turns away from Izuku's sight and gives a cute light smile. "Anyways, you're here now. I bought us some tickets so we can watch a movie together, if you want to, that is." "Of course, I would love to, Momo. What movie will we be watching anyways?" "I picked Thor, Love and Thunder. I thought you might like to watch it. You're into superhero movies." "I would have never thought. Well, not really. But I thought this movie would be good to watch before you go to the entrance exams tomorrow." "Oh yeah, honestly, I forgot that it was tomorrow." "How can you forget? I thought you wanted to be a hero." "I do. It's just that with all the training I've been doing to prepare, it just got over my head." "Well, I can't really blame you. I have only known you for about a month and it surprises me how active you, Goku, and All Might are, but hey, at least, I have no doubt you'll pass." "Thank you. Do you want to go to the concession stand? I can get us some popcorn and snacks." "Sure thing." Momo pulls out her purse, but Izuku stops her. No, put your money away. You already bought us these tickets, let me buy the food." "I think that's fair after all." This made the girl happy. Since she's pretty rich, it's usually expected that she would pay, but seeing this brings a smile to the girl's face. Hello everyone and welcome to part 3 of What If Goku Trained Deku. If you enjoy the video then please like and subscribe for more content in the future. Throughout the months, the villain known as All For One has been monitoring All Might lately. He notices the hero has been doing hero work more frequently lately, and while doing some more investigation, the villain discovered that the hero's injury is completely healed. As a successor, he uses a red aura to multiply his strength, and has been training with someone who is immensely stronger than himself. There are too many things happening that could cause All For One's future endeavors to fail. This pisses the villain off, but he will figure something out. All Might has transferred his quirk, One for All, to Izuku Midoriya, becoming the 9th user of the quirk. Alright, I'm excited to see what you will do with this quirk. By the way, Goku told me he will pick us up so we can do some training, but we will do it together. Izuku is wondering what he will be getting into, so he asks, "Alright, neat, do you know what kind of training we will do?" In a confused tone, the hero says, "Yeah, we will train in another dimension for a year, in a day." Izuku didn't really understand what the hero meant by that, so he says, "I'm not really sure what you mean. Can you please explain?" All Might wasn't really sure how to respond. It was a concept he was having a hard time coming to grasps with. "I'm not really sure. I stopped questioning these things a few months ago. Now I just go along with it." Well, I can't really blame you. Learning about aliens, gods, time travel, Dragon Balls. Hell, there are even intelligent dinosaurs in his world. There were too many crazy things I saw in his memories. But hey, I'm grateful for that. I'm happy I got to learn more about these things in Goku's life. After what you two have been doing for me, all I've been is grateful since you both came into my life. I don't think I could ever come this far without you guys. The boy confesses, giving the two a very heartwarming moment. And I'm grateful to have you as a successor. And I'm pretty sure Goku is happy to have you as a student. The hero says to the boy, making the moment even more heartwarming. While we have this time together, let me teach you this technique that Goku taught me. But be warned, if you use more power than your body could handle, you can severely injure yourself or die. Now, time to show you the Kaioken. All Might pulls out the Kaioken, even going up to ×5. Goku told me he was surprised I could handle this much power. He said that when he first did the training to learn the Kaioken, the most he could have done at the time was ×4 and was hospitalized after. The number one hero mentions giving him a confidence boost. "Oh my god, All Might, that's amazing. This would be the first time you taught me anything." The green-haired boy tells the hero, "Haha, yeah, sorry about that. I had a plan for your training, but Goku's was better and it shows. But that's not the only thing you'll be learning. I believe this could also help you master One for All because the two are pretty similar. Also, this is beneficial to me because if I lose the embers, I still have something to help people. This gives All Might hope that even without his quirk, he can still be the hero everyone needs. Don't think it's the same, though. From my experience with using Kaioken and One for All, Kaioken is a power multiplier, but One for All is more like an additive or amplifier since the quirk grows through generations of users, so be careful how you use the two." The hero says to make sure Izuku doesn't kill himself in the future because of it. Goku eventually comes out of the time chamber after training inside there for a couple of months. He searches for the Kai of Izuku and All Might to see that they are with each other. Goku teleports there to see All Might teaching Izuku the Kaioken. This makes him happy seeing their bonding time. And this makes Goku think back to the time he was training Gohan in the time chamber. "Yo guys," Goku says with a smile, getting the attention of the two. When Izuku sees Goku, he runs up to him so he can show him the technique he just learned from All Might. "Hey Goku, look what I can do. Kaioken, I got the hang of it, but it causes a lot of strain." "That's awesome. You've come a long way. I can sense you have a lot of power. Did you get One for All?" The curious Saiyan wonders. "Yeah, I did. I think I should be able to use it now." Izuku uses the power of One for All and channels it into his arm to swing at Goku. That's when the Saiyan dodges with ease and grabs the boy's arm to prevent him from causing severe damage. "You are really strong now, but if you focus all that energy into one place, you will hurt yourself pretty bad. Try using One for All through your whole body and go little by little to see how much you can use." Goku offers this advice so Izuku wouldn't have to cause unnecessary damage to his body. Izuku takes this advice and develops full cowling that very same day. He tries to use small percentages of the quirk and work his way up as per Goku's advice. Izuku thinks to himself, "This is amazing. I can go up to 30% without causing strain in my body." All Might is right. It sort of is like the Kaioken in a way, but they are also very different from each other. "Alright guys, you ready? Let's go train for a year." The Saiyan is pumped up to get in more training and now has sparring partners. Goku uses instant transmission to take everyone to the lookout to where Izuku and All Might meet Kami. They all would enter the hyperbolic time chamber. All Might and Izuku would notice how heavy they feel. They are having some trouble moving about. Goku turns towards All Might and Izuku and his expression becomes serious. "Alright guys, I will not go easy on you anymore. We will be here for a year, and for that year, I will help you become very powerful. It will not be easy. Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan to show an example of what they will be working towards. After that he transforms into Super Saiyan 2, then 3, God, Blue, and Ultra Instinct. Seeing this power up close amazed Izuku and All Might. They were both astonished. This fuels Izuku's passion to get stronger and be the best he can be. During the whole year of training, All Might and Izuku would learn about Kai control. The hero is not really interested in learning energy-based movesets but is interested in a few things such as increasing his power with Kai and flying, thinking those will definitely be useful. Goku was interested to see that Izuku's Kai is green. During their time there, they would train their bodies and minds and sometimes goof around to have some fun from time to time. Izuku tries to learn as much as possible. He asks Goku to teach him the techniques that he uses, so Goku obliges. Izuku would learn all of Goku's movesets such as the Kamehameha, Instant Transmission, Spirit Bomb, Flying, and even created some of his own techniques. Sometime during the Kai control training, Izuku would have reactions. Due to the amount of energy he is creating within his body, One for All would store and amplify the energy he's creating. His senses would go out of control, which causes blackouts to happen, so Goku and All Might would try to train Izuku to release the amounts of energy he's creating with One for All amplifying his Kai. They don't just train their bodies, but they also do train their minds. Ever since Master Roshi reminded Goku of the lesson of martial arts, mastering martial arts to conquer yourself. That's when Goku remembers the other lessons from his masters and makes sure to teach them those same lessons. Too much wasted movement. That's why you run out of breath quickly. Master Korin, be as tranquil as the heavens, and as quick as a bolt from the blue. Kami, wanna be the best in the universe? Then you gotta train not just your body, but also your spirit. King Kai, don't allow your mind to control your movement. Every part of your body must judge and act on its own. Wise. During the final months in the time chamber, something would happen to Izuku. The boy was sparring with All Might. Izuku is able to use 100% of One for All. He tried stacking the Kaioken on top of the Quirk to boost his overall power. Izuku's plan wasn't working to what he expected. When he tries stacking the Kaioken on top of One for All, it causes immense strain for the boy as he drops to the floor and passes out. That's when All Might picked him up and put him on a bed so he can rest. When Izuku wakes up, he remembers what happened and plans to work on the technique in the future. Goku and All Might sensed the power that Izuku was displaying, and they both were pretty amazed. All Might was especially surprised because even though he may be stronger than Izuku in base strength, but when Izuku uses One for All, that's a different story, and now with the Kaioken, he is even more powerful. Izuku and All Might see Goku improving on Ultra Instinct. Each time Goku transforms into that form, Izuku and All Might can't help but feel a calmness to it, and it also terrifies them. After the full year of training, they all come out of the time chamber stronger than ever before. All Might reaches a power level up to 600k and Izuku reaches a power level around 450k in base strength. They both notice how different they feel when they came out of the chamber. They're both stronger than ever. That was one hell of a year. Look at these gains. All Might starts flexing this new gains he achieved throughout the year. Izuku couldn't help but laugh. Goku with a smile on his face tells Izuku and All Might, "That was fun. You two are very strong now. So what do we do now, Goku?" Izuku asked, wanting to know what's next. "I'm hungry." All Might and Izuku drop to the floor, dumbfounded, as Goku's stomach rumbles really loud. All Might gets the idea to go to a buffet so Goku can eat all he wants and not drain his wallet. "Hey, let's go out to eat. I know this really good buffet and it's on me." Goku starts drooling to the floor hearing the subject of food, so the Saiyan smiles and accepts this invitation, saying, "Hey, yes please." All three go out to eat and have a good time. Goku basically ate the whole place out of business, leaving Izuku and All Might dumbfounded. They couldn't believe how much Goku can eat. As Goku is eating out at the restaurant, Izuku and All Might try to get some food for themselves before Goku can suffocate it. All Might is really thankful now he chose a buffet over a normal restaurant as he couldn't imagine the bill. After eating, the three part ways. Goku goes back to the lookout to do some light training in the meantime, and All Might goes home to get some rest. Izuku teleports home using instant transmission by focusing on his mother's Kai. Inko freaks out, still not getting used to that, but she wasn't expecting it to be her son. "Izuku, you scared me. Where have you been for the past day and how can you teleport now?" "Hey mom, sorry about that. I have been training in this room called the Hyperbolic Time Chamber for a whole year since yesterday. It's a room in another dimension where you can train for a whole year in a day. I still don't really understand the mechanics of it. And for being able to teleport now, I learned it from Goku." Inko did not know what to make of that. She was lost on what he meant by he was training for a whole year since yesterday, as for nothing Izuku said made any sense to her at all. "Alright, nothing you said made any sense, but are you hungry? I can make you something to eat if you've been training for a whole year yesterday." even though that still doesn't make any sense. Inko offers, but Izuku refuses after already going out to eat at the buffet with Goku and All Might after leaving the time chamber. The boy tells his mother, "No thanks, I appreciate it, but I already went out to eat after my training before I came home." "Alright honey, but if you need anything, just let me know." Inko tells her son as she gives her a warm and loving smile. Izuku appreciates the gesture, so he smiles back and tells her, "Thank you mom, I appreciate everything you do for me." After taking a long needed shower after being gone for a whole year, Izuku hops on his bed and starts planning the next 2 months of training and studying for the UA entrance exams. He also gets out his notebook and lists everything he learned in the past year and also writes down any possible future techniques he's thinking of making. Hey everyone, this is part 5 of What If Goku Trained Deku. If any of you have been enjoying the series so far, then make sure to give a like and subscribe for more videos down the line. I hope everyone enjoys and has a good time. The next day was the UA entrance exams. Izuku woke up early in the morning so he could get in some training. The boy uses instant transmission and teleports to Goku to see that he is meditating. Izuku decides to join Goku and they meditate until Goku gets up. Goku noticed Izuku earlier, but he wanted to continue his meditation. "Hey there Izuku, how are you doing?" Izuku gets out of his meditative state and responds to Goku, "I'm doing alright. I wanted to get in some training before I hang out with Momo later." Trying to make conversation, Goku asks the boy, "Did you have fun yesterday? All Might told me you went to see a friend." "Yeah, I did. I had a great time. Thanks for asking," Izuku said to Goku as he got in a fighting pose. Some time passes and Izuku is getting ready for the entrance exams. Before he leaves, the boy receives a message telling the boy to meet up by the school. Izuku uses instant transmission and teleports right in front of Momo. Izuku teleports right in front of the girl, scaring her. "Hey Momo, you wanted to see me? Jesus Christ, I don't think I'll ever get used to that. Anyways, I wanted to give you something as a good luck charm." Momo saw a Buddhist wristband while they were at the mall yesterday, so she decided to buy it as a gift. "Really? Thank you very much. I appreciate the gift. Now I feel bad. I don't have anything for you." Izuku gives the girl a smile and puts the bracelet on. "Good luck out there, Izuku. You better pass. I want you to be there with me when hero studies start." Izuku walks up to the entrance exams until he hears someone shout, "Get the fuck out of my way, Deku." He looks back to see Katsuki Bakugo. Izuku doesn't get scared because he has built up his confidence over the months. "Oh, hey Kachin. It's been a while, hasn't it? Get out of my way or else I will burn you to a crisp," Bakugo says as he walks past Izuku. Izuku doesn't act like a bitch this time as he did in the canon and just ignores him. He proceeds to go inside until trips, but he was able to catch himself by flying. "Oh hey there, looks like you caught yourself. I was about to use my quirk to help you, but it seems like I don't have to anymore. It would be bad luck if you fell before the exams. Isn't it all nerve-wracking?" The boy thanks the girl and responds by saying, "Yeah it is. I appreciate you trying to help me out. It's nice to meet you. My name is Izuku Midoriya and you are?" "Hi, I'm Achako Uraraka. It's very nice to meet you also and no problem. Well, I should get going. Hope to see you in classes. See ya." The girl waves goodbye as she enters the examination room. Izuku doesn't make that cringe-ass face this time because he has actual experience talking to girls now. Izuku heads in also, sitting next to Bakugo, and that's when the stage hero, Present Mike, makes his entrance and explains the exams. When the boy sees the hero, he gets all giddy and excited at the sight. While presenting, a blue-haired dude interrupted the voice hero and then tried to call him out. On the printout, it shows that you listed 4 robots instead of 3. With all respect, an error on UA material is shameful, and you over there, with the messy hair, you've been muttering this whole time. Stop that. If you can't take this seriously, then you should leave. That statement sort of pissed Izuku off. This dude was telling him that he wasn't taking this seriously. But he trained his ass off to get to where he is now, so with determination and confidence in his voice. Izuku looks at the blue-haired kid and said, "Hey dude, first of all, Present Mike was going to explain the 4th robot until you decided to get up and rudely interrupt him. And second of all, don't tell me I'm not taking this seriously. I worked very hard to be here right now, so I won't let you tell me otherwise. I will tell you otherwise. You aren't taking this seriously. You were just muttering on and on earlier. Okay, and that's how I think and process. If you don't like it, then maybe you shouldn't focus on me. Mind your own business, and pay attention to Present Mike over there so we can get these examinations over with. I want to pass as much as the next guy here." Bakugo was stunned with the confidence and backbone Izuku has compared to almost a year ago. That's when the filter Bakugo had on Izuku started to crack. By looking at the boy, Bakugo could tell that Izuku is ripped and has no fear. He saw the bravado in Izuku's eyes and started asking himself, when did that stupid Deku change so much? How have I not noticed? Wait, does he have a quirk? There's no way. He will fail and get booted out. I have no doubt. People started laughing at the blue-haired boy as Present Mike got back to the presentation, discussing the final robot before he was rudely interrupted. After the presentation and the written exams were finished, Izuku puts on his gi and heads to the next part of the examinations. When the rest of the examinees showed up, Izuku sees the girl that tried to help him earlier, so he starts to walk up to her. That's until the same dude from earlier put his palm on the boy's shoulder and said, "It looks like she's trying to focus. What are you going to do? Ruin her chances to succeed?" "I guess you're right. It does look like she's trying to focus. I'll just talk to her later on then." Hearing this surprised the boy. He was expecting to retort back, but Izuku handled it maturely this time. "Also, I would like to apologize for earlier. I feel like I could have handled the situation better, so I'm sorry," Izuku says as he bows down for forgiveness. Seeing this, the blue-haired boy bows down and apologizes as well. "I should apologize too. I didn't know your muttering is how you analyze and process things, so I would like to apologize to you as well." Right when the door cracked open, Izuku rushed in with 100% full cowl, making it look like he disappeared within less than a second. A random student shouts, "Hey, can he do that? It hasn't even started yet." There are no countdowns and a real countdown. Go, go, go. As the group of examinees run into the fake city, they see a dozen robots already scattered around in pieces. All of them were wondering what happened until they realized it was the green-haired kid from earlier. The only reason there weren't more destroyed was because Izuku wanted to give the other contestants a chance. Izuku hangs around and goes around helping any other examinees that are in danger or helps them get points. Without realizing it, the boy was earning more points doing so. The giant 0-point robot appeared. As everyone was running, Izuku was just staring at it, admiring how cool it looked, until he heard a girl scream. The boy looks to see where the scream was coming from and sees it was the girl he met earlier. That's when our protagonist rushes in to remove the rubble and debris. "Hey, Achako, right? Are you doing all right? Can you walk? Hey, it's you. My leg is sprained so I can't walk." The girl sees the robot about to step on the duo, so she tries warning the boy, but Izuku just puts his hand up to prevent the robot from squishing them and pushes the robot, causing it to fall on its backside. With amazement in her voice, the girl tells the boy, "Wow, you handled that like it was nothing. You're amazing. Thank you, but it's not over yet. Look." Achako looks over at the robot to see that it is getting back up. Izuku picks up Achako, causing the girl to start blushing. Our protagonist flies up while holding onto Achako. He removes one hand from her as he uses the other to keep her from falling. That's when Izuku launches a massive Kai blast, shocking the girl and the other contestants that were watching. Everyone was amazed with the display. Even the teachers that were giving the students their score were pretty amazed. All Might was proud that not only his successor has drastically broken the record for villain points, but he also helped others and protected others even if he didn't have to do so in this type of situation. Present Mike announced that the examinations are over. Izuku flies back down while holding Achako and gently puts her to the ground. Recovery Girl comes by to kiss the girl's leg, healing her injury. Izuku teleports to All Might's Kai signature, which surprised the proctors of the exam. "Hey All Might, what's up? Wait, is that Goku over there stuffing his face? Hey Goku, did you like my display? You were super amazing. I wish I was the robot so I can fight you." "Well, we can fight right here, right now, if you want to," Izuku says as he gets into a fighting stance. No, definitely not. You guys will end up leveling this whole entire school," All Might says, not wanting to cause any damage to the school. There was shock from the other heroes as they were hoping that the number one hero was just joking. Goku gets a sad face as he goes back to his food and is happy again. The Eraser hero, Eraserhead, walks up to the boy and stares directly into his soul, causing the boy to shiver. "Good job, kid. Even though you could have passed just by defeating the robots, you still decided to help and protect others. I hope to see you in my class. Don't be late." Principal Nezu looks at the Eraser hero and says, "Aizawa, you weren't supposed to tell him any of that. We were supposed to mail him the results, just like any other student." "What? It's not like you're not going to pass him and dump him in my class anyways. So I don't think it matters if I tell him now or not." Aizawa tells Nezu and leaves the room. Izuku goes to All Might and asks him, "Why are you here anyways? Did you come to watch?" "Well, sort of. I will be teaching here now. Say hello to the new staff member of UA Academy." All Might flexes his muscles while showboating. Realizing that Goku is here, also asks, "Wait, why is Goku here also? Will he be teaching here too?" The hero gives a laugh and tells the boy, "Haha, no. He won't be an official teacher here since he will be tagging along with me, but he will help out." "Oh my god, that's pretty awesome. I hope you get to teach our class sometime." Izuku said with excitement in his voice. The hero pats Izuku on the head as he tells him, "Well, young Midoriya, now that you know you passed, would you like to go out to eat later to celebrate?" "Yeah, of course. I would love to. What type of place will we be eating out at?" All Might gets confused, thinking that Izuku doesn't realize this celebration is for him. The hero wants the boy to choose for himself because it's his day, so he tells him, "Not sure, you tell me. We will be celebrating for you after all, so you should choose where to go." When Goku hears the topic of eating, he speed blitzes and appears right by Izuku and All Might. "Did you say eat out? Where are we eating? Please, I want to know." All Might tells the Saiyan, "Yeah, we are, not sure yet, but we will be going out later tonight." Goku gets really excited, thinking about the delicious feed he will be feasting on that night. Izuku asks the hero, "Can my mom and Momo come along too?" "Sure thing, young Midoriya. It's your day after all." All the heroes were weirded out by the dynamic of the trio. It's like Goku, Izuku, and All Might have a family dynamic of sorts. They are pretty attached to each other. Izuku uses instant transmission to teleport to Mama Midoriya and tells about the exams and that he passed. She was very happy for her son and gave him a big and loving embrace. Izuku then tells Inko that they will be going out as he lists who's going and wants her to come along. Inko agreed as she wanted to support her boy, but caught off guard when Izuku brought up All Might as he had never brought him up before. "Hey Izuku, may I ask, how do you personally know the #1 hero?" Izuku never brought up All Might to his mother as per their secret, but the boy feels like she can at least meet one of the people who's been helping him throughout the month. "Well Mom, he trains with me and Goku a lot of times. He's also been helping me with my training as well. I wouldn't have come this far without his help." This brings joy in Inko's eyes as he's getting support from the greatest hero in Japan. "Alright honey, by the way, when and where are we going?" "I'm not sure exactly. All Might will message me about it or Goku will just randomly show up to pick us up. If I have to be honest, it could be both." "Wow, life has been so weird ever since Goku showed up. Even if you are different yourself, Izuku. Not in a bad way though. You just have more confidence in yourself and I'm happy to see that. I know ever since you were a child, you've had to struggle a lot, but now I'm seeing the man you're becoming. Oh boy, kids sure grow up fast." Inko gets teary-eyed, thinking that Izuku will be all grown up and all on his own without his mother's help. "It's alright Mom, even if I'm becoming all grown up. There will never ever be anyone who could ever take your place as my mother, and that's a fact." They both get teary-eyed, giving each other hugs. Izuku texts Momo and asks her if she wants to hang out, and she responds with, "Yeah, sure thing. Just pick me up when you're ready." Goku appears using instant transmission with All Might around late afternoon right in front of Inko and Izuku while they were watching TV. The hero introduces himself to his successor's mother and Goku goes to raid the fridge. "Do you have any food in here? I'm starving." The hero couldn't understand Goku's biology at all. The Saiyan is always scarfing down food whatever chance gets, but the hero assumes it's a Saiyan thing. "How can you still be starving? You literally had 15 full-course meals during midday." "Yep, and there's still room for more." As the Saiyan rubs his stomach with a circle motion, All Might tells Goku, "Well, we are about to head out to eat anyway, so you have to wait till then, Goku." "Oh, well, alright. I'll wait," Goku said with sadness and sorrow in his voice. "Alright, I'm going to pick up Momo," Izuku said before putting his pointer and middle finger on his forehead, focusing on Momo's Kai's signature and teleporting to her to pick her up. They all headed out to the restaurant. The place that Izuku decided to go to was a mom and pop burger joint. The people that were there are All Might, Goku, Izuku, Inko, and Momo. Momo was nervous because this is the first time she was meeting Izuku's mom, but Inko was excited to meet the young girl as she knows this is her son's friend and possible waifu. Everyone was enjoying their food. Goku kept on eating one meal after another until the whole table was filled with plates. After everyone had a good time, the fun had to end eventually, so everyone went home. During the past week, Izuku has been doing some training with Goku and All Might. After a week, Izuku finally got his UA letter. He already knew he passed but decided to open the letter anyways to see what it says. That's when a hologram video of All Might appears, giving a summary of what he already knew and being told that he was first place. Hello and welcome everyone to part 6 of the series, What If Goku Trained Deku? If you guys are enjoying this what if, then please make sure to like and subscribe for more videos down the line. I hope you all enjoy and peace out. The day has come for Izuku Midoriya to take his first step to becoming a great hero. He got accepted to the school of his dreams with ease and is ready to take on what's next. Izuku flies off to the direction of the school to meet up with Momo before heading to class. When he reaches the school gate, he waits there until Momo gets there. When she gets there, they talk while heading to class together. Izuku makes it up to the door to his classroom and notices how large it is. He walks into the class to see the blue-haired dude yelling at Bakugo. "Get your feet off the desk. You're disrespecting school property." Bakugo was getting annoyed by this dude bothering him, so he said, "You're kidding me, right? Did your school shove a stick up your ass, or do you just enjoy having it there?" The boy was stunned to hear that, so he tried to make amends by starting over. "Let's start over. I'm Tenya Ida from Salme Private Academy. So you think you're better than me? Well, I'm going to enjoy tearing you a new one," Bakugo said, threatening the boy. Izuku made a joke saying, "Kachin, I didn't know you swung that way. Are you coming out of the closet? I'm proud of you. Shut your stupid fucking face hole, you worthless piece of walking human garbage, Deku," Bakugo shouted to Izuku. When Ida saw Izuku, he introduced himself to the green-haired boy. "Good morning. My name is Tenya Ida. It's very nice to formally meet you. You were amazing at the examinations." Izuku introduces himself as well. "Hey, it's you. It's great to see you too. I'm glad to see that you were able to pass as well. You knew that there was something more to the practical exam. As a student, you're far superior to me," Ada says to Izuku, praising him for his accomplishments. "Yeah, no, I thought stopping the robots was the only way of passing. It was until I listened to the letter that I found out that protecting and helping others earned me additional points. So, you were helping people out of kindness. That's pretty admirable. You will truly make an excellent hero." During their conversation, Bakugo looks at the boy and looks away, having a flashback monologue. When Izuku was at his middle school, both him and Bakugo were called into the office to talk to the teacher about getting into UA. The teacher congratulates Izuku and Bakugo for getting into UA. When Bakugo heard that Izuku got into UA, he was pissed off, so he confronted Izuku after school and tried to push him into the wall, but Izuku wasn't moving. Now Bakugo is getting very angry. "What did you do to pass the exam, Deku? You must have cheated somehow." Bakugo was about to swing at Izuku, but he grabs Bakugo's arm and starts squeezing it. The boy looked directly into Bakugo's eyes and said, "Listen, Kachin, I think you need to hear this. I'm not the same weak, quirkless kid you knew before. Over the past 10 months, things haven't been the same. My life took a drastic change, and it was for the better because someone told me I can be a hero and someone else believed in me when no one else did. And because of them, I have a chance of becoming a hero. So like it or not, Kachin, I will be going to UA. And I will become a hero." After getting his point across, he let go of Bakugo and walked away. Bakugo was shocked and was in pain at how Izuku gripped his arm. He is wondering what the hell happened to him throughout these months. Back to the present. Ochako Uraraka came into the class, and when she saw Izuku, she struck up a conversation with the boy. "Hey, I recognize that messed up hair. You're the guy who saved me. You were so cool. The way you carried me up into the sky and shot that really powerful energy blast with ease. That was amazing." When Momo heard that Izuku carried a different girl, she kind of got jealous. She doesn't really understand why she feels that way and tries to push her feelings away. When Bakugo hears that Izuku destroyed a zero-pointer robot with ease, he gets very pissed off. "Deku, what did I hear? You destroyed a zero-point robot. There's no way a loser like you can accomplish such a feat, even if you've been working out." Bakugo was about to attack Izuku until Aizawa woke up from his nap, erasing Bakugo's quirk, and grabbed him with his scarf. "If you cause a disruption in my class like that again, I will be happy to expel you. As for the rest of you, it took you a few minutes to shut up. How disappointing. If none of you can take this seriously, then I recommend packing your crap and getting out." Bakugo saw the red crimson eyes and was frightened and did not want to get expelled. He went back to his seat. Izuku went to take the seat next to Momo. Aizawa instructs the students, "All right, go to the locker rooms and put on these gym uniforms and head outside." While changing, a red spiky-haired dude struck up a conversation with our main character. "Wow dude, you are hella ripped. Such a manly body. I'm so jealous. What type of training did you do?" "Hey man, and thanks. Honestly, I wouldn't know how I would describe my training to you. It's pretty surreal and intense. Everyone gets changed and goes to the field." The Eraser Hero announces, "All right class, we will be doing a quirk assessment test, so we test your current capability." The class was confused on why they have to do a quirk assessment test, and that's when Uraraka asks the hero, "What about orientation? You can't waste time on pointless ceremonies if you want to make it to the big league. In this school, I'm not tethered to traditions, so I'm able to teach my class however I see fit. You have all been taking standardized tests, but you haven't got to use your quirks in physical exams before. Midoriya, you got the highest score in the whole school, making All Might's score looking like child's play." The entire class was shocked to hear that Izuku demolished All Might's record. When Bakugo heard that, he got visibly angry and tried to run at Izuku with explosions sparking from his arm. That's when Aizawa grabbed onto Bakugo with his scarf and erased his quirk. Then he told Bakugo that this was his last chance, so he went back into the line. Aizawa looks back at Izuku, giving him his attention as he throws the ball to the boy. Alright, back to it. Midoriya, I want you to throw this as far as you can with your quirk. Worried about the damage he could cause, Izuku tells the hero, I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Using 100% of my full power could cause a lot of damage to the surrounding area. Yes, now hurry up. You're wasting our time, and if you do cause damage to the surrounding area, the school will be able to deal with it. Izuku screams, powering up his energy as much as he can. The entire class and Aizawa see this green, unruly energy surround the boy as he uses 100% of one for all and then shouts Kaioken times 3. Izuku throws the ball, causing a massive shockwave that blows everyone away. And I mean literally and figuratively. The impact of the shockwave caused all the reinforced glass of UA to completely shatter away. After that amazing display, it showed that Izuku achieved a score of infinity. The other students and teachers in the school were freaking out, thinking that the school could be under attack. Goku felt the immense power that was building up, so he used his Kai sensing to observe what was going on. The whole entire class was left awestruck. Even Momo was, as she has never actually seen the boy's true power. Even Aizawa was speechless. He knew the kid was strong, but he didn't know Izuku was a freaking beast. When Bakugo saw the power that was being displayed, he was speechless and started to feel fear. He was too stunned to even do or say anything, so he just dropped on his knees and started internally screaming. The filter Bakugo has on Izuku keeps on shattering more and more as he starts to remember the same flashback from earlier. How the hell are you so goddamn powerful, Deku? You bastard. Bakugo screams and punches the ground, grabbing everyone's attention. I told you, Kachin. I'm not the same weak, quirkless kid you knew before. Izuku responded to the boy. Bakugo didn't have anything else to say. Once he realized that Izuku was on a whole different level compared to him, he didn't have anything else to say. Even Aizawa was stunned. Not even he could have expected something as insane as that. He thinks to himself, no wonder why he was worried. He has such astonishing power, and all the damage he caused was insane. At least I don't have to worry about cleaning this mess up. Eraserhead shows the class the score Izuku got, and it was infinity. Almost everyone was awestruck. After seeing that amazing display, the majority of the class were excited and amazed, while some like Bakugo and Todoroki couldn't believe what they were seeing with their very own eyes. We get to use our quirks. This is going to be so much fun. Hearing that caught the teacher's attention. So you think this is fun? Huh? Do you think being a hero is about games and playtime? You know what? Whoever comes in last will get expelled immediately. Some people in the class started freaking out, and Ochako said to the teacher, that isn't fair. We just got here. Aizawa retorted back by telling the class, the world is full of unfairness. It's a hero's job to combat that unfairness. If you want to become a pro hero, then you will need to push yourself. So go beyond, plus ultra. For the quirk assessment, Izuku washes everyone no diff. He comes in first place with everyone else following suit, and this just makes Bakugo more angry. Not just at the boy but also at himself for being weaker than Izuku. After the assessment, Aizawa tells the class, alright, time to give you all your results. Winta, you came in last place. Go to the principal's office, you're expelled. Momo chimes in and tells the hero, I thought you were just joking to make sure everyone tries their best. The class tries to convince Aizawa to let Minta stay, but he doesn't care, so Minta walks to the principal's office. Why God, why? Why have you forsaken me? Now I can't become a hero to see all the pretty girls. Minta makes it to the office and gets his expulsion papers. Right, when he was about to leave the campus, Aizawa came up behind Minta. Hello Minta, you are now reinstated back into UA Academy. Congratulations. Don't squander this second chance because you won't be given another. Minta cries as he thanks the teacher for reinstating him while thinking to himself, this is such a cruel way of teaching me a lesson. By the end of class, everyone gets ready to leave. Izuku wanted to talk to Momo for a minute before he heads off to do his training with Goku and All Might. While the two were talking, Ida and Ochako came up to the pair to strike up a conversation with them. Uraraka wanted to know why Bakugo called him Deku, so he told her, we used to be childhood friends. I was quirkless until 2 months ago. When Kachin developed his quirk, his attitude changed and then he started bullying me. He used the term Deku to put me down. Hearing the history between the two stunned Momo, Uraraka, and Ida, Momo realizes that she doesn't know Izuku's full story, so she might ask him more about it some other time. That's when Uraraka decides that Deku will no longer have that meaning. I'm sorry, I didn't know that, but you know what? I like the name Deku and I think it sounds kind of cute and would be a great name for a hero. Izuku looks at the girl and smiles, saying, well, you can call me Deku if you'd like then. Ida chimed in and said, didn't you say that it was an insult? Well, yeah, but you heard her. Deku is now a name for a hero. Momo starts kind of getting territorial. She doesn't understand why though. You know what? Before I do my training, let me fly you guys home. Izuku positions himself Superman style and asks everyone to hop on. Momo, being concerned, asks, would that really be alright? Wouldn't we be too heavy for you to carry on yourself like that? I'm pretty sure you know pretty well that not even if you guys were 500 pounds plus, it still wouldn't even be heavy for me, Izuku said back to his friend with a smile. Alright Ida and Uraraka, tell me where you guys live so I can drop you guys off at your homes. He proceeds to take Ida and Uraraka home as they enjoy the free amazing ride they were experiencing. When he dropped off Momo last, she gave the boy a big hug. This surprised Izuku, but he hugged her back. Well Momo, gotta go. I'll meet up with you tomorrow so I can fly you to school. Hearing that made the girl go red as she would get to ride on Izuku and have him all to herself. Not in the way you people are thinking, so chill out. Izuku uses instant transmission to get All Might so they can train with Goku. The next day, Izuku meets up with Momo so they can head to school together. In school, they did their general studies and then it was time for their hero studies. While waiting for their teacher, All Might appears saying I am here, coming through the door like a hero. The class gets excited to see the #1 hero teaching their class today. The hero tells the students to meet them at the training ground so they can do their next test. That's when Tsuyu mentioned the hero's Silver Age costume with an alteration. All Might added Goku's kanji onto the middle so he can show respect to his friend and recent master. Everyone heads to the locker rooms to change into their hero costume. Izuku was given a costume by his mother but also added Goku's kanji on there to show respect. Momo saw Izuku and went up to him, complimenting his costume, and so did Uraraka. Izuku couldn't help but check out both of the girls as their costumes were providing fan service. When Izuku glanced at Momo's chest, he got hypnotized by her tatas. He was staring at them for a whole minute straight until Momo smacked him in the head and turned away blushing but had a slight smile underneath, making sure no one else notices. But All Might does. Uraraka notices that Izuku has the same kanji that All Might has, so she asks the boy about it. Hey, Deku, may I ask, why do you and All Might have the same kanji? This caught the hero and boy off guard, but Izuku answered, well, it's because All Might and I have been training under the same person for almost a year now. We are training and sparring partners. The kanji is to show homage to the person that's been training us. Hearing that caught Bakugo off guard. That stupid Deku has been training with All Might. Since when? How? Why? The class starts surrounding All Might and Izuku, asking a bunch of questions of their relationship and master. None of them knew besides some teachers, and Momo, All Might, and Izuku train with each other under the same person. That's when All Might shuts down the class's questions so he can go on with his test. When the hero explained the test, he started to draw teams, and the first 2 teams to go against each other are Izuku and Uraraka versus Bakugo, and Uraraka asks Izuku what the plan will be. Well, knowing Kachin, he will head straight towards me. I can teleport or fly to the bomb and outspeed Ida if he becomes a problem, so I think we can end this right when it starts, but to be honest with you, I don't want to do that. I want to fight Kachin, and after that, I will help you with Ida. But right, Deku, sounds like a plan, Uraraka says as she gives the boy a numb look. All Might announces the start of the battle trials. When Izuku and Uraraka went into the building, Bakugo rushed his way down to confront Izuku. Bakugo tried to do a sneak attack with an explosion, but Izuku grabbed Bakugo and threw him against the wall. But the explosion did burn Izuku's mask. Izuku got into the same fighting stance to prepare for another attack from Bakugo. How? Just how? What the hell? Fucking Deku. Remember I told you, I am not the same helpless kid you knew. Not even close. So call me Deku if you like, because like my friend Ochako said, Deku is the name of a hero. Izuku said with no fear and determination. Hearing this made Uraraka feel some type of way. Momo is kind of annoyed having to see those two be so close with each other to the point that other students and even All Might can sense it. Damn young Midoriya, you're such a player now. I'm proud of you. All Might cries tears of joy. While Bakugo and Izuku fight, Uraraka goes to look for the bomb. Bakugo tries to rush into another attack, but Izuku just starts dodging them all. God fucking damn it. If I can't hit you, then I'll burn you into ash. Bakugo, with his stored up sweat, launches a devastating blast towards Izuku, but he takes the attack like a beast with only the top half of his costume being burned off, showing off his physique. Most of the girls were admiring how well built Izuku is. Are you done yet, Kachin? Hearing that question pissed off Bakugo as he launched the same attack again with his other gauntlet, but that still left Izuku unfazed as he rushed in to gives Bakugo a gut punch. Bakugo drops to his knees, spitting out blood, as he says, Deku, you bastard. There's no way you've been quirkless all this time. Jesus, you're such a tsundere. Go fuck yourself, Deku. Well, so you know, I only got my quirk 2 months ago, but even before then, I've been training my ass off to become a hero. To be honest, I haven't even used my quirk against you. I've been using my own strength as if I were quirkless. There's no way. There is just no way you haven't been using your quirk against me, Bakugo shouted, not believing what Izuku's saying. All of the students are watching, not knowing if that's really true or not. You saw me use my quirk before, Kachin. You saw how powerful I am with my quirk, so do you think I'm lying now? Alright, I'm done here. I'm going to go help out Ochako, but before I do, Izuku speed blitzes Bakugo and wraps him around with capture tape, causing him to get disqualified from the match. When Ida heard that, he went to prepare himself for whatever may come. Izuku uses instant transmission to teleport to Uraraka and covers the girl's mouth so she doesn't scream and expose their location. Hey, don't worry, it's me. Ochako calms down when she realizes it was just Izuku. So you already beat Bakugo, you are amazing. So what's the plan now? Izuku thinks of a plan. Well, we can teleport right behind Ida and I can keep him occupied while you grab the bomb. Alright Deku, sounds like a plan. Let's do this, the girl said excitedly while giving a thumbs up. Alright, hold my hand, I'll teleport us right behind him. Momo is still feeling some type of way while watching. Izuku uses instant transmission, teleporting right behind Ida with Uraraka and kicks the speedster out of the way before he would have the time to react. That's when Uraraka grabbed the bomb, winning the match. Bakugo was sitting there in disbelief. It's like reality has shattered into a million pieces and he doesn't know what to do. He felt very angry, but there was a small glint of admiration and pride for the green-haired boy. A pride for someone else he has never felt before, and he wants to surpass the power that Izuku has and prove he will be the best hero, no matter what. After the match, the rest of the class was awestruck. They couldn't believe what they saw. Even Todoroki couldn't help but admire Izuku. After their match, the rest of the matches went on, but the difference is that everyone else's matches were filled with passion after seeing Izuku's match. When the battle trials finished, all the students went to change back into their classroom to do their afternoon courses. After school, Bakugo confronts Izuku and friends. Getting the sense that Bakugo rather talk alone than in front of the others, he goes up to the explosive blonde and asks what's up. I want you to show me how you got so strong. I'm sorry, what? Say that again, Izuku said sarcastically. God fucking damn it, Deku. Show me how you got so goddamn strong. Alright, take a chill pill. I'll help you get stronger, but it won't be easy. On one of our days off, I'll swing by your house so we can start our training. Bakugo grunts and walks away.
What is up everyone? Welcome to the Season 1 finale of What If Goku Trained Deku. It is crazy that we managed to make it this far into the story. If you guys want me to continue the series, then make sure to destroy the subscribe button to show me that you want more. I hope you guys do enjoy the video and have a good time. From where we left off, Bakugo was washed by Izuku. After their fight, he realized how outclassed he was compared to Izuku, and not just him. Bakugo saw the other students' exams and saw that there were others that outclassed him also. Yes, he was angry, but there was this sense of pride, a pride for Izuku. Bakugo can no longer view Izuku as the same weakling he knew, because that is no longer the case, so he pushes past his pride and asks the green-haired boy if he can train him. I'm skipping the class president stuff. While Izuku and friends were eating during their lunch period, Izuku sensed a sinister key nearby, and that's when the school alarm started blaring off, warning everyone of a level 3 security breach. When Izuku uses instant transmission to teleport to where Key was, there was no one there but reporters trying to rush into the school. Then the boy teleported to Aizawa to warn him about the situation. When Izuku used instant transmission to teleport to the Eraser Hero, Aizawa got startled for a minute there because he was not expecting that. Jesus Christ, kid. You scared me for a second there. What are you doing here anyways? Shouldn't you be at lunch with the rest of your class? Izuku warns Aizawa of the sinister energy he felt. Yeah, sorry sensei, but there is something urgent that I need to warn you about. Alright Midoriya, what is it? Well, it's about the level 3 breach. I felt a sinister energy right before the alarm started going off. When I used my teleportation ability to go to that energy source, it was already gone. I don't think this whole thing is an accident. There might be something going on. Izuku tells the Eraser Hero. What do you mean you felt a sinister key? The hero asked in curiosity. Well, I can sense the life force of others, and I can sense where they are depending on how powerful they are, or in this case, the evil energy was very sinister enough for me to sense it. The hero thanks Izuku for warning him. Alright Midoriya, I'll trust what you're saying and I will warn Principal Nezu. Thank you for telling me. When everyone goes back to class, Ida ends up being class representative. After that whole thing, Aizawa announces their rescue training. Everyone goes to put on their costumes, but Izuku's was completely burned off, so he is wearing his gi. Momo rushes up to Izuku and they talk to each other about the type of rescue training they will be doing. That's when Uraraka comes up to Izuku and asks him why he was wearing his gi instead of his hero costume. When everyone hops on the bus, they all start talking to each other. While everyone was talking, Tsuyu Asui asked our main character, "Hey Midoriya, I have a question, who is the person you and All Might train with?" This caught everyone's attention as they all turned to Izuku to see what he would say. Not knowing what to say because Goku's origins sound too unreal, so he tells them, "Well, we've been training with a guy called Son Goku. You guys may have seen him hanging around with All Might. He even wears the same gi that I am wearing now." Kirishima chimes in and says, "That's so cool. There's someone that even All Might trains under? He must be very strong if he also trains All Might." "He sure is, Kirishima, he sure is strong. Sometimes I wonder if I will ever surpass him because his power literally transcends the gods." Mina joins in the conversation and says, "Transcends the gods? I think you are exaggerating." Izuku tells Mina, "I'm not. I'm literally strong enough to blow up a planet, but this dude is universal. He literally has 2 god forms and 1 other form that is beyond the gods. There's no way this guy could be that strong, Deku. I may acknowledge your power, but you can't expect the rest of us to believe all of that." Bakugo shouts at Izuku, not understanding the actual truth. "You will see for yourself soon, Kaken, and trust me, you'll be amazed yourself." The bus stops at the USJ and that's when Aizawa tells everyone to shut up and they make it to the entrance to see All Might and the pro hero 13. As the students walk into the USJ, 13 talks about the trials and how dangerous quirks can be, but that's when All Might and Izuku sensed multiple energies appear all at once and a very large and menacing energy. Shigaraki and Kurogiri know of All Might and Izuku's power, so the first thing Shigaraki does is to order Kurogiri to warp all the students around the USJ besides the heroes and Izuku. "All Might and Izuku, Midoriya, we are here to kill you. Nomu. Kill them both." Izuku tries to use instant transmission to locate and teleport everyone out of there, but the Nomu rushes in, punching Izuku to the other side of the building. Ouch, what is up with this guy? How can he be this strong? When All Might saw this, he got pissed and rushed towards the Nomu, giving him a powerful punch, but the Nomu was able to absorb the punch with ease. Izuku rushed back in with 100% full cowling, but the Nomu had the edge. "You think you can defeat my Nomu so easily? What a joke. This thing was designed to kill you. And you know the best part? It even knows how to use ki." Shigaraki starts to laugh maniacally while the Nomu is beating on Izuku. All Might rushes in, moving Izuku out of the way. Izuku is hurt, but he is able to get up and move. "Young Midoriya. I will handle this creature. Get all the students out of here. I can't just leave you. You heard that maniac, that thing was made to kill me at my full power. You're not strong enough to handle him." Aizawa yells at Izuku saying, "Listen to him. You are the only one who could get everyone out of here with your teleportation ability. Go and save the rest of your classmates now." Izuku doesn't want to leave the heroes to deal with that monster, but they're right. He is the only one who can effectively save the students, so he uses 100% full cowling and Kaioken times 3 and speed blitzes, grabbing every student, and placing them at the entrance. "Alright everyone. Make sure you grab onto me." A few people such as Bakugo and Todoroki were trying to refuse so they could defeat some villains, but Izuku shuts them down and forces them to go with him. They all teleport to Nezu's office and Izuku warns the principal to send help to the USJ. Shigaraki was mad, he wanted to make a few students suffer, but he let go of it because All Might's already there. Izuku was about to teleport back, but Ida tried to stop him. "No, Midoriya. I know what you're planning to do. You can't go back there. I have to, Ida. All Might won't be able to defeat that thing on his own. You don't know that, Midoriya. All Might is the #1 hero. He can do it. Trust me, Ida, he can't do it, at least not alone. All Might is trying to fight the Nomu, but all it does is absorbs its attacks. It even knows how to shoot energy blasts and it's damaging All Might badly. He tries using his max Kaioken, but it isn't doing much." Aizawa and 13 are dealing with the rest of the fodder. The Nomu shoots a compressed ki blast through the hero as he drops to a knee and spits blood, but that's when everyone heard full cowling, Destructo Disc times 5. The attack came from Izuku as he teleported back to help All Might. The Destructo Disc was actually able to sever the Nomu's arm, but it was able to regenerate its arm. That's when we hear Shigaraki laughing like a madman. Nomu has many quirks. One of them you might have noticed already was shock absorption, and the one you just saw was regeneration. But you know what the best part is? He can even use ki. You won't be defeating him so easily. He was literally created to handle you and All Might. He was created? So this thing is not a living person? Thanks for letting me know. That's all I need. All Might. I need you to distract the Nomu for at least 5 minutes. I think you know what I'm going to do. Izuku tells the hero, hoping his plan will work. Alright, young Midoriya, I'll handle him until you make the spirit bomb. Aizawa and 13. I need you to prevent anyone from coming after me. It will be easier for me to do this if I stay focused. Izuku tells the other heroes. Aizawa was hesitant on what Izuku might be planning, but he has no other choice to trust the boy, so he makes sure to stop any villains as 13 follows suit. Izuku raises his hands in the air. Shigaraki shouts, "What the hell are you doing?" "You know what? I think I'll just kill you myself. Kurogiri, use Warp Gate and send me to the brat." A portal appears right next to Izuku. Shigaraki was about to disintegrate him with his quirk, but Aizawa erases Shigaraki's quirk, as Izuku's kick stomps him. The Nomu may be as strong as Izuku, but Shigaraki sure isn't. The Nomu is beating on All Might hard, and I mean like very hard. Not in the way you guys are thinking. It's like when Piccolo was distracting Frieza while Goku was charging up a spirit bomb. That's when Shigaraki ordered the Nomu to attack Izuku. All Might, beaten down, wanted to stop the Nomu, but he wasn't fast or strong enough. The Nomu rushed towards Izuku, shoving his face down the ground, making him eat dirt. Izuku screams, trying to power up to his max in order to get this creature off of him to only do some small damage that would be healed anyways. The Nomu is just too powerful. All Might, with the energy he had left, tried to rush in to save Izuku, but Kurogiri used his Warp Gate quirk to send him back, but that's when 13 was able to sneak behind the Nomu and use her quirk Black Hole, but Kurogiri used his quirk Warp Gate against her, causing her to end up getting severely damaged. Shigaraki laughs maniacally. "None of you can defeat my Nomu. Now it's time to die, All Might." Shigaraki orders Kurogiri to warp him to All Might, and the villain disintegrates the hero's right arm. All Might was bleeding and was about to die. Oh boy, he shouldn't have done that, especially where Izuku can see. After that there was just silence, but that's when everyone hears a massive roar. Izuku screams, the rage is pushing him beyond his normal limits, even Aizawa was scared. Powering up to 1,000,000%, Izuku also shouts the Kaioken, and completely vaporizes the Nomu with an energy blast. Then he looked at Shigaraki, speed blitzed towards his direction, and created a Keyblade and sliced off his hand. Goku gave Izuku the last of his Senzu beans in case of emergencies. Izuku gave one to All Might, and passed out, body completely damaged. He just couldn't handle the strain of pushing beyond his limits. When All Might gets healed, he gives the last 3 Senzu beans they had to Izuku, Aizawa, and 13. Luckily everyone survived due to that spool from Izuku, but there are no more Senzu beans left. No. 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 My hand. My Nomu. So much pain. There was no way you should have defeated my Nomu. Master made it specially to kill you all. I call hacks. Kurogiri gets us out of here. Shit. 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 This won't be the last time. Izuku got back up after eating the Senzu bean. Aizawa was confused on what that bean was, but 13 was unconscious, so All Might had to crush the bean and help her swallow it. Goku felt the immense power, so he used instant transmission to see what was going on, just to see all the damage, but everyone was fine. Hey guys. What happened? I felt Izuku's ki rocket up, so I came as soon as I could. All Might told the Scion, Goku, I wished you were here earlier. We were attacked by villains and there was this creature that was stronger than me and young Midoriya. I'm sorry, if I knew, I would have come sooner, but I was training so I didn't think much of it. Goku apologizes to the hero for not showing up sooner. Yeah, Goku. Wish you could have come here sooner. I had to push beyond my limits and we all had to eat the last of the Senzu beans, so there aren't any more. I'm sorry guys. Next time I will make sure to come sooner if anything happens again. Goku goes and gives All Might and Izuku a hug. After getting brutally dominated, All Might asked Goku a question. Hey Goku, whenever I get a chance, can we train in the time chamber again? After that fight, I see that there will always be someone else getting stronger. There will always be someone more powerful, so I need to keep on getting stronger. I agree with All Might. I had to push beyond my limits and almost destroy my body just to try to defeat that creature. Even though I won, I never felt so helpless since we first met, and I don't ever want to feel that way again. Aizawa joined the conversation as well. Hey, can you train me too? I think we all need to get stronger here if we have to deal with threats like this again. And I don't want to have to rely on our students again to save the day. Sure thing guys, but I will push you beyond your limits. I will train you harder than before. And Aizawa, you haven't trained with us before, but I will help you catch up and I will push you beyond your limits. I'm prepared for that. I wouldn't be a hero if I don't do what it takes to protect my students and the rest of the world. When Aizawa said that, Goku smiled and gave him a pat on the back. The heroes and police came to arrest all the fodder that were defeated. Detective Tsukuchi questions the students and then goes on to talk to All Might with Izuku and Goku around. They tell him what happened during the USJ attack, and the detective scolds Izuku for getting involved but understands that without him, there would be no survivors. When nighttime hits, Izuku was about to leave the school to be surprised that Momo, Uraka, and Ida were waiting for him. Hey Deku, you're here. Are you doing okay? Tell us what happened. Momo rushed towards Izuku, crying her eyes out as she rubbed her face against his chest. You made me worried. Why would you do something like that? But I'm glad you're okay. The girl looked up at the boy and gave him a smile while still crying. Izuku decides he will walk home with his friends today, and that's the end of season 1 of What If Goku Trained Deku. If any of you have enjoyed this series so far, then make sure you kill the like and subscribe button with bell notifications on. Your support will tell me if I should even continue the series, then go beyond plus ultra and destroy the like and subscribe button.
It would be a great honor to have the same teacher my grandpa had.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to part 8 of the series, What If Goku Trained Deku? We have made it to season 2 of the story, so I hope you all enjoy. If any of you do enjoy the series, then make sure to like, subscribe, and press on the bell notification bell for more of the series to be posted in the future. So make sure you do all of that. I hope you all enjoy the video. And have a good day. It was the day after the USJ attack. Principal Nezu had to close down the school for a short time so the police could do their investigation freely. All Might and Detective Tsukachi talked, and they know that it has something to do with All for One. Izuku teleports to Bakugo's house using instant transmission. What the fuck, Deku? Don't fucking pop up on me like that or else I'll blow you up. Yo bro, I'm flattered but I don't swing that way, Izuku said sarcastically, annoying the blonde barking chihuahua. Shut the fuck up, Deku. Well, what the hell are you doing here anyways? Bakugo asked, forgetting about what he asked for. It seemed like Bakugo forgot, so Izuku reminded him. Did you forget? I told you the next time we have a day off, we will train. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How in the hell did I forget about that? Anyways, Kachin, we will be training in the time chamber. We will be training for a year in a day. Out of all the stupid, crazy shit you said, that has to be the most dumbest fucking thing I have ever heard in my goddamn life. Do you really expect me to believe that we will be training for a year in a day? And what the fuck is a time chamber? You better not do some freaky shit to me, Deku. First of all, you've been saying the sus stuff, not me, and second of all, you'll see, so let's get going. All Might and Aizawa-sensei are going to be joining in as well. Don't tell me what to do, Deku. I'll go when I want. Alright then, are you ready to go now? Fine, fuck it. Bakugo grabs onto Izuku and they teleport to the lookout to see Goku, All Might, and Aizawa. So is that the guy you've been talking about, Deku? He doesn't look so strong. That's when Goku teleported right behind Bakugo, scaring the boy. I think I'm pretty strong, but I could always get stronger. So why do you want to get stronger? Well, 1, I want to beat Deku's ass, and 2, I want to be strong so I can save people, just like All Might. Hearing this made Goku and the heroes smile. You aren't doing anything to my ass, Kachin. My cheeks are staying closed. Shut up with your stupid jokes. I don't swing that way. Yeah, sure, whatever you say. God fucking damn it, Deku. I'm going to kill you. Get over here. Bakugo chases Izuku around, trying to catch the boy. Izuku runs away from Bakugo while teasing him. You can't catch me, Izuku says as he sticks his tongue out at the boy, teasing him. Bakugo gets angry and uses his explosions to boost his speed. That's it, Deku. You're going to die. A realization just hit the Eraser hero. They are on a floating building in the sky and they are going to train for a whole year in a day. I can't believe there's a floating building just chilling somewhere in the sky. Crazy stuff has been happening, but nothing as crazy as being on a floating building with a thing called a time chamber to train in for a whole entire year in a day. Will we age there? Goku tells Aizawa, Kami told me that we won't age, but we need to bring our own food, but All Might already brought the food. Bakugo isn't buying any of this for a second. So he says, nah bro, y'all can't really expect me to believe in all that bullshit. Bro, you're literally seeing the proof for yourself. If you don't believe it, then look at the edge of the building yourself and see. Hell, go inside the time chamber and see for yourself. Bakugo looks at the edge of the lookout to see that it is actually a floating building in the sky, which surprised the explosive blonde. What the fuck? How is this shit possible? Don't ask me, bro. Everything will be weird if you're hanging out with us. Goku grabs everyone's attention. Alright guys, let's go train for a year. And Bakugo, I will help you catch up and I will push you beyond your limits. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to get stronger, surpass Deku, and become the #1 hero. Goku smiles at the explosive blonde's determination. Before Izuku heads into the time chamber, he texts Momo and tells her that he won't be able to answer the phone for the next 24 hours due to his training. They all head into the time chamber. Aizawa and Bakugo were shocked. Their day has been nothing but surprises, but seeing this is just too surreal for anybody. The two feel the heavy gravity and are having a very hard time moving around while Goku, All Might, and Izuku are walking around with ease. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. It's like an infinite void. Aizawa has so many questions, but whatever answer he gets, he knows that it still won't make any sense for him. Goku would show the power Bakugo and Aizawa will be working towards. He transforms into a Super Saiyan 2, 3, God, Blue, and Ultra Instinct. Seeing the power shocks and impresses the two. The hero and the student are left in awestruck, but it doesn't deter them. Everyone is training hard. Bakugo, Izuku, Aizawa, Goku, and All Might fight each other every day. There are times when Goku, All Might, and Izuku want to goof off so they can have some rest from time to time and just have a little bit of fun, but Aizawa and Bakugo stay serious and keep on the grind. After being demolished by the Nomu, All Might would take the time to learn energy-based attacks and movesets so if he ever needs to, he will be prepared. Bakugo and Aizawa would also learn Kai control. Izuku would try to explain how Kai works. Aizawa is getting it, but Bakugo is having a hard time because of his rambunctious personality, but that isn't going to deter him. The only thing that does deter him though is meditation, but Izuku would make Bakugo go through it because it is an important part of learning Kai. Izuku would explain to Bakugo, being strong physically is great. Don't get me wrong, but you also need to strengthen your mind too. Learning Kai takes precise control when you're starting from scratch. It's the life force within everyone, and meditation will help you control that awesome power you have within yourself. Aizawa understands the lesson. The student becomes the teacher and the teacher becomes the student. While Bakugo learns Kai control, he would want to create his own techniques so he doesn't become a carbon copy of Goku. He would learn some of the techniques from Goku's arsenal, but he wouldn't use them too much so he could be his own hero. Aizawa is a different case. He would want to learn everything because all the techniques in Goku's arsenal would be useful for him as an underground hero. He especially likes the idea of instant transmission so he could teleport to his enemies and subdue them without them even realizing what's going on. The Eraser hero even takes an interest in the power multiplying technique, the Kaioken. Goku would teach Aizawa and Bakugo his martial arts prowess. Aizawa was already pretty skilled, but learning a new fighting style would prove beneficial. Eventually, the year came to an end. With no more food, they had to leave the time chamber. Everyone there became stronger than ever before. All Might would be at a power level around 2 million and can use the Kaioken up to around 30 times. Izuku would be around 1.6 million and could use the Kaioken up to 7 times with one for all without obliterating his body. Aizawa and Bakugo would be around 700k. Aizawa could use the Kaioken up to 9 times. He could only go up to times 9 due to his naturally small frame and size. The reason for these power levels are due to the fact that Izuku and All Might were already pretty strong before heading into the chamber. Aizawa and Bakugo were pushed beyond their limits and had to train way harder than All Might and Izuku first did. When they came out, everyone became stronger than ever before. All the hard work they did paid off. All Might asks everyone, "Hey guys, do you guys want to go out to eat?" That was one hell of a year. When Goku hears that question, he runs up to All Might and says, "Yes please, tell me where. I'm down for that." Izuku said. Aizawa responds and says, "Sorry guys, but I do have things to do and I need to go. I still have a job to do after all." Bakugo straight up refuses and flies away. Aizawa tells Goku, Izuku, and All Might, "Well, I'll see you guys later. I'll join you guys for training more often. And Midoriya, make sure you're ready for the sports festival. I'll be announcing it to the rest of the class tomorrow." "Alright Aizawa-sensei, I'll see you tomorrow." Aizawa flies away so he can get back to his duties. "Well guys, what would you like to eat?" "It's on me. Can we eat ramen?" Goku asks eagerly. "Yeah, sure thing. Ramen would be great." They all go out and eat some ramen, having a good time. Goku keeps going from bowl to bowl, and when All Might sees the bill, his face shows extreme shock, but he still pays for it because the hero is extremely rich. The next day, Inko heard a knock on the door to see that it's Momo. Mama Midoriya gets excited to see the girl and invites her in. "Hello sweetie, come on in. How are you doing?" "Hi there, I came over to head to school with Izuku." "So you wanted some personal time with my son, huh?" the mother asked eagerly. Momo gets flustered and red. "Well, to be honest, yes. Well, sweetie, I was going to give this to Izuku, but here, you hold on to this." Inko gives Momo a pack of condoms. When the young girl realized what it was, she started freaking out and getting all giddy. "You kids are growing up so fast. But it's better to be safe than sorry. I don't want any grandkids anytime soon." Momo temporarily passes out from embarrassment. Inko tells the girl, "You should tell him about your feelings soon because my son is clueless when it comes to these things. He may be more confident, but he is still clueless." Izuku walks into the living room, ready to leave for school, to see that Momo is in his house and talking to his mom. "Oh hey Momo, it's great to see you. What are you doing here? I usually teleport to you." While still flustered and nervous, the girl tells the boy, "Well, I wanted to go with you to school, and I thought it would be fair if I came to you this time." "That's sweet. Let's go. I'll let you sit on my back and I'll fly us to school." Momo gets excited and is eager to hop on. When the two leave, Mama Midoriya starts tearing up. "My baby boy is becoming a man day by day. I'm so proud to have a son like him. Everyone heads into class. The students were talking about the USJ incident and were wondering what happened when Izuku teleported away after saving them. When Bakugo walks in, everyone notices how buff he has gotten in such a short time frame. They try to ask him how he got so ripped, but the blonde just tells everyone to shut the fuck up. Aizawa walks into the class afterwards. Everyone sees how buff he's gotten too, but he quickly shuts them down so he can make his announcement. Alright class, I'm here to announce that you all will be participating in the UA Sports Festival. Some students in the class were happy to hear this while there were others that had concerns. That's when Kyoka Gyro asks the Eraser Hero, "Don't you think it is too soon to have the sports festival after being attacked by villains?" Well, the administration believes that continuing the sports festival is the best way to show that the threat has been dealt with. Also, security will be beefed up compared to prior years. This event provides a huge opportunity for UA and its students, so we can't just cancel it. Aizawa dismisses the class. By lunchtime, Izuku, Uraraka, Ida, and Momo were hanging out. That's when All Might appears out of nowhere and shouts, "Young Midoriya, would you like to join me for lunch? I brought some extra food for you." Izuku looks at his friends and they give him the nod of approval. Izuku heads towards the room where All Might is at to see Goku eating there also. "Oh hey Izuku, nice to see you again. You have to try these onigiris. They are very delicious. Don't eat all of them like you did our sandwiches. But they are so yummy though," Goku says with a frown on his face. All Might sighs and pulls out some extra food. Knowing something like this would happen, Izuku laughs at Goku's antics, finding it enjoyable. What is up everyone? Welcome to part 9 of What If Goku Trained Deku. This series has been coming so far. If any of you have been enjoying the videos, then please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more videos in the future. I hope you all enjoy and have a great time. Class 1A was trying to leave the classroom, but they were blocked by other students. Uraraka asks the crowd, "Why are you all here?" Ada chimes in and asks, "Do you all have some sort of business with us?" That's when Bakugo starts walking towards the exit and says, "They are scouting out the competition, you idiots. We survived a villain attack and they want to see us with their own eyes. Now you all see what future heroes look like. Now get out of my way, you extras. I have training to do." After that announcement, Hitoshi Shinso appears. "This is Class 1A, huh? I heard that one of you was pretty impressive, but you just sound like an ass. Didn't only one of you actually do anything during the USJ? What happened to the rest of you? Oh yeah, you future heroes had to be saved by that green-haired kid." "Yeah, we heard the rumors." Bakugo gets pissed, but he collects himself. "Yeah, you're right. We had to rely on that stupid Deku to save us, but that isn't the case anymore." "Alright, sure thing. Whatever you say. Just so you know, I'm making a declaration of war. I will be coming for your seat in Class 1A. After Shinso's declaration, Bakugo just decides to walk away, not giving him or any of the other students any more of his attention. That's when Tetsu comes on by and starts ranting. When Bakugo was about to walk out the door, Kirishima said, "Yo Bakugo, where are you going? They are just disrespecting you at this point. You have to say something." "No I don't. These rejects aren't even a threat to me. I can sense their power and it's pretty pathetic. Maybe if they train then I'll consider them as an obstacle, but from what I can see, they won't even be able to touch me at all." Bakugo speed blitzes away, surprising everyone. Izuku had a feeling that his childhood friend would say something like that. He is pumped up and is excited to see what will happen. It is the day of the sports festival. Class 1A is hanging out at the waiting room. Izuku is just having a chat with Momo, but that's until Todoroki walks up to the green-haired boy. "Yo, what's up Todoroki? Why are you giving me that look? Do I have something on my face or am I just that attractive?" What? Oh, I wanted to say that I am going to beat you in the sports festival, even if you have All Might in your corner. I won't pry into your business, but so you know, I'm going to beat you." Todoroki was about to walk off, but he stopped himself when Izuku started talking. "You already know about my relationship with All Might. We train together. That isn't all Midoriya. I notice how close you are with him. He even invited you to have lunch with him." Momo chimes into the conversation and says, "Yeah, I'm not sure why you're telling everyone that you guys are just training partners. We even celebrated your passing of the entrance exams, even though you guys celebrated that very same day. All Might even took us out to eat at a restaurant of your choosing. Heck, you, Goku, and All Might are practically like family." Hearing this has the rest of the class in shock, even surprising Bakugo. He trained with them for a whole year and knows they are close, but he didn't consider their relationship to be similar to a family of sorts. "Yeah, that is true," Izuku said nervously. Hearing that statement from Momo adds to his drive to beat Izuku and was about to walk away but was stopped when Izuku told him this. Hey Todoroki, before you go, just so you know, you won't win, especially if you only use half your strength. So if you want me to consider taking you seriously, then you should go all out. If you don't, then I won't bother with you. Oh yeah, what do you know? Todoroki asked with a dark glance and an annoyed tone. I know a lot of things, Todoroki. Even the fact that you will not win against me, especially if you only use half your power, so if you want a chance of winning, don't hold back. This pisses off the bi-colored boy. Kirishima tries to cool off the drama and puts his hand on Todoroki's shoulder, but the edgelord smacks it off and storms off. The whole room went quiet besides Bakugo, who looked visibly annoyed because no one is challenging him or views him as a threat. Present Mike and Aizawa begin to announce the UA Sports Festival. Heyo, what's up sports fans? Pull out those cameras and get ready. This year we will bring you the hottest performances guaranteed. Just one question. Are you all ready? Let's hear you scream as our students make it to the stage. The crowd roars in excitement as our main character and the rest of the class make their way out to the stadium while getting hyped up by Present Mike. The hero, Midnight, makes her way to the center stage while providing fanservice to announce Izuku to come up and do the speech. Izuku gets nervous as he isn't much of a public speaker, but he pulls out his best poker face and gives the best speech he can dish out. Hello everyone, my name is Izuku Midoriya. I hope you all enjoy seeing the power that will be displayed into all the students out there. You better give your best and show the world how amazing you are. It was not a good speech, but it got the crowd roaring nonetheless. After the speech, Midnight announces the first phase of the sports festival, the obstacle race. All the classes will participate in this contest. As long as none of you leave the course, you can do whatever your heart pleases. All the students get ready at the starting line. Right when Midnight announces everyone to start, Izuku and Bakugo immediately speed blitz through the tunnel. Once they came out, they immediately started flying towards the finish line. Bakugo tried using his howitzer impact in combination with flying in order to catch up, but Izuku was able to make it to first place within practically seconds, with Bakugo coming in second not too long after. The crowd was silent as they didn't even know what happened. That's when Present Mike, while in disbelief, announces that Izuku came in first place and Bakugo came in second. Holy crap, did those two kids fly? They finished the race super fast. The match has barely even started. Present Mike shouts through the mic. He was dumbfounded and so were the audience. After the first few seconds of silence from how amazed they were, everyone started to cheer for the two. All the students were in shell shock besides most of the students in Class 1A, but the class was stunned to hear that Bakugo came in second in such a fast time. Well folks, we have our first place winner, Izuku Midoriya, and our second place winner, Katsuki Bakugo. How did they even finish the race so fast? What the hell are you feeding these kids, Aizawa? Hell, what have you been juicing on? The last time I saw you, you were pretty skinny. You still have a slim figure but you're hella shredded. Take off your shirt and show everyone. You can grind cheese on those abs. First of all, no, that's just weird. I won't take off my shirt to show off my physique. I know that those two have trained very hard to achieve the power they have right now. And to answer your other question, I trained very hard myself. Now Mike, put your focus on the other students out there instead of asking these pointless questions. After the initial surprise, all the students get back to the race. Todoroki was pissed that the race had barely started and two of his classmates already finished it in less than a few seconds. That's when the bi-colored teen began to freeze the tunnel of the entrance while making a break for it. Since Todoroki was distracted for the first half a minute of the match, some of the students were able to make a break for it. While running, a couple robots try to jump our favorite edgelord, but he sees this as an opportunity to use them against the other contestants by freezing them at the right time. While the other students are still doing their race, Izuku is just hanging out at the stands with Goku and All Might and eating some takoyaki. Bakugo went to wait and go do his own thing. The three are watching the rest of the students and the boy is cheering on his classmates. The people in the crowd are just watching the boy just nonchalantly hanging out with the number one hero. In the stands, Izuku sees Momo taking off her shirt so she can make a cannon to destroy a robot. He keeps his full attention on the girl, but gets disappointed when the camera pans away from her view. All Might noticed and gave a laugh, embarrassing the boy. Some time after, Todoroki came in at third place with the rest of the contestants coming in after. After all the students make it to the center stage, Izuku and Bakugo come out so they can get started with the second. Izuku sees Minda hanging on to Momo so he uses a held-back Delaware smash to get him off of her. After the race, Midnight shows off the leaderboard with Izuku in first place. The top 42 will advance to the next round. Now the real fun is about to begin. The opportunity to show yourself off. Let's see what's in store for all of you next. Will your fantasies come to life? Or could it be that the weight of it all is torturous? So prepare yourself. For this, the hero announces the cavalry battle. The participants will form a team of 2 to 4. It is the same as a playground game, but the difference is that each player has been assigned a point value based on the obstacle course. The most points assigned to the first place contestant is 10 million points. When Midnight said that last statement, Izuku noticed everyone giving him hungry eyes. This makes the green-haired boy a little bit nervous, but it isn't anything he can't handle, and he knows that. Everyone has the idea that if they go after Izuku's team, then they will have that part of the competition in the bag. That is right, everyone. It is survival of the fittest and a chance for anyone at the bottom to overthrow the top. That's when the screen pans at Izuku while everyone stares him down. Here are the rules. The game will last 15 minutes. Individual point values will be added together to reach your team total. Steal as many headbands to raise your team's score, and any headbands must be worn from the neck up. And another thing, even if your headband gets stolen or your team falls, you can keep playing until the time is up. But if you make a team fall on purpose, I will slap you with a red card and your team will be disqualified. After Midnight makes her announcement, she gives the students 15 minutes to make their teams. Since Izuku has the most points, almost all the other contestants don't want to team up with him, so the first person our protagonist asks to join his team is Momo. Hey Momo, would you like to make a team? Momo smiled and was glad that she was the first person he asked, but she declined. Well, to be honest, I do, but I feel like if I join your team, it will be an easy win, so I'm not sure. Ever since that villain attack, I felt so useless, especially when you got us out of there and dealt with that situation on your own. I want to show you and the rest of the world that I can be a great hero who can handle her own. Really, that's a bummer, but I understand. Show the world what you got and make sure you make it to the next round. Izuku tells the girl as he pats her head. Momo blushes from this affection. That's when Uraraka appears right behind Izuku. Hey Deku, are you still looking for any teammates? If so, I would like to join. When Uraraka came in and asked Izuku that, with her cute and innocent smile, Momo's attitude and outlook made a complete 360-degree turn. Never mind, I'll be joining your team. Alright, that will be neat, but what about your statement from earlier? What statement? Momo asks, hoping he wouldn't bring it up. You know, what you said earlier about feeling useless and wanting to be a great hero who can handle her own. Did I say all that? You must have imagined it. So can I join your team? Izuku was confused about this development but happily accepted her in the team. That's when our protagonist looks at Uraraka and asks her, Hey Achako, would you still like to join my team as well? Yeah Deku, I wouldn't have asked if I didn't want to. That reminds me, why do you want to join my team anyways? Wouldn't it be beneficial for you to join another team since I will be a target? Well yeah, but you are the strongest here and it's better to join up with people you like. Uraraka says with a smile and fists pumped up. This makes Izuku's heart tense up since her expressions and words would make anyone's heart falter. This adds to Momo's jealousy of the girl, but still keeps her cool for the sake of keeping the peace. But that's when Momo thinks about what Izuku's mother told her, and then she remembers the condoms and gets embarrassed. Izuku and Uraraka look at the girl with confusion as her face is red and is covering up her face with her hands. Some people try to pony up Bakugo to try to join his team, but the explosive blonde doesn't remember any of his classmates' names and quirks. That's when Kirishima makes his entrance and tries to convince the Chihuahua to allow him to join his team. Yo Bakugo, you should let me join your team. Hey dumb hair, my name is Kirishima, and my hair is not too different from yours. I know you want to be the rider, so you're going to need a strong front horse that won't get hurt from your blasts, and that will be me, Kirishima says, trying to convince Bakugo. First of all, my explosions will kill you if I'm not careful enough, even with your quirk, and I can fly, so why do I need you? Wait, you can fly now. Since when? How? That reminds me. How did you get so strong so fast? You see that goofy-looking guy in orange hanging out with All Might over there? I trained with him. So again, why do I need you? This gets Kirishima thinking. He was surprised about this development, but he doesn't get deterred. Is that the guy Midoriya mentioned before? Goku, right. Yeah, now stop wasting my time and answer my question. I can be your shield. Any direct attacks, I will be able to shield you from any attack that will come your way. So you'll have a rock-hard defense, and if you decide to let loose with your quirk, I will be able to handle the impact. Like I said earlier, you won't survive the impact of my explosions unless I am very careful. I don't think I need any of you rejects in my team. If I could do the match myself, I would. Come on man, let's go charging into battle together and grab the 10 million points. 10 million points bro, let's get it. This causes Bakugo's ears to light up, so he accepts him into his team. Izuku tries to look for a third person to join his team, but no one wants to join. Even Ida refuses, giving a similar speech to the one he did in canon. So Izuku decides that he will just have Momo and Uraraka in his team, but that's when Mei Hatsune makes her entrance. Person in first place, team up with me. Holy crap, Jesus Christ. Who are you? My name is Meihatsum and I'm a student in the support course. We haven't met, but I would like to use your current fame to my advantage. If I team up with you, I will be in the spotlight and part of the team everyone will focus on. That means all my cute babies will be seen by the big companies who are tuning into the sports festival. It would be a good way to show my babies. While still rambling on, Momo and Uraraka try to get a word in, but they are getting completely ignored. While Hatsum and Izuku are nerding out, Momo can't help but feel jealous and clingy. Uraraka gives the two a blank, deadpan expression and thinks to herself, they sure do get along well. Takoyami ended up joining Todoroki's team. All the teams are ready and Midnight tells them all to begin. Once the match began, a couple of teams started rushing towards Izuku. Momo creates smoke bombs and throws them to the ground to give them a distraction. That's when Uraraka makes all of her teammates float and uses the jetpack she has from Hatsum to make everyone float, while Izuku flies. Bakugo sees this, so he gets off his teammates and starts flying, surprising all of his classmates. Some of the other students ask if that's allowed, but Midnight gives the eye okay. Without having any other choice, Izuku gets off of his teammates and flies towards Bakugo's direction. Bakugo tries to grab Izuku's headband, but the green-haired lad is too fast for the barking Pomeranian, so he comes up with a plan. Bakugo uses a AP shot, infused with Kai, and blasts it towards Izuku's teammate. With no other choice, Izuku uses instant transmission to teleport to his team and smacks his attack away, singeing the hair on his arms. While Izuku was distracted, Bakugo got the jump on him and stole the first place headband. Everyone was surprised, but the crowd started cheering in excitement. Bakugo started gloating, so he got distracted. While gloating, Minama was able to get behind Bakugo and stole all the headbands he had. Your class is pretty small-minded. You all should think bigger. What the hell did you say, you bastard? Come back here. You're a pretty famous guy, aren't ya? You were attacked by that sludge villain. You'll have to tell me about it sometime. It must be pretty strange that you always find yourself in the role of the victim. Didn't one of your classmates have to save you and the rest of your class also? Sure seems like Class 1A are mostly just victims than heroes. Minama's words pissed off Bakugo, giving the boy an angry expression, so he told Kirishima, change of plans. I am going to kill that fucker. Relax, Bakugo. We can get our points back, but you need to take a breather. No, I'm going to get my goddamn headband back, even if I have to rip it from his corpse. While Minama was busy trying to antagonize Bakugo, Izuku uses instant transmission while flying and steals his headband back and returns to his team. Present Mike and the crowd were astonished. First place kept on getting swapped around, but Izuku and his team were able to go back to the top. Minama and his team were caught off guard, but Bakugo used that to his advantage. Bakugo flies towards Minama and steals all of his headbands, including the one he lost. After that, Bakugo punches Minama straight in the face. He held back extremely so he doesn't actually murder the boy, giving him a bloody nose and a huge mark that will last for a while. Minama copies Bakugo's quirk and uses it against him, but it literally does nothing because of how strong the explosive blonde has become. Without having any other choice, Minama and his team had to bail and look for other headbands to steal. Todoroki tried to get the jump on Izuku with the help of Dark Shadow, but that was a major fail since Izuku could just fly away from his team and the others. Takoyami uses Dark Shadow to try to reach towards Izuku's headband, but our protagonist uses the solar flare to get rid of him. Izuku doesn't plan on stealing others' headbands, but there are still a bunch of other teams trying to steal his. When Todoroki's plan failed, Izuku tells the bi-colored boy, like I said, Todoroki, you stand no chance, especially with half your strength. So stop being a coward and give me everything you got. That's when Todoroki uses his flames unintentionally, but when he hears Endeavor cheering, he realizes what he was doing and extinguishes his flames. This annoys Izuku, but he lets it go and focuses on not getting jumped by the other contestants. Momo, Uraraka, and Hatsum are providing support for Izuku. Uraraka would use her gravity quirk to keep her teammates afloat and use the jetpack for herself. Momo would create some support items for Hatsum so she can make sure her babies stay well and working. Without having any other choice, Todoroki and his team changed their focus on the other contestants so he wouldn't fall behind. Ada was thinking about using his secret technique, but he doesn't have the confidence that it would do anything since Izuku is pretty fast with fast reflexes. With only a few moments left, Bakugo tries to jump Izuku, but time is up. Present Mike shouts, "Time's up, everyone." Now let's take a look at who the top 14 are. In first place, we have Izuku Midoriya. His points were passed around, but he managed to stay on top. In second place, we have Team Bakugo. In third place, we have Team Todoroki. And in fourth place, we have Team Shinzo. After that eventful match, Present Mike announces, we have our top 4 teams that will make it to the next round. Now we will take a break and then get started on the next activities. Hey Eraserhead, wanna grab some food? No, I'm going to take a nap. Wait, before you go, how the hell did you get so shredded? Aizawa ignores Mike and uses instant transmission to teleport away. What the hell? Did Eraserhead teleport like that Midoriya kid? What the heck did I miss? Everything is confusing now. After that event, Izuku's friends decide to chat with each other, but Momo wonders where the green-haired boy is. That's when Uraraka asks, has anyone seen Deku? That's when the screen pans to Izuku and Todoroki. So what's up, Todoroki? Why did you drag me here anyways? Todoroki continues to stare into Izuku's soul. Then the screen switches to Goku, All Might, and Endeavor. Hey, what's up, Endeavor? Long time no see. Let's catch up. While Goku is still eating his food, he recognizes the number 2 hero. Hey, I remember you. You were the fire guy I first fought. With a menacing tone, Endeavor says, All Might. And it looks like you made a new friend. I remember you too, Son Goku. What's up, everyone? Welcome to part 10 of the series What If Goku Trained Deku. If you guys have been enjoying this series so far, then make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification if you like to see more of the series in the future. So make sure you guys do all that. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Todoroki stares down our protagonist. Alright, seriously, Todoroki, why did you bring me here in this odd tunnel where no one could see us? Wait, are you going to confess your feelings for me? I'm flattered, but I'm into women. Sorry to burst your bubble. What? No, shut up. Alright then, why am I here anyways? Izuku asks, not understanding what's going on. I was feeling pretty overwhelmed, and because of that, I broke the promise I made to myself a long time ago. Is it about using your fire side? Yeah, but that's not the only thing that's on my mind. There's something I need to know. Are you All Might's secret love child? That question surprised the boy. It was just so unexpected. Izuku had a deadpan expression on his face. What in the world would make you come up with a crazy thought like that? Yaoyorozu said you, All Might, and that Goku guy are practically like family, so it gives me a good reason to believe that All Might could be your dad. It's not like that you'll believe me, but All Might is not my father. My father is named Hisashi Midoriya. He works overseas, which is why he isn't around. So why and how are you so close with All Might? This question caught Izuku off guard, so he tries to come up with a good response for Todoroki. I can't really explain why we're so close, it kind of just happened. It's like how people become friends. People don't just become friends, it usually just happens. That's usually how a lot of relationships are formed. Well, I guess I can accept that. It does make sense after all. But now that I know the story, I have more reason to beat you. Alright, now my turn. Tell me why you don't use your fire side, Todoroki. You have such amazing power, but you don't even use it. So tell me, why? Todoroki had a feeling that Izuku would ask a question like that, so he was prepared to answer. Well, you know, my father is the number 2 hero. Wait, is this going to be a long story? If so, may I have permission to read your mind? I think it would be easier and faster that way. You can read minds. What can't you do, Midoriya? There are a lot of things I can't do, Todoroki. I am human after all. So, do I have your permission to read your mind? We don't have all day, you know. Alright then, sure thing. I give you permission to read my mind as long as you don't share any of the information you see with anyone. With Todoroki's blessing, Izuku uses the mind-reading techniques on Todoroki to learn more about the boy. When Izuku sees the memories, he starts crying. He hasn't cried in a long while since he met Goku, but seeing what Todoroki went through, it would make anyone sad. I'm sorry, Todoroki, I didn't know. So now you understand the reason I don't like to use my other half. After all the things my father put me and my family through, that's why I don't use my other half. As Izuku wipes away his tears, he says, but still, the power you have, it's yours, Todoroki. No one else's. Not your mom's power, not your dad's, it's not anyone's power. It's your power and it belongs to you. I hope you know or will realize that. Izuku's words struck a chord with the bi-colored teen, but he is still apprehensive about using his flame. The green-haired boy uses instant transmission and teleports to his friends so he can get some food with them before the next match. Bakugo was eavesdropping in the corner. The camera then pans to Goku, All Might, and Endeavor. Hey, what's up, Endeavor? Long time no see. Let's catch up. While Goku is still eating his food, he recognizes the number 2 hero. Hey, I remember you. You were the fire guy I first fought. With a menacing tone, Endeavor says, All Might. And it looks like you made a new friend. I remember you too, Son Goku. So what do you two fools want? All Might tells the number 2 hero. Well, I haven't had a chance to talk to you since that press conference. Huh, did you now? Well, if that's all you wanted to do, then we're done here. Goku stops Endeavor. Wait, before you go, would you like to fight again sometime? I can tell you have gotten a bit stronger since we last fought. No chance. I'm not going to bother with the likes of you and All Might. Don't act like we're friends here. What a joke, Endeavor says as he walks away with no care. That's when Goku speed blitzed right in front of the number 2 hero and asked him with his hands clamped together, "Please, I think you have a cool power and I see a lot of potential in you." Endeavor, with some curiosity, asks Goku, "That Midoriya kid, did you train him? He uses the same techniques as you." "Yes sir, and I can help you get stronger too," Goku tells the hero. Endeavor doesn't seem too fond of the idea since Goku is besties with All Might. "I won't train with you, since you're friends with All Might, and I hate that fool, and to be quite frank, I hate you too. You are too similar to All Might." It made Goku sad when Endeavor, but our favorite Saiyan, brings back his smile. And that's another thing. Your stupid smile. You smile as much as that fool over there. It disgusts me so much. That's when Goku's smile becomes even brighter, annoying the Flame Hero. As Endeavor was about to walk away, he says, "My son, Shoto, will surpass both of you, and he will be the number 1 in my steed. I'll make sure of that. That's why I made him." "You did what now?" "He's being rebellious right now, but he will grow out of it and he will take your place as the number 1. He will even become stronger than your friend there. I'll make sure of that." "Are you talking about that kid that was using the ice powers most of the time? He is pretty amazing and pretty strong. Can I help him get stronger sometime?" Goku asks the Flame Hero eagerly. When Endeavor heard Goku's offer to train his son, the gears in his head started turning. The number 2 hero thinks to himself, "I don't want nothing to do with this guy, but he can probably make Shoto stronger than ever. He could even learn those tricks that the Midoriya knows. Then he might be able to surpass that blasted All Might." With a cold tone, Endeavor tells the Saiyan right before walking off, "Do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. Now leave me alone." The final round of the sports festival is about to begin. That's when Present Mike makes his announcement. "Welcome back, sports fans. It's almost time for the last round. But before that, good news for anyone who didn't make it to the finals. There are some fun side games you can participate in. We even brought cheerleaders to get your blood pumping." Present Mike and Eraserhead paused and noticed something. "Hold up. Looks like Class 1A is going full on fan service." That's when Minta and Kaminari gave each other a thumbs up. Momo, seeing this, shouts, "What? You tricked us. Why do I always end up falling for that pervert's stupid schemes?" When Izuku walks by, she forgets about Minta's prank and decides to have a small chat with our protagonist. "Alright everyone, I hope everyone has fun with the recreational games." After that, the 16 contestants that have made it to the final rounds will fight it out, 1-on-1 tournament style. Midnight gets on the stage and tells the students, "Get closer so you all can draw lots to see who you're up against. Then you guys can enjoy playing the recreational games before we start." The 16 finalists can either participate or sit out to prepare for the battle. I will start with the first place team. As Midnight was about to get started with the lots, Mashiro Ajiro raises his hand and tells the hero that he is withdrawing. Ada and Izuku are wondering why he wouldn't want to participate. Well, it wouldn't be right. I don't even remember anything from the cavalry battle until the end of it. I think it has something to do with that guy's quirk. I know this is a great opportunity, but because of my pride, I will be withdrawing. That's when another dude from Class 1B withdrew also. That turns me on. You guys are withdrawn from the match. That's when everyone says, "Did she just say that turns her on?" Midnight would have to decide who would take their places. That's when Itsuka Kendo from Class 1B recommended Team Tetsu, so Midnight allowed Tetsu and Shizaki to move on to the next match. I will not be going into much detail with some of the matches until the interesting ones happen. The first match is Momo Yaoyorozu versus Mei Hatsune. Hatsune uses Momo as a guinea pig to test her inventions, similar to what she did to Ida in the canon. After that, she quits the match, confusing Momo. Momo wins the match, but she doesn't like how she was used as an advertising tool. The second match is Izuku Midoriya versus Fumikage Takoyami. Takoyami summons Dark Shadow, but Izuku uses a solar flare to bring him at bay. Each time Takoyami would summon Dark Shadow, Izuku would just keep using the solar flare, so Takoyami would use Dark Shadow to try to attack Izuku while hiding in his clothing. That's when Izuku uses a held-back Delaware Smash to blow Takoyami out of the ring. Dark Shadow would try to grasp out of the wing, but the Delaware Smash was too much for the creature to handle. Izuku wins the match. The third match is Shoto Todoroki versus Denki Kaminari. Todoroki would just freeze Kaminari and move on to the next match. The fourth match is Tenya Ida versus Mina Ashido. Mina would use her acid to slide around the ring, like a skiing ring, and attack Ida, but Ida would easily be able to outspeed the girl with his quirk. That's when would use her acid and spray a lot all over Ada's engines, effectively making it useless. She would try to uppercut the speedster, but Ada would grab her by the arm and pin her down into the ground. I apologize for pinning you down in such an unsightly manner, but I'm going to win this battle. If you're going to put a girl in such a position, You could at least buy her dinner first. Ada gets distracted by that statement for a second. That's when Mina would secrete acid from her skin, burning the boy's hand. With no other choice, Ada quickly got his hands off of her and used one of his legs to keep her pinned to the ground. Since Ada doesn't skip leg day, Mina could feel the force and pressure that Ada is causing and quits the match. Ada wins this match. The fifth match is Tetsu versus Hitoshi Shinso. Before the match starts, Shinso antagonizes Tetsu by insulting him. When Present Mike announces the match to begin, Shinso still continues to talk shit in order to control him. Tetsu got agitated and was about to say something, but he fell right into Shinso's trap. Present Mike and the audience were wondering what was going on. That's when Shinso tells Tetsu to walk off the ring, and he does so. The crowd started cheering for Shinso as his friends and classmates cheered for him as well. This makes the boy smile, giving him hope that he will become a hero. The 8 matches Yuga Aoyama versus Ochako Uraraka. Aoyama would use his belly button blasts on Uraraka, but the girl is able to get out of the way from the blasts. The girl thinks to herself that Aoyama's blasts are lame compared to the energy blasts that Izuku can create. Aoyama would keep on using his navel laser until he exhausts his energy and quits the match. The 7th match is Katsuki Bakugo versus Hanta Zero. Bakugo didn't feel like wasting his time, so he punched the air and sent Zero flying out of the ring. His class has been surprised by the power Bakugo has been displaying, and they want to know how they could get stronger as well. The final match is Ibara Shiozaki versus Ijiru Kirishima. Kirishima instantly gets hard as hell and rushes in for the attack. That's when Shiozaki uses her vines to push him back. But with the tenacity of Kirishima, he tries to break through the vines. Shiozaki then decides to use her vines to wrap around Kirishima, preventing him from escaping. Kirishima tries to break free, but Shiozaki keeps on reinforcing her grip with her vines, and that's when the girl throws Kirishima out of the ring, winning the match. What is good, everyone, and welcome to part 11 of What If Goku Trained Deku. I hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. If you guys liked it, then make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more videos in the future. I hope you all enjoy the video and have a good time. After the first matches are done and over with, our protagonist is seen talking to Momo, Uraraka, and Ida. Momo tells Izuku, "Hey, don't you dare go easy on me during our match. I will give you everything I got, so you better do the same. The thing is, Momo, if I don't go easy on you, I'll end up hurting you by accident. You should train with us sometime so you can get stronger too." Momo huffs and crosses her arms. Alright, I'll tell you this. I will make it a challenge for you." Momo still has her face huffed and arms crossed together. Alright, fine, I guess I'll accept that. Uraraka joins in the conversation and says, "I can't wait to see you two fight. It's going to be an exciting match." "Yes, I agree, but it's going to be hard to root for either one of you since you two are my friends after all," Ada says to both of them. Izuku looks at Momo and says with a huge smile on his face with a fist bump for the ready, "Do your best, Momo. Let's make this a match worth remembering." Momo is happy with the sentiment and gives our protagonist a fist bump. Izuku and Momo get ready for their quarter-final match. They are on the ring and both are ready. The match is announced and Momo rushes in to attack Izuku. Momo creates a weapon to use against the boy, but he dodges with ease. While Momo is trying to strike Izuku, the boy is coaching her at the same time, giving her tips on how to fight better. What is Midoriya doing? Is he giving her tips on how to fight? Present Mike shouts through the microphone. After some time, Izuku flies up and grabs Momo, gently carrying her out of the ring. Momo isn't too fond of the thought of losing, but she still had a great time during the match. The second match of the quarterfinals is Shoto Todoroki versus Tenya Ida. Todoroki would try to freeze Ida, but it wouldn't turn out the same as in his last match. Ida would use his engines to get out of the way. "I won't be defeated so easily, Todoroki. If you want to beat me, you will have to be faster." Ida rushes in towards Todoroki's direction. The bi-colored teen would use his ice to block Ida's direction, but he would move past the ice. Ida was close to Todoroki and tried to kick Todoroki unconscious. But Todoroki would use his ice to try to block the attack, so Ida went to his other side and attacked from there. Seeing this, Todoroki would unconsciously use his flames, forcing Ida to step back. This annoys Todoroki since he had to use his fire side. Ida tries to rush in so he can attack again, but Todoroki decides to freeze the ground of the ring, causing Ida to slip out of the ring. Todoroki wins the match. After that match was done and over with, Ida gets a call from his family, delivering the bad news to him. Izuku and friends were worried for the boy and asked what was wrong, but Ida tells them that something happened to his brother and has to get going. The third match of the quarterfinals is Hitoshi Shinso vs Ochako Uraraka. Before the match starts, Shinso tries to antagonize like he did to his last opponent. Uraraka has a feeling on what the boy's quirk can do, so she decides not to say anything. When the match starts, Shinso continues to keep talking shit. Uraraka is just standing there and decides to walk at a normal pace towards his direction. Shinso's getting worried, so he tried to get personal with his trash talking, even mentioning her friends. When Shinso starts talking shit about Izuku, that sets the girl off, so she slaps him in the face and shouts, "Don't you ever talk about Deku like that. He's a great guy, so don't put his name in your mouth." Hearing that stunned Izuku. He didn't know Uraraka cared about him that much to potentially lose the match. When the crowd and present Mike saw that, they all were in silence. No one expected the girl to do that. But when the girl spoke, already fell into Shinso's trap. "Alright, I'm sorry. Now walk out of the ring." Being stuck in Shinso's mind control, Uraraka walks out of the ring. Shinso wins the match. The crowd started cheering for Shinso louder than before. When Uraraka breaks free from the mind control, she feels sad and disappointed in herself for falling into Shinso's trap. "Hey you, Uraraka, right. I really am sorry for making you upset like that. I was just trying to win, but I have some advice for you. It seems you really care about that Midoriya guy. I hope you will get to him before it's too late." Shinso tells the girl. "What do you mean?" Uraraka asks. "You know exactly what I mean." Shinso replies back, causing Uraraka to get flustered and embarrassed. The final match of the quarterfinals is Ibara Shizaki vs Katsuki Bakugo. Shizaki tries to use her vines to grab onto Bakugo, but the explosive blonde doesn't feel like wasting his time, so he grabs the vines and throws Shizaki out of the ring. During their match, Izuku would talk to Uraraka, trying to comfort the girl. "Hey Uraraka, are you doing alright?" "Yeah, I am. I'm still kind of bummed that I fell for that guy's trap though. I still think you did pretty amazing out there. You were great, and I appreciate what you said out there." Uraraka remembers that moment and gets embarrassed. "Yeah, it's no problem. Don't worry about it. What are friends for?" Uraraka says with a stutter. "Hey, is something wrong? Your face is extremely red." Izuku puts his hands on the girl's forehead to see if she has a fever. It doesn't seem like a fever, so it must be something else. "You should see Recovery Girl." Uraraka waves her hands around and shouts, "It's nothing. It's nothing. I'm doing alright. You should get on going. Don't want to miss your next match for the semifinals." "Yeah, that's true. Hope to see you around after my match." "You will. I'll be watching, so good luck out there." Now it's time to move on to the semi-final matches. Izuku was about to get ready for his match with Todoroki. On his way to the ring, Endeavor bumps into our protagonist. "Oh hey, I was looking for you. You were looking for little Almi. I must be very special. So why were you looking for me? Hopefully nothing weird, or else I'll get Chris Hansen on the line," Izuku said playfully. "Huh, what? No, I saw your fights. Your power was pretty impressive. I guess that's what happens when you train with that Goku guy. And since you train with that Goku guy, that means you're affiliated with All Might." "Yeah, and so what if it? Why does it matter to you, Endeavor? It's my boy Shoto's duty to surpass All Might and take his place in my stead, and his match with you will be a good testing ground to see how much training he has left. So make sure you go all out. Don't disgrace yourself and him by holding back." That's all I wanted to say. Endeavor was about to walk off until Izuku releases his inner Bakugo and shouts, "What, you think I would help an abusive piece of human filth such as yourself? If daddy wants attention from his son, then maybe stop being the human scum you are and figure your shit out yourself." Izuku walks off, shocking Endeavor. The boy didn't know he had it in him to do such a thing, but he knew it was well deserved. Izuku and Todoroki are in the arena, waiting for the match to get announced. While they were waiting, Izuku tells Todoroki about the crap Endeavor tried to pull. "Yo Todoroki, your dad cornered me earlier. He wanted me to go all out on you. Pretty sure he wanted me to get you to use your fire side." Hearing this made Todoroki angry. "What did you say to that bastard?" "I basically called a human abusive piece of human filth and scum and told him to figure out his own crap for himself," Izuku tells the bi-colored teen. Todoroki laughs, feeling relieved that Izuku didn't put him up to anything. "But nonetheless, like I told you before, I will not be taking you seriously if you don't go all out against me." The match is announced. Todoroki tries to freeze Izuku, but he uses a held-back Delaware smash and destroys all the ice coming at him. Todoroki tries to use his ice with no avail. "Really Todoroki, your ice won't work. Maybe if you used your fire, then at least I will feel a burn. I'm not fireproof, you know. I told you, Midoriya. I won't use my damn father's quirk." "Why not? It's your best chance of winning. You know why. You saw it all. You saw how I was treated. You saw how I got this scar on my face. You saw all the trauma I went through." Todoroki shouts at Izuku. Yeah, I know, but like I said before, it's not his power, Todoroki. It's yours, no one else's. You saying it's your mom's side or your dad's side shows how much of a hold your father has won you. It shows that you are in his grasp. It shows that you have already let him win. So take control and show the world that it's your power and no one else's. The words of Izuku inspired Todoroki to light the fire within the boy, causing him to burst into flames. Izuku was excited to see this. He was happy that Todoroki is using his own power, slowly getting out from the grasp of Endeavor. Todoroki knew he wasn't going to win, even with his fire, but despite that, he went all out on his one attack. Izuku creates a Kai barrier around himself so he doesn't get burned by the flames. When the fire dissipates, he gives Todoroki a smile and gives the bicolored Tina held back Delaware smash, causing Todoroki to fly out of the ring. Todoroki was content with this loss and was happy that he was letting loose of the shackles he had on himself. Endeavor shouts to cheer, but Izuku tells the hero to stop talking. Endeavor doesn't appreciate being disrespected, so he tries to put his hands on Izuku, but Izuku said, "You better back off before I embarrass you in front of the whole entire world watching right now. You know I can easily kick your ass, Endeavor, so back off. You know what? Try me, kid." Izuku's Kai starts flaring up, causing the debris around him to float up. Endeavor sees this and feels the pressure Izuku is causing, so he slowly backs off. The crowd sees this and wonders what's going on. Endeavor feels humiliated. He could tell that Izuku is definitely stronger than him and it infuriates him. A hero feels a need to get stronger but has too much pride to ask Goku to train him too. The last match of the semi-finals would be Katsuki Bakugo versus Hitoshi Shinso. When the both of them went up to the arena, Shinso started with his normal plan of talking shit to get Bakugo to talk. Bakugo decides to humor Shinso. When the match starts, Bakugo says, "You know what? I'll humor you." The explosive blonde was caught in Shinso's mind control. This surprised Shinso, but he assumes that Bakugo was just being cocky and tells him to walk off the stage. After he said that, Bakugo broke out of the mind control. "What? How in the world were you able to break out of that? No one could break out of my control. Spiritual control, bitch. Learn about it sometime." Bakugo punches the air and sends Shinso flying out of the ring, like his other opponents. Shinso was disappointed but was also content because he was actually able to make it to the semi-finals. He didn't really expect to go so far, but he did, and he was proud of that, so he doesn't feel bitter about it. Before Shinso leaves, Bakugo gives him a word of advice. "Hey you, don't think your quirk will get you so far. Get stronger and learn how to fight. If you can't control a villain, then you'll need to use your hands." Shinso nods and goes off into the stands with the rest of his classmates. His class and some of the viewers cheered on Shinso, congratulating him for getting so far into the sports festival. Now we move on to the final round of the sports festival. The fateful match, Izuku Midoriya versus Katsuki Bakugo. Both of the boys are excited for this match. It's a match that will be a challenge for Izuku and Bakugo. When the match starts, both of the boys start flying and they start fighting. Both are so fast that the crowd and Present Mike can't see them, but they can feel the pressure from the fight. Not knowing what's going on, Present Mike shouts, "What's going on? I can't see the two fighting. All I can see are blurs and shockwaves." Aizawa tells the sound hero in the crowd, "Well, I can see them fine. It looks like they are having a good time, going blow to blow. How can you even see that? There's no way anyone could see that. You don't need to see them with your eyes. You can use your senses to make out the fight. Listen here, Aizawa. We don't have magic powers like you do. We are normal people. There's no such thing as normal. Anyone can learn to do the things that have been displayed, unless if it relates to quirks, then you can't. You have to train your body and spirit to achieve the power they have. You need to teach us your ways, Aizawa. Maybe one of these days, just maybe." The audience gets in a frenzy, and so does everyone in the UA. They want to learn how they can get as strong also. While Bakugo and Izuku are fighting in the sky, Bakugo knows that he isn't strong enough to beat Izuku in his base state, and the green-haired boy hasn't even used one for all. "I didn't want to do this, but I will have to use that technique for a chance of winning. Kaioken times 12. Bakugo uses his max Kaioken of times 12. Izuku is impressed by Bakugo's power and is forced to use some of one for all. Izuku uses a little bit of full cowling to average around the same strength as Bakugo. "Stop holding back on me, Deku. I know you can do a lot better than this, so fucking take me seriously. Alright, Kachin, let's do this." Full cowling. Izuku uses more of one for all full cowling while they are in the sky. The two are landing blow to blow. Izuku is surprised that he has to use one for all in this fight, but is very excited. He doesn't want to keep on using more power so he can keep the fight lasting, but he knows he will have to end it eventually. "Hey Kachin, let's end this with a beam struggle. Winner takes all." Bakugo doesn't mind and is happy to hear this. "I will show you, Deku. Get ready for my ultimate move." Both charge up their beams. Izuku charges up a Texas Kamehameha and Bakugo charges up an AP Kamehameha. The crowd and Present Mike are wondering what the two are doing in the sky. What's going on? Seems like the two stopped, but all I see is a light emanating from both of their hands. Aizawa tells Present Mike. They both are charging up for their final attack. You guys better have sunglasses because it will be a light show. The two launched their final attacks. It was an amazing display. Izuku's attack overtook Bakugo's and the explosive blonde dropped from the sky outside the arena. Izuku Midoriya won the sports festival. Izuku flies down and helps Bakugo up. After that amazing battle, it was time for the top 3 to get their rewards. All Might appears and hands the first place medal to Izuku and pats him on the head. I'm very proud of you, young Midoriya. You did amazing. Then the hero gives the second place medal Bakugo and gives him a hug. You were amazing out there, young Bakugo. You showed an amazing display of power and you've come so far since we first met. All Might then gives the third place medal to both Todoroki and Shinso. Young Todoroki, you were able to conquer and overcome, and young Shinso, you were able to make it so far with such an amazing quirk. Make sure to train your body and mind though. Your quirk will only get you so far. Shinso was happy to hear those words coming from All Might. He will take the advice from Bakugo and All Might to heart and become stronger. All Might gives Shinso and Todoroki his card and says, if you guys want to get stronger like young Midoriya and Bakugo, then give me a call and I'll get my friend Goku to help you. After all of that, Izuku goes to celebrate with Goku and All Might. Izuku's friends, besides Ida since he's gone, congratulate him on his victory. Young Midoriya, since you won, let me treat you and your friends to a buffet on me. Goku gets excited hearing a buffet, says to the hero, buffet, let's go, go, I wanna eat. Of course you do, Goku. All Might and Izuku couldn't help but laugh at Goku's antics. Momo was thinking of giving Izuku something since he won, but has no clue on what she wants to give him. Then the girl remembers the gift Inko gave the girl. She blushes but doesn't feel that she's ready for that yet. Hello everyone, welcome to part 12 of What If Goku Trained Deku. If you guys enjoyed this episode so far, then show your support. Hope everyone enjoys and have a good day. Izuku woke up and gets ready for school, but when he looked outside, it was pouring. He would usually fly over to Momo's, but he uses instant transmission this time around. When he teleports to her, Momo freaks out. Oh god, I don't think I will ever get used to that. Oh hey, seems like you're already at school, Izuku says as he gives a light smile. Yeah, that's because I have a surprise for you. It's a gift for winning the sports festival. Congratulations. Momo gives Izuku some katsudon that she had made herself. Izuku gets excited because that's his favorite food. Yo, is that katsudon? It's one of my favorite foods. And you made this. Thank you very much. I'm going to kill this before Goku suddenly shows up out of nowhere and eats it all for himself. Izuku scarfs down the katsudon, leaving none in sight. Momo was glad that he enjoyed it. They put their shoes in their shoe lockers and then they run by Ida. Izuku tried talking to Ida. Hey dude, are you alright? I hope your brother's doing alright. Don't worry Midoriya, there's nothing to be concerned about. I apologize for making you worry, but everything will be fine. Ida gives a fake smile and walks away. Izuku isn't really buying it. He knows something is up. The class gets ready and Aizawa makes his announcement. Hello everyone. Today we will have a class on hero informatics. You guys will need to have code names, so time to pick your hero identities. This is related to the pro hero draft picks I mentioned before. Usually, students wouldn't have to worry about the draft until their second or third year, but your class is different. Pros are investing in your potential. Aizawa shows the poll for the total offers of each of the students. Izuku scored the highest amounts of offers in his class. Despite if you had any offers or not, you all will be interning with pros. After talking about the internships, Midnight comes into the class so she can help decide hero names for the class. This would go about the same as in canon, but the only difference is that Izuku is more confident and prideful when he chooses his name. By the time the class gets to go through their offers, some of the classmates see that they would have gotten offers from Goku and All Might. Since Goku isn't an official hero, All Might will be there. The students that Goku reached out to were Momo, Bakugo, Uraraka, Ida, Todoroki, and Kirishima. Besides Momo and Bakugo, when the others saw the name Goku, they assumed it was the guy who trained Izuku and All Might, so they asked the green-haired boy to confirm it. They mark Goku as their hero work study besides Ida. They are excited to learn how to become as strong as Izuku and All Might. Everyone picks the hero they decide to have their work study with. As Izuku and his friends were about to leave the class to carry on with their day, All Might speed blitzed by so he could have a chat with Izuku. Ha 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 ha, I am here. Hello young Midoriya. I would like to talk to you for a second. All Might and Izuku go to a place where they can talk alone. Hey, what's up, All Might? What would you like to talk about? All Might seemed to be freaking out. He tells Izuku, my former master, Gran Torino, will join us on our work study. He knows about our secret as he was friends with my predecessor. Gran Torino would like to see your progress with One for All. Really, I get to meet your former master. That's awesome. Izuku was in awe and excitement. Getting to meet All Might's former master feels so surreal to him. Yes, young Midoriya. He used to teach here in UA even though it was for a short period of time, and he was my homeroom teacher. He is also curious about our usage of Kai. After hearing that, Izuku gets very excited to meet him. Now it's the day for everyone to go to their work studies. Goku, All Might, Izuku, and Momo are waiting at the UA entrance for the other students and for Aizawa and Shinso since the Eraser Hero wanted to bring Shinso into the hero course. Goku introduces himself to everyone there that doesn't know him. Hello everyone, my name is Goku. I saw that all of you have great and unique potential and I want to help you get stronger than ever. You guys have amazing power, but imagine how strong you could be with the power of Kai and spiritual control. I believe you all have the potential to be even greater than ever. Uraraka asks Goku, are you talking about the stuff that Deku can do like flying and shooting energy blasts? Yes, and all of you can do it too. You all can become as strong as me or even stronger if you work hard enough. Goku tells the girl, getting her pumped up. She believes in her heart that she will become strong enough to become a strong hero and give her parents a fruitful life. Izuku gets Goku's attention and asks, what are we doing on the lookout? Isn't our normal spot at the beach? Oh my god. Let's just get this shit over with already. Bakugo complains. Goku looks at the new students and gets their attention. Alrighty, all new students come with me. I would like to train your physical strength first, but All Might said we only had a week, so I will teach you what I can. Goku smiles and gives a thumbs up to both All Might and Aizawa, letting them know that he has it handled for the day. Aizawa activated his quirk and looked at the students with his devilish red eyes. You all better listen to Goku and not goof around. So be good, or else. This scent chills down everyone's spine. The Eraser Hero deactivates his quirk. Shinso walks to the edge of the lookout and freaks out. So am I the only one wondering why we are on a floating building in the sky? Kirishima's like, whoa dude, this is hella cool. I can't believe a place like this exists. Awesome. Everyone else looks out the edge and freaks out. All Might try to calm everyone down. I understand this whole thing is overwhelming. Well, good luck I guess. Just have your trust in my friend and mentor Goku, and he will help you achieve your best. That still doesn't answer my question, though. Oh my gosh, yes, you are in a floating building. Can we move on already? Bakugo shouts in annoyance and anger. Honestly, this feels so surreal, Kirishima says in excitement. No one cares, weird hair. Bakugo, you don't have to be so rude to everyone. Uraraka tells the explosive blonde. Cool, I don't care, round face. Kirishima and Uraraka both say, we have names you know, Bakugo. Bakugo asks, when? Kirishima and Uraraka say, when what? When did I fucking ask? Kirishima and Uraraka try to argue with Bakugo for the stupid nicknames he gave them, but the explosive blonde doesn't care. Izuku laughs and says, that's Kacchan for you. Giving people stupid nicknames and being an asshole is part of his thing. Shut your mouth, nerd. Be grateful that Deku doesn't sound as stupid as Kacchan. What do you mean? You use the name to mock me and call me defenseless. Listen, nerd, no one cares about your sad, pathetic crybaby backstory. Now let's get this over with. Don't get your panties in a wad, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. Why don't you ever just shut the fuck up? Izuku is just mocking him at this point. Alright, All Might, I'll see you in a few hours, but for now, I would like to train with myself for a while. Aizawa heads towards the time chamber by himself to train for a few months. Young Midoriya and young Bakugo, I would like you both to follow me as we will be doing hero work. I have printed out a temporary hero license for both of you so you can join me on my heroic duties today. I figured since you two are already very powerful, then you guys can tag along early. Oh hell yeah, I'm finally getting some action. Don't you get plenty of action with your hand of yours? Deku, you aren't fucking funny. Now just shut up or else I will blow your face off. What are you gonna do to my face? Oh hell nah, that's sus. That's it. Die, you worthless insect. Bakugo was about to blast Izuku with a Kai blast towards him, but Izuku dodges. The energy blast flies past the other students, freaking them all out. Relax, young Bakugo. Young Midoriya, you should really stop egging him. Common All Might, even you have to admit, it's kind of funny. Before Baku, Izuku, and All Might, Izuku gives his master and friend, Goku, a fist bump and says goodbye to Momo before he leaves. The girl was kind of disappointed that he isn't training with Izuku yet, but this doesn't deter her from learning. At least she is learning from the best teacher to help them. Bakugo and Izuku leave with All Might. Okay, guys, get close. I'm ready to teach you all. All the students that Goku invited sat on the floor on the lookout. Momo even pulled out a notebook to write down anything she learns. So I'm going to teach you all how to use the power you had within yourselves the whole time. the life energy that is not just within you, but everywhere around. Goku concentrates his energy within his palms to show everyone a Kai ball. Everyone was amazed to see it. Kami came out and offered everyone some snacks. Concentrate the energy within yourself between your palms. Everyone tries to do it but is having a hard time, but Shinso is able to create a small one of the size of a pebble. Good job, Shinso, right. You did it. Now for the rest of you. Just concentrate on bringing the power that's within yourself. If you do that, then you can learn to do other amazing things with your Kai. Momo was the next one to be able to do it with more ease since she's been around Goku, Izuku, and All Might. Todoroki and Kirishima are having a hard time, but they eventually figure it out. Goku sees this and is very excited to see that they are learning so fast, but that's not the only thing that has the Saiyan excited. He sees that Todoroki's Kai is more unique than the others, so Goku asks the bicolored teen to increase the energy into the Kai ball so he can confirm his suspicion. Following Goku's instruction, Todoroki cups his palms together to create a larger Kai ball that astonishes the other student. The left end of the Kai ball was scorching, but the far right side was very cold. Todoroki sees how different his energy is compared to the others and assumes it has something to do with his quirk. Then he tries to experiment. He creates an energy ball with his right hand, focusing it on his right hand to see that cold smoke is falling from the Kai ball and the color of it was a lighter blue. The cold air is starting to freeze his hand, so he dissipates the Kai ball. When he does the same thing, channeling his Kai with his left hand, he creates a red-hot Kai ball. He quickly dissipates it since it's starting to burn. Uraraka is having the hardest time. She's really trying her best, but she doesn't figure it out. Momo is slightly amused that Uraraka is having a hard time, but when she sees her struggling hard, the girl starts to feel bad. Hey Uraraka, let me help you out. When you cup your palms together, try looking at one certain spot and focus all your energy onto that single point. And when you do, just relax and push the energy into the single point. Wow, thank you Yorazo. That's really helpful. Uraraka gives Momo a smile and a hug for the help. Now Momo is starting to feel bad for being competitive with Uraraka. She's just so nice and has a bubbly personality. It reminds her of Izuku and she's now starting to feel insecure. Goku-sensei, can you teach us more stuff? I want to keep learning more, Uraraka said to Goku with her fists pumped up. Yeah, dude, this is awesome. I can't believe something like this is so surreal. What else can you show us? Kirishima asked. Shinso asks Goku, can you teach us how to fly like you guys? Alright, sure. Just focus the energy in your body and shoot it up from your feet to start. Then surround yourself with that energy to stay floating. The first person to do it was Shinso. He took Goku's advice and tried to focus his energy, and within a few moments, Shinso was floating slightly above the ground. The others were excited, and not so soon after, Momo was the next person to start flying. Momo had a better time flying since she's seen it done so many times, as she was able to slightly move around. Uraraka congratulated her and told her that she was amazing. Kirishima and Todoroki were the last ones to figure it out. When Todoroki flies, he flies higher than the others but has a harder time zipping around. He assumes it could have to do with his fire side. While flying, he accidentally releases his fire, pushing him out of the lookout. When Todoroki noticed that, he lost his concentration and started falling from the building. Goku managed to save him though. Well, be careful there. This place is far up in the sky, Goku said in worry. Seems like you guys are getting the hang of this real fast. I'm glad I chose you guys because you all are amazing. It sucks that the fast guy didn't come though. I feel like he has a lot of potential to be the fastest. Do you mean Ida? You invited him but he didn't choose this as his work study. That honestly surprises me, Uraraka said, wondering why her friend didn't choose to show up. Meanwhile with Izuku, All Might, and Bakugo, All Might had the boys do community service the whole entire time. What the hell, All Might? I was expecting to at least fight a villain, not just do community service. Being a hero is not all about fighting villains. Real heroes help the people and the community alike. Yes, defeating villains is part of the job, but beating up bad guys doesn't necessarily make a hero. All Might tells the blonde while picking up trash. Bakugo couldn't disagree with that logic, so he continues to pick up litter. Not so soon after, All Might had a serious look on his and blitzed away. Bakugo and Izuku soon followed suit. They all ended up on top of a large skyscraper building. When Izuku and Bakugo appeared right behind the hero, they were confused because it seemed like there was nothing happening until they noticed a girl trying to jump off the building. All Might grabbed onto the girl right when she jumped, holding her while flying next to the building. The girl felt someone holding onto her and assumed it was an angel until she opened her eyes and saw the #1 hero, All Might. The girl was shocked as she was not expecting All Might, and the boys were also surprised because they weren't expecting any of this. After a moment of processing the situation, Izuku puts on his big All Might smile and asked the girl if she was alright, floating next to All Might. The girl is flabbergasted. All Might gently put her down on the building. Hey there, there's no need to do that. If you want to talk about it, what's wrong? The girl starts crying. It's because I'm tired. I'm tired of all of this. Izuku asks the girl, what do you mean? For a long time, I've been bullied and discarded for being quirkless. Not even my parents really showed any concern for me compared to my brother and sister who have quirks. Ever since I was little, I always wanted to be a hero, even despite being quirkless, but everyone was telling me to disregard my dreams. The final straw was when my old childhood best friend jumped me in the girls' bathroom after finding out I applied to a hero school and told me to jump off a skyscraper and hope I get a quirk in the next life, then try to be a hero. And this is where we are now. This hits everyone hard. When Izuku was listening to this girl, it was like looking in the mirror. Bakugo was feeling bad as the girl since he can see Deku in this girl. Izuku puts on a smile and said, you know, you and I are very similar. For a long time I was quirkless. My mother cared for me, but she shattered my dreams when she didn't comfort me, instead crying with me. I don't blame her for any of it though, since she was doing what she can. But I wished she told me I could be a hero despite being quirkless. It wasn't until I met someone who believed in me despite being quirkless, and then another someone who told me I could be a hero. Eventually, I awakened my quirk, but still, you don't need to have a quirk to be a hero. Anyone can become a hero despite their limitations, and I think you can too. Hearing this shocked the girl. She would have never thought that someone else could relate so much to her. In a nervous tone, the girl asks Izuku, who were the people that believed in you? Izuku smiled and replied, well, the person that believed in me was a man called Goku, and the person who told me that I could be a hero is the big guy that saved you. All Might chimes in and says, yes, young Midoriya is right. Anyone can be a hero. And it took this young man right here for me to remember that. Sometime later, dawn is about to arrive. The trio went back to doing community service after helping out that one girl. But Bakugo hasn't said much since the incident. After a minute, All Might decided to end things. Alright guys, let's call it a day. You two did so much good today. Like I said before, things like these, like helping the community, are things others should do, not just heroes. Let's get the others and relax. They all put their hands on Izuku and teleport to the lookout. When they arrived, they see Goku and the other students meditating. When Goku felt their presence, the Saiyan quickly got up to greet them, and the other students did too. Momo runs up to Izuku to show him everything she learned. She created a Kai ball and started manipulating its shape to things like animals, and even formed it into the shape of Izuku. Then the girl snaps her finger and blows it up. Uraraka also shows off by flying around Izuku. Wow, you two already learned how to control your energy and you're able to fly. Congrats you guys. Aizawa finally comes out of the time chamber, clothes tattered. When All Might sees the eraser hero, he tries talking to him. Oh hey Aizawa, have you been in there all by yourself? Yeah, but after a few months, I was feeling like I was losing it being alone in there. I'm surprised Aizawa. I think you're coming close to being as strong as me. All Might says as he smacks Aizawa in the back. Well, All Might, Goku, I'm going to go home and sleep in the comfort of my own bed. I'll see you around. And Shinso, if you choose to stay with everyone else today, that's up to you. Well, everyone, I bet it's been a long and eventful day for you. Now I think it's time for everyone to unwind and relax. Seeing that you all learned to fly, come fly with me to the beach. All Might leap off the lookout and heads to the beach where Goku, Izuku, and All Might usually hang out at. He keeps a slower pace though so the others could fly along. They all make it there. Since we're here, I'm going to go take a dip in the ocean. All the other students were confused, but they decided to go along with it and start swimming, except for Bakugo, Shinso, Todoroki. They don't feel like swimming. Bakugo was sitting on the deck of the beach and was in his thoughts. He was thinking back to the time when he told Izuku to jump out of a window. Seeing the girl from before brought back those memories, and he started feeling guilty. He was thinking, what if Deku decided to jump out the window? Momo, Uraraka, Izuku, and Kirishima were splashing each other. Izuku sees Bakugo chillin', so he does a massive Texas splash and splashes the blonde chihuahua with the water. What the hell? Who fucking splashed me? Bakugo sees Izuku laughing his ass off, so he knows who the culprit is. He quickly lets go of his guilt and shouts, you motherfucker, I'm going to drown you. Bakugo in a furry speed blitz towards Izuku and decks him into the ocean, head first. They both fly out of the sea and start swinging at each other. All Might was about to step in to stop them, but Goku stops the hero from stepping in. Goku would start getting hungry, so he decided to go deep into the ocean. After some time, he flies out with a massive squid around 60 feet. Everyone else saw and couldn't believe that Goku actually found that thing in the ocean. All Might asked Goku, hey Goku, can you please explain to me why you have a massive squid with you? This is going to be my dinner, Goku says as he cooks the creature with a Kai blast. I can buy you food, you know. Good idea. I could always go for seconds. All Might dropped to the floor. Well everyone, are you all hungry? I'm going to order us something to eat. All Might pulls out his phone and calls up the nearest pizza joint. Oh, you're ordering pizza. Get me one that's Hawaiian. All Might decides to order extra pizzas just in case so he doesn't eat everyone else's share. Then All Might realized that Goku asked for Hawaiian. While everyone's waiting on the pizza, Goku asks Todoroki, "Hey you, can you help me cook this squid with your fire power?" This had everyone comedically drop to the floor. It was starting to get dark and everyone was drying off, except for Todoroki because he was chillin' the whole time. The pizza finally arrived as All Might gave Goku 10 boxes for himself so he doesn't eat everyone else. This had the other students dumbstruck. Hello everyone, welcome to part 13 of What If Goku Trained Deku. If you have been enjoying the series so far, then make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. It was the next day. Izuku woke up, still tired from the work study the day before, but now has to prepare for it again today. The Greenette wonders what he will be doing today. The dude is just minding his own business, brushing his teeth, but that's when Goku uses instant transmission and shows up out of nowhere. Yo, what's up Izuku? Goku greets Izuku while the boy is still brushing his teeth. What the hell, Goku? I'm in the bathroom. I could have been showering for all you know, Izuku explains to Goku, but the Saiyan doesn't seem to get it. Realizing the conversation is not going anywhere, Izuku just gives up and asks Goku what he's doing at his house. Well, I wanted to get some breakfast, but I remember your mom makes good food, so I was wondering if I can have some. So you came here just for breakfast? Goku pleads, so Izuku reluctantly agrees, only because he appreciates what Goku has done for the boy. Izuku lets his mother know so she can prepare. After Goku and Izuku enjoy their breakfast, Goku tells Izuku to meet him at the beach later so they can prepare for their work study. A few moments later, our main protagonist gets a text from All Might, asking to meet up so he can meet the hero's former master, Gran Torino. This gets Izuku hyped up so he uses instant transmission and teleports to All Might. This freaks out Gran Torino as he was there with the hero. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell, kid? You're going to give an old man like me a heart attack. The old hero was freaked out but regained his composure. All Might introduced Torino to Izuku. Hello young Midoriya. I would like you to meet my former master and teacher, Gran Torino. Alright, that's enough Toshi. Nice to meet you, kid. Gran Torino was going to give Izuku a handshake, but that's when the old timer propels himself from the ground, using his quirk to post his speed and kicking power, and tried to upper kick the green-haired boy. Izuku was able to dodge with ease, and speed blitzed right behind Torino. Izuku grabbed Gran Torino by his leg, hanging him upside down, and said, "Are you done yet or?" That's when Gran Torino poked Izuku in the eye, causing the boy to let go of the older hero. You shouldn't underestimate anyone, even an old man such as myself. Torino activated his jets and started zipping around, using the walls to boost his attack power, but Izuku was just dodging with ease. He even had his eyes closed while doing so, which impressed the hero. You are a powerful kid, but I want to see you use one for all. Gran Torino tries to increase his speed to get Izuku to use his quirk, not wanting to disappoint the hero. Izuku uses a small portion of one for all full cowling. He knows that he doesn't have to do this, but the old timer literally asked, so he obliged. Gran Torino can't even keep up with Izuku, not even a fraction, but the boy's control over the quirk impresses the hero. But there is one thing though. I feel like you haven't reached one for all's full potential. The hero tells the boy. What do you mean? Izuku asked. Well, when All Might uses the quirk, he was able to handle the power all at once right when he received the quirk. But for you, it seems like you can increase the power from your normal strength. It seems like you can use it all at once with that ability you call full cowling. I just feel like there's more hidden potential with your power that's different than Toshinori's. This gets Izuku thinking. Well, other than that, I don't think there's anything I can teach you specifically because it seems like you have a handle on your power, but I'll be tagging along. I feel like this old dog can still you newbies some tricks and I will soon take control. Anyways, we should meet up with Goku at the beach. He's probably with the other students already. All Might and Gran Torino hold on to Izuku while he uses instant transmission to teleport to the beach. They ended up teleporting there while Goku was teaching spiritual control and sensing. The people that were there are Momo, Uraraka, Kirishima, Todoroki, and Shinzo. Yo, what's up Izuku and All Might? You know what Izuku, since you're here, can you teach these guys for me? Bakugo eventually shows up too and Goku asks the blonde to assist Izuku. The Chihuahua was annoyed and refused, but All Might told him to do it anyway. Could you tell me why do I have to teach these rejects? I thought it was this guy's job. Goku explains to the blonde. If I am not around anymore, then you and your friends can teach the next generation and pass on what I taught you. That's when Goku leaves with All Might so the hero can get the Saiyan set up with a legal identity. Since Goku is technically not even a legal citizen or a hero, All Might would have to pull some strings in order to get Goku set up on his own. The hero even was hoping on getting the Saiyan an official job at UA, so Goku gets a paycheck. Bakugo grumbles under his breath, "They're not my friends." Izuku shouts, "That's cap, bro. We know you love us." Ugh, shut up. Alright, what were you losers learning about again? Bakugo grunts and asks. Goku-sensei was going to teach us how to sense energy, Uraraka tells them. Oh, that's pretty tough. The best advice I can say is to relax your mind, don't think too hard, and feel out your surroundings, Bakugo tells the girl. Uraraka was still confused. I think I might understand what Bakugo is saying. We have to allow ourselves to sense the world not just by using our eyes, but all the other senses we have, and using our energy we can. Momo sits down and gets in a meditative state. Izuku was happy that the girl figured it out. Bakugo goes by the girl and kicks sand on her. What the hell, Bakugo? What was that for? Momo shouts in anger. I was testing you by kicking sand on me. Momo shouts. You were supposed to sense it, dumbass. Izuku smacks Bakugo on the head for disrespecting Momo. The blonde headbutts the green-haired boy. Gran Torino tries to break it up by showing them the fear that All Might used to fear. The two soon stop fighting and get back to teaching. Yeah, Momo is right. Don't just rely on your eyes, as you should use your whole body as your eyes and feel out the Kai around you. They all take in this advice as they all close their eyes and allow themselves to feel their surroundings. Bakugo decides to see if it worked by kicking Uraraka with sand this time. She gets sand all over and gets mad at Bakugo. Honestly, it's better than what I was going to do, Izuku tells the group. What were you going to do? Momo asked curiously. Well, I was either going to throw rocks at all of you or throw a Kai ball to get you all to use your senses to dodge. What Kachin was doing was way mild to my plan. This had everyone freaked out and was glad all they got was sand on their clothes instead of having rocks or energy balls being lunged at them. Gran Torino was confused because he had no clue what was going on, so Izuku catches the old hero up. After a while, no one has really gotten the hang of it yet and everyone is covered by sand. Everyone is pissed off with him for using that as a teaching mechanism. Izuku stops everyone so they can take a break. When they finish their break, Gran Torino decides he wants to see what everyone else is capable of, so he tests them, similar to what he did to Izuku in canon. Meanwhile, with Goku and All Might, they got the Saiyan a legal identity and a hero license since he was recommended by All Might. After getting Goku set up, All Might took Goku to the mall so he can get him a wallet to keep his IDs. All Might try to stress the importance of it since he will need it for day-to-day life. The hero realizes he should have done this a lot sooner. After that, they got a bank account for Goku with All Might managing it so he can get paid for his work. The last thing to do was to get Goku a job at UA, so he can teach with the hero and get paid for it. Goku and All Might go to Nezu's office to get him to give Goku a teaching position at the school. Nezu was happy to do so since he also knows the full story of Goku's origins. He was hoping that more students would learn about Kai since he saw Izuku's and Bakugo's performances at the sports festival. The sun was over the horizon, as it was about to set soon. After All Might helped Goku acquire a job at the school, the hero's old friend, Detective Tsukachi, came into the school to talk to the hero. Hello old friend, it's been a while time. How can I help you? Since Goku was there also, the detective allows him to tag along since he knows the truth about the Saiyan from All Might. I'm sorry to show up unexpectedly. No problem, my friend. It's always a pleasure to see you. So, how is the investigation? The hero asks his friends. We arrested a bunch of villains, but there was something interesting about the leftover remains from the creature that the Midoriya kid almost vaporized. The detective tells the hero and Saiyan. This had All Might thinking back. Oh, you're talking about the bird creature we fought. I wasn't there for that, Goku says. There were some pieces left of the creature and when the DNA was tested, it was discovered to be the DNA of a low-level thug. When the remains were analyzed, it was also discovered that this person's body was modified with 4 different DNA signatures, which can explain why he had multiple quirks at once, though. This freaked out the hero as a realization comes into his head. That shouldn't give a person multiple powers unless it was integrated into their body, even if new DNA was introduced. There's someone out there that could be able to pass on quirks to other people. This had the hero shaken as he got up. It can't be. Don't tell me that man is back again. Goku was confused, as he had no clue what the two were talking about. All Might went into detail about his past with Goku and the current situation that's happening now. Goku remembers seeing something about that from the vague memories he had from All Might's mind that one time they exchanged memories. All Might stepped out of the room so he can calm himself down and think, leaving Goku and the detective in the room. Goku leaves to try to talk to the hero and comfort him because to the Saiyan it seemed like All Might was upset. Hey All Might, are you doing alright? Goku asked his friend in worry. Yeah, sorry about that. I just needed to process it. To think of all the things that I've been through. I don't know when the battle between One for All and All for One will end. All Might said as he sighed in worry and disappointment. You're a lot stronger than when we first met, so if you ever fight him again I think you will be able to beat him. No problem, Goku says, trying to reassure him. I'm not sure about that, Goku. This guy is like the devil. A snake lurking in the corner, ready to cause chaos. This confuses Goku, as he doesn't understand the reference the hero made. Alright then, we will have to just keep on getting stronger, and when the time comes to fight this guy, we will beat him, Goku says with a smile. You know what? Maybe you're right. Well anyway, I think we should check up on the other students, plus I left Gran Torino there. I pray for mercy for the other students. All Might shivers in fear for his former master. Goku uses instant transmission and teleports himself and All Might to their Kai. When they arrive, they show up to see Gran Torino knocking around Momo, Uraraka, Shinso, Todoroki, and Kirishima. Izuku and Bakugo were sparring with each other on the side. Gran Torino was blowing sand everywhere with the jets from his feet, using the sand as a distraction to get some kicks in. They all try to fly to avoid the old-timer, but that is not stopping the hero as he uses his jets to launch himself up. He was knocking everyone around in the air until one student started to avoid the attacks without even having to look back anymore. And that was Momo. She was starting to sense things out so the old-timer can't just sneak up on her. Gran Torino realizes that, so he brings up his speed by boosting the power of his jets to land some blows on the girl. Izuku saw that Momo was learning to sense her surroundings, which impresses him because she was learning pretty fast. But this also distracted the boy as Bakugo decked him in the face. After a minute, All Might get everyone's attention. What's up, everyone? We are back. I hoped you all learned well and didn't give my former mentor a hard time. No, it was more like he was giving us a hard time, Momo tells the hero. This had All Might chuckling in amusement. Gran Torino turns back and gives All Might a death stare, scaring the number one hero. This had the other students shaken as they can even see the fear in All Might's eyes. Suddenly, Goku, Bakugo, All Might, and Izuku sense many powerful energies suddenly appear out of nowhere. The energies feel weird and yet vaguely familiar. Then All Might gets a phone call. After he answers, he listens and quickly hangs up. With a grimace look on his face, the hero turns towards Goku and Gran Torino and says, Master and Goku, we need to get to Hasu, that creature that attacked us at the USJ. There are more of them and they are rampaging the city. We have to go now. All Might grabs Gran Torino and starts flying toward Hasu City. Seeing the serious look on All Might's face and the large powerful energies he's feeling, Goku flies right behind the hero. That's when Izuku remembers that one of his friends, Ida, has a work-study there. Just to be sure, the teen tried to sense his friend's energy, but he wasn't getting a single read on him. Not even a minor energy source of Ida's is sensible, and this worries Izuku. What even has him worried though are the Haikai signatures all over Hasu. And it feels similar to the Nomu he fought at the USJ, but defiantly more powerful. Everyone can see the worry on his face. Momo asks Izuku, hey, what's wrong? Are you okay? You look scared. Izuku responds, it's Ida, his course study was in Hasu. I'm trying to sense his energy but I can't find anything. It could be because he's far away and doesn't have high spiritual power, but still, I should be able to get a read on him. It's not like he's in space. Uraraka chimed in and said, if he's doing his work study, then he should be fine since he's with a hero. I don't even know if that's the case. Now that I think about it, Hasu was the area Ida's brother was attacked by the hero killer. Without a second thought, Izuku uses instant transmission to one of the high energy sources. Not before Momo grabs onto the boy, teleporting with him. They both end up in Hasu. Izuku teleports to a high-energy signature to see that it was a very powerful Nomu, and its power felt stronger than the one at the USJ. The Nomu was going to land a devastating punch toward the two. The boy is a lot stronger, but he was surprised he was pushed back. The pain was only momentary, but it soon faded away until they then jumped towards the two, like a massive Hulk smash which causes the ground to crack like an earthquake. But Izuku grabbed the girl and flew to a nearby building before the attack landed. Why would you do that? You could have gotten yourself hurt or even killed. Izuku strictly tells the girl, I'm going to be a hero too. Getting hurt or killed is part of the risk, Momo says as she huffs. Alright Momo, let me stop this Nomu first. Izuku blitzed off to fight the creature. The Nomu was strong, which had the boy worried. Izuku was landing blows that did damage. But it seemed like this Nomu had some of the same abilities as the first one, plus more. When he uses one for all, the odds were seemingly in the boy's favor, but when the creature got beat down, all of its wounds started regenerating, and Izuku felt the power of the creature increase tenfold when it finished regenerating, coming close to matching Izuku in base. This freaks the boy out as these Nomus aren't the same as the one he first fought. Even its energy feels odd, but there was something that was familiar. While Izuku was in his thoughts, processing everything, the Nomu grabbed onto Izuku and threw him into a couple of buildings. Goku and All Might appeared to help the boy as they flew to Hasu. All Might saw Izuku got launched, so he went to check up on him. Izuku saw All Might, but the boy quickly got back up to fight the Nomu until Goku used a Kamehameha and destroyed the first top half of the creature. It soon regenerated as it shocked Goku, the scene giving him deja vu. Its power increased even larger than before, surprising everyone, even Goku. It hasn't even come close to reaching a fraction of Goku's base power, but it was still significant nonetheless. The only being that might be able to defeat that specific Nomu is Goku. The Nomu then starts to fight Goku, launching a massive mouth beam at the Saiyan. He was surprised to see other beings use Kai, even if the Nomu is just using a raw, uncontrolled form of it. While Goku is fighting the Nomu, another Nomu came in to fight All Might. This one wasn't nearly as strong as the other one, but it was strong enough to deal some damage to the hero. Without a second though, All Might activated the Kaioken and started fighting with it. The menace known as Shigaraki is laughing maniacally while holding onto his reattached arm that Izuku cut off at the USJ. He is happy that some of the Doctor's new Super Nomu haven't disappointed whatsoever. Even some of the new Mega Namus, which are weaker than the Super ones, are also powerful in their own right. Shigaraki tells Kurogiri, "Look at this, Kurogiri. Isn't this amazing? All this chaos and destruction. I love it." Shigaraki tells Kurogiri to wrap him to the ground as the menace cackles maniacally while frolicking in the vast chaos. Seeing Goku fight the Numo, Izuku speed blitz toward Momo so he can check on her. "Hey Momo, are you alright?" "Yes Izuku, I'm safe." "Are you okay though? That creature hit you pretty hard?" Momo asked Izuku. Izuku tells her, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just surprised that thing is so powerful. But it seems like Goku is handling it, so I'm going to look for Ida." "Alright then, I'm coming with you. We will do this together." "No Momo, I can't let you come with me. If anything were to happen, especially to you, then That's when Momo interrupts him by kissing Izuku. This shocked the boy as he didn't expect it but wasn't stopping it either, only embracing it as he puts his right hand on her lower back and left on her upper neck so he can pull the girl closer to him while kissing her back. Momo was the first to let go of the kiss and said, "Well then, think about it from my perspective. If anything were to happen to you, then I wouldn't do what I would do myself, so let's go find Ida together." Izuku feels the weight of the moment. The only thing he can say is the girl's name, his voice being barely audible. Hearing this put a thump in Izuku's chest as he grabs her and rushes off to look for the speedster. While All Might was fighting his Nomu, he shouts to Goku, "Goku, stop holding back. These creatures aren't the same as I first thought. They will destroy the whole city if they are still loose. These creatures aren't alive, so we can put them down for good." Understanding the gravity of the situation, Goku quits holding back and launches a Kamehameha at the Nomu. The singe and burn scars are preventing the Nomu from regenerating its wounds. The Nomu that All Might was fighting started to clone itself repeatedly with one of its quirks, and they all jumped All Might. So Goku stepped in to help, with less difficulty this time because this Nomu is physically weaker than the other. Eraserhead felt what was going on and using instant transmission, he sensed All Might and Goku's energy there and teleported to them. With the help of Goku and Aizawa, they defeat the Nomu and its clones with ease, mostly because the Saiyan was there to help. After defeating those two Namus, the three go out to try to help anyone they can and defeat any villains and monsters. Goku has a thought in his mind though. He wonders what would have happened if he allowed that Nomu to live. He was curious on how strong it could have gotten with its Zenkai-like ability. Back at the beach, Bakugo pulls out his phone to set the location to Hasu. He was about to head off when Kirishima stopped him and asked, "Yo Bakugo, where are you going?" "I'm going to help the nerd," Bakugo tells the redhead. "But you can't. We aren't heroes, so we can't step in," Kirishima tells the blonde. Bakugo pulls out his temporary hero license he received from All Might and said, "I may not be a hero yet, but I'm a temporary hero, and even if I wasn't, who the fuck is going to stop me? I don't know if you guys can sense what's going on, but I can, and it's not good at all." Bakugo in a hurry flew all the way to Hasu to see what was going on, and a bunch of very powerful Namu. There are some even more powerful than the Namu he fought at the USJ, but it looks like Goku, All Might, and Aizawa are there and already handling those creatures. It looks like the city has been devastated. Buildings were destroyed, and fires were everywhere. People are freaking out and some even looting. It's mayhem. Fallen heroes, many casualties, fires everywhere, and buildings falling apart. The blonde isn't sure what to do. He flies down to try to help anyone he can while trying to find Izuku and Ida. Bakugo continues to look around until he saw Izuku and Momo. He could only see them from the back, but he saw that Izuku was kneeling on the floor, holding onto his knees to support his upper body from falling in shock from the sight he was looking at. The blonde walks up to the two to see what they were looking at Ida's lifeless body. Then he turns to see the dead hero, Native. Bakugo could see the pool of blood coming out of Ida's stab wound as it spreads, getting blood on Izuku's pants. Despite that, the greenette doesn't move it, his pants soaking up the blood, uncontrollably crying while muttering, "Ida, Ida, I'm sorry. No, please no. I was too late to come and save you." I'm sorry. He keeps on repeating that mantra continuously. Izuku is just uncontrollably crying and Momo is tearing up too. Even Bakugo was saddened by the scene. He was never friends with the speedster, but he never wanted anything bad to happen to him either. The tears from Izuku's eyes stopped falling as his mind couldn't handle what was going on. And that's when these black tendrils came out of the green-haired boy and started going crazy. Izuku was losing control and causing so much damage. Bakugo quickly grabbed Momo and Ida's dead body to move them to the side. The blonde tries to grab onto Izuku's arms where the whips are coming out. With his Max Kaiken, Bakugo repeatedly headbutts the boy with his Max Kaioken until he eventually knocks Izuku out completely cold. This was a pretty hard feat to do since Izuku is more durable. But no matter how durable a person can be, if the brain is being knocked back and forth, it could knock him out or give him a concussion. This causes the black whips to go back into him. Both Bakugo and Momo were wondering what happened to the boy and what power he was using, until they both hear metal being dragged across the pavement, but then the sound stopped. Bakugo had a feeling that this could be Ida's killer. The blonde tried to sense any other presence there. He doesn't rush into the situation because he feels like there is something wrong and sinister. Bakugo knows he's powerful, but how menacing this energy feels, it even has the boy taken back. This power that Bakugo is feeling isn't strong compared to him, but that bloodlust is off the charts. Bakugo turns to Momo and tells her, "Listen, Ponytail, you stay here and watch over the nerd. Try to call All Might or anyone. I'm going to avenge Four Eyes." "No, Bakugo, you can't go alone. You don't know who or what's out there." Izuku even had some issues fighting the creatures here. After listening to the girl, the blonde heads out anyways. He knows that if he doesn't act now, then Ida's killer will get away. Bakugo rushes back into the alleyway where he saw the dead hero and Ida. He again tries to sense that malicious energy, but it was starting to fade away. Assuming the villain is trying to make a break for it, Bakugo uses his senses to try to track the source until he sees a red figure. The Pomeranian sees how fast the killer is going, which even surprises him. This guy had a stronger life force than most normal people. This guy is dashing really fast, but he is nowhere comparable to Bakugo's speed. He sees the figure jumping from rooftop to rooftop. But Bakugo ends up appearing out of nowhere, right in front of the villain, and decked him in the face, sending him falling to the ground, right before catching him halfway down, and then drops him so Bakugo doesn't accidentally kill him. Bakugo jumped on Stain and pinned his arms to the ground, holding him tight so he doesn't move. "You, it was you that killed that hero and Four Eyes. The hero killer, Stain. Yeah, so what if I did? Fakers like them deserve to die. They dare call themselves heroes and yet they had intent to kill me. That kid with the tin suit wanted revenge for his brother. How can he call himself a hero when he sought me out to kill me? He deserved what he got." This pissed Bakugo off as he was going to do something. "What are you going to do, kid? Kill me too? All you fakers are the same." Stain uses a hidden shoe knife and tried to revert his position in order to cut Bakugo. The blonde wasn't expecting it but was able to move out of the way, not wanting to take risks for whatever quirk Stain had. "No, you worthless trash. I'm not going to fucking kill you because that's not going to bring him back, but you know what I will do." Bakugo looks at his clothes and sees Ida's blood from earlier when he had to get his body and Momo to safety. The blonde takes his hand and wipes it on the blood. "I'm going to stain you with the crimson liquid that you caused to fall from Four Eyes so you can remember this moment for the rest of your pathetic, pitiful existence while you rot in an empty cube box with a straitjacket for the rest of your miserable life." Bakugo pummels Stain by staining him with the blood of Ida to the point where he's almost unrecognizable. The blonde wanted to let loose for what Stain did, but he didn't want to be just as bad as the hero killer. Stain was shocked by the whole experience and was surprised that Bakugo didn't kill him. Stain wasn't going to give up. He tried to pick himself back up. Bakugo wasn't even going to stop him this time around. He throws a knife towards the blonde, but he dodges. Then Stain cups his hands together. Seeing this surprised Bakugo as this was a familiar sight. That's when Stain launches a Kamehameha. Stain launched the beam towards Bakugo, slapped the energy blast away. "Hey, jack off. How in the hell did you learn to do that? Ever since I saw All Might start showing off new abilities after that Goku guy came along, I knew I had to figure it out for myself as the greatest hero started learning these things from his greatest ally. Then I saw you and the green-haired kid use these abilities during the sports festival, so I knew I could learn it for myself. The world is changing. Soon enough the fake heroes will use these abilities to further their selfishness and desires, and not just them, quirkless people too. I don't have a problem with it, but it's just going to add more fakers and trash on the streets, pal. For every fake hero that appears, I will take them out, just like your blue-haired friend with the armor. But you aren't like the rest, and you aren't like your friend I killed. You show off a tough bravado, but I can tell you have the potential to be a real hero," Stain says menacingly while giving a freaky smile. Hearing this angered Bakugo. "Just shut up. I don't give a fuck about your stupid bullshit. What you say means nothing to me." Bakugo says as he knocked out Stain cold. Now no one's blood will have to be stained on the streets by your blade since you'll be locked up for hopefully forever, you worthless trash. Bakugo says as he spits on the hero killer's unconscious body. While dragging onto Stain, he goes to look for Momo and Izuku. Bakugo finds them and approaches them and drops Stain's unconscious body at a safe distance. Are you doing alright, Ponytail? Bakugo asks the girl while mourning the loss of a friend and holding on to Izuku's unconscious body. Me and Ida, we weren't as close he was to Izuku and Uraraka, but he was still my friend, she says to the blonde while tears are dropping from her eyes. Were you able to contact anyone? Bakugo asked calmingly. I contacted Aizawa-sensei. He was able to answer. He should be here any moment. A few minutes later, Aizawa appeared using instant transmission. After he arrived, he saw Ida's lifeless body and an unconscious Izuku. His eyes filled with worry as he rushed to the group. Aizawa asked the two, "Are you guys okay? What happened here?" Bakugo explains what just happened as the eraser hero stares at Stain's unconscious body. The hero goes to tend over Izuku and Ida. Aizawa tried to sense Ida's life force, but when he can't sense it, he checks his pulse. Confirming that there was no pulse, a heavy feeling in his heart appeared, but he keeps his composure for his students' sake. Bakugo clenches his fists in anger for the fallen boy. Izuku soon woke back up from unconsciousness. He barely remembered what was going on until he saw Ida's body. And that's when everything came flooding back. The boy starts to cry. Momo helps Izuku up and moves him away from Ida. Aizawa went to check on the boy to see if he could have a concussion. As the hero was checking on the boy, he is feeling grief for Ida's death and guilt for not being able to help him in time. Eraser felt that as his teacher, he is also responsible for the death of Ida since he feels like he should have known that the blue-haired boy would pick a course study where Stain almost killed his brother. Aizawa sees the grief on the boy, so he tries to reassure him. It's not your fault, Izuku. With tears still falling, Izuku tells his teacher, Aizawa-sensei, we have to make sure something like this never happens again. Ida didn't deserve this. No one does. Aizawa nodded and agrees. You're right, Midoriya. We will do whatever we can, but as of right now, we need to ensure everyone's safety and help assist in the chaos happening. Izuku wipes away his tears so he can get ready for whatever he has to face. The three come up with a plan to evacuate as many people as possible while trying to also assist other pro heroes in defeating any villains or Nomus, and helping as many people as possible. Even with the grief of Ida's death, they know that they can't allow their emotions to hinder their actions, even a little bit. Before they leave, Aizawa sent out a message to any heroes, to any near-pro heroes, police and medical assistants to take the unconscious body of Stain and Ida's dead body. Meanwhile, Goku and All Might continue to fight any remaining Nomus. With the help of Goku, it becomes very easy as the other Namus weren't as strong as the one Nomu Goku fought. Even All Might have an easier time with the other Namus. Shigaraki was disappointed that his Super Nomu has fallen but is happy with the chaos and destruction that happened within the city caused by his other Namus. This even helped the villain gain some helpful insight for the future. Kurogiri used Warp Gate and they both left. Aizawa, Momo, Bakugo, and Izuku regrouped with Goku and All Might. Bakugo and Izuku assists the heroes while Momo tries to get civilians to safety. Things were starting to settle down. Goku and All Might found out about the death of Ida and it affected them deeply. The first two Namus were tough, but the rest were easy to handle. There are many casualties and lost lives. Soon enough, things were starting to settle down. Aizawa, Momo, Bakugo, and Izuku grouped back up and a heavy feeling of loss was weighing everyone. Even Goku was saddened that someone who's young and had potential was fallen. Momo was holding on to Izuku. When things settled down, he couldn't hold back his feelings anymore as he started crying again. Despite their rivalry, Bakugo put out his hand to reach out and help the boy, but the blonde slowly put it back down, not really knowing what to do himself. He doesn't know how to feel at the moment. Pro-medical heroes and other heroes now try to contain the aftermath. Some time later, Izuku was checked out for any injuries caused by Bakugo when he had to headbutt him unconscious. Momo was there to be there for the boy. Izuku stopped crying, but he is still very depressed about the situation. The police came in alongside Bakugo in order to talk to the three about the hero killer, Stain. When they get the story and found out Bakugo defeated Stain, they were about to scold him until he pulled out his temp hero card, given by All Might. The police were made aware that all three had permission to step in and use their powers. Even Momo technically had permission when Eraser had asked them to regroup and help. After everything, Momo and Izuku would end up leaving. But both think about everything they've been through. They both are on front of Izuku's apartment door. Both look at each other with longing sadness as they hug each other. Inko thought she heard something, so she opened the door to see both hugging each other with the look of sadness and dread from the both. Hey honey, Momo, are you both okay? The mother asked in worry. She hasn't seen her son cry on a long time, so she starts to tear up too. No, we're not, Momo responds. We've been through a lot. Momo tells Inko what happened as they enter the apartment to talk about things. Inko cries even more when she heard what happened. She doesn't know how to help Izuku with such a situation. When Momo finished her explanation, she looks at Izuku and gently puts her hand on her cheek. I should probably get going, should I? Inko interrupts. No, you can stay here, especially what you two have been through. Are you sure? I don't want to intrude or anything. Momo reluctantly tells the girl. Inko doesn't give it a second thought. Some time later, Goku and All Might shows up to the Midoriya household. This time, they knock on the door instead of Goku just teleporting inside, to All Might's suggestion. Inko answers the door to see the two and lets them in. They all would console each other through such a tough time. Hello everyone, this is the Season 2 finale of What If Goku Trained Deku. Honestly, it's crazy that we even reached a Season 2 in the first place, and now we are to the end of the season. If you guys have been enjoying the series so far, then make sure to destroy the like and subscribe buttons for more videos. Make sure to share and hit the bell notification too. All Might, Goku, and Momo ended up spending the night at the Midoriya household. They all woke up to Inko making breakfast for them. The feeling of loss was still weighing on everybody, but the smell of Inko's cooking made them feel a little better. Good morning everyone. Don't mind me. Food will be ready in a bit. Goku can't help but stare while Inko is cooking. All Might checks his phone to see a school email from Principal Nezu. In the email, it was announced that course studies would be cancelled and classes will resume after a week due to the Hasu incident. Momo and Izuku looked at their phones to see the same email as well. Inko finishes cooking and everyone eats. Goku scarfs down whatever he can, but Izuku is only eating a little. Momo and Inko see this and they are worried for the boy. All Might is enjoying his breakfast and thanks Inko for her generosity. After they finish eating, All Might tells Goku that they have to leave to discuss things with Yue about the whole situation. But before All Might leaves, he pulls Izuku and Momo to the side and says, "Listen, young Midoriya and young Yaoyorozu. I understand how sad it is to lose a friend. As a hero, I've lost many people I cared about over the years. It's tragic that we lost young Ida, but his memory will always stay with us. He will never be forgotten, and his death will not go in vain. As heroes, we must stay strong and pull through for the sake of others. We must continue on to protect everyone with a smile." Hearing this struck a chord with the two. It even made Goku smile hearing that speech. Izuku is still sad, but he understands what the hero is saying. Before Goku and All Might leave, Izuku tells them that he wants to talk about a weird dream he had during the night. All Might tells him that they can discuss it later in the day. Momo knows she would have to leave and go home soon so her family wouldn't get worried. "Hey Izuku, I think it's about time that I get going. I don't want my folks to worry. I understand. I hope to see you soon, Momo." Momo gives Izuku a kiss and then flies off, leaving the boy blushing. Inko was spying in the corner and was in glee to see that. Meanwhile, with Goku and All Might, there was a discussion amongst the heroes in the UA facility. There are news reporters asking the heroes many questions. Some even asked about the explosive blonde who defeated the hero killer, Stain. There was even discussion about the death of Tenya Ida. However, the hero who Ida was studying under, Manuel, took responsibility for his death and will have to deal with the consequences. Many reporters even asked about the destruction of Hasu and the loss of many heroes with many casualties. Stain is held prisoner. All Might had special precautions set for his incarceration when he found out that Stain managed to learn how to use Kai on his own. Since Bakugo had a temporary hero license given by All Might, he was given credit for the defeat of the hero killer. There are news reports and articles about it, establishing Bakugo as a potential future hero. His credibility and popularity skyrocketed through the roof. After dealing with all that, Principal Nezu plans to set an announcement to honor the life of Ida. Before doing all that, Nezu pulls Goku and All Might to the side to discuss Goku's future role in UA. "Alright Goku, I think you would be perfect as a PE teacher. I will make it a mandatory class for classes 1A and 1B. All Might will assist you in teaching." Nezu made Goku's official role as the school's PE and spiritual expert teacher. Goku was happy to be given an opportunity to teach this world's most promising students. Nezu wants to know how Goku will be training the students, so he asks. Goku tells him about his childhood training and then expands on every other teaching he learned throughout his lifetime. Hearing his story shocked Nezu, as he wasn't expecting all that, but was delighted by the thought. Goku doesn't plan on rushing the students. He wants to develop their strengths and techniques before teaching them about spiritual control. Nezu understands, so he has accommodations set for whatever Goku needs. Throughout the week, all of Class 1 would mourn the loss of Ida. Momo and Izuku became a lot closer, and they comforted each other throughout the week. Bakugo mainly trains during this time until he has to return to school, upon examining his temporary hero license. He sees that it's going to expire by the end of the week, so he takes advantage of this chance to train freely with his Quirk. Bakugo goes to the beach to train. No one else was there, so he lets loose freely. Bakugo wanted to create a new technique that uses his Quirk in conjunction with his Kai. He wants to create the AP Scatter Bomb, a technique that uses Bakugo's sweat as he heats up his body with his Kai, causing him to sweat more. When he does that, he figures that he would trap the sweat in a thick Kai bubble without igniting it. This is taking him a lot of concentration as he needs to have precise control to maintain the bubble. But the first attempt failed and blew up on his face, literally. Before he tries again, Bakugo powers up, his orange energy surrounding him as the crackling energy causes his sweat to spark around him. Determined, he gives the technique another attempt. After the second attempt, he managed to hold the Kai bubble infused with his sweat. Now he has to create multiple, which is going to be the hardest part. While training, Bakugo gets spotted by a passerby. The passerby recognizes the blonde from the news reports and articles about the defeat of the hero killer. Soon enough, more people came around and started bothering him. Not wanting to blow up on their faces, he flies away. Momo and Izuku could eventually visit Ida's grave as his family held a private ceremony for the funeral. Goku and All Might would soon join in, using instant transmission to teleport to Izuku's energy signature. They all honor the fallen speedster as Izuku vows to prevent such a thing from happening again to anyone else. After visiting Ida's grave, Izuku has a private conversation with All Might about the dream he had. He told him that he met a former user of One for All and how we have awakened a new power. All Might was shocked to hear this. The hero knows about the vestiges, but unlocking new power is a surprise to him. There was another thing that Izuku wanted to talk to All Might about. Izuku looked to the hero and asked him, "Hey All Might, I wanted to know if it's alright if I tell Momo about One for All. We've been getting a lot closer and I don't want there to be any secrets between us." This had All Might intrigued. "What do you mean, young Midoriya? Are you two dating now?" Izuku's face turned red. "No, but I think things are getting there. It's just losing Ida put a lot of pause on things in my life and I needed the time to process it. Now, I want to get closer to Momo and ask her to be my girlfriend, and if things are official, then it's better to not have secrets between us." All Might looks at him, putting his hand on his shoulder. "I understand. Since this is now your power, I believe it's a decision only you get to make, and I will trust your judgment. If you think that young Yaoyorozu should know, then you have my blessing. But you should know, danger tends to follow anyone who knows this secret." That's when All Might thinks to himself that he should tell the boy the truth about One for All and All for One. He decides he will tell him some other time, though. Izuku wanted to know what the hero meant, but he didn't press it. All Might pulled out his wallet and gives Izuku around 20,000 yen. "If you're going to ask her to be your girlfriend, then you should take young Yaoyorozu somewhere nice." "All Might, you can't just keep giving me a lot of money. Why not? Do something nice for that girl. Take her somewhere fun before school starts." All Might gave the money to Izuku, forcing him to take it. On the Sunday before school started, Izuku remembered the money that All Might gave him, so he decided to take his advice and take Momo out somewhere to officially ask her to be his girlfriend. He thinks back to when they first kissed. Even though the day was tragic, he thought at least something good came of it. Izuku pulls out his phone and texts Momo if she wants to go out somewhere. Momo responds with a thumbs up and a smile emoji. Izuku would give her the address to meet up at and they would get ready to see each other. The greenette uses instant transmission and teleports to the girl. Izuku greets Momo and they head into the amusement park. They both have a good time, and having fun like this helps them deal with their loss. As they explore the park, both Izuku and Momo enjoy the rides, games, and food. With the money from All Might, they were able to do many things. While strolling through the park, Izuku finds a quiet spot away from the crowds. It was facing the sunset. Izuku looks into Momo's eyes and tells her, "Momo, I really enjoyed our time together. You mean a lot to me, and I can't imagine going through any of this without you by my side." Momo's heart starts to flutter as she knows where this might be going. "Momo, will you be my girlfriend?" Momo responds by hugging Izuku and giving him a kiss. It was about time that everyone returned to school as Nezu gave everyone the week off after the Hasu incident and Ida's death. Izuku was getting ready for school. And then he uses instant transmission to teleport to Momo. The two were happy to see each other as they greeted each other with a hug and kiss. They both fly to the school and land on campus. That's when Izuku uses this opportunity to give Momo the talk, so he looks for a quiet corner away from prying ears. "So Momo, there is something important I should tell you about," Izuku said with his heart pounding in nervousness. The girl looked at him with concern. "What is it, Izuku?" He takes a deep breath and explains everything about One for All. He told her how he received the power from All Might and how he used to be quirkless. Izuku even went into detail about Goku's origins and how they met. Hearing this shocked the girl, but it felt like a lot of things made sense now. As Izuku went into detail, Momo just kept on listening. her expressions shifting from surprise to understanding. Momo tells Izuku, "Thank you for telling me the truth. I'm honored that you have enough trust in me to share such a secret. Of course, you're my girlfriend now after all." Hearing that made Momo happy. "Oh, so you said it," Momo said, teasing the boy, causing him to blush. They both would soon head into their classes when the bell rings. When Uraraka saw Momo and Izuku holding hands, she felt sad, but couldn't help but feel happy for two. Maybe it's just a way to push away her sadness about a loss of a friend and now a loss of a potential partner she had a crush on. Uraraka would go up to the two, holding hands. Does it mean what I think it means?" she asks while giving a slight smile. Izuku gets flustered and tells and confirms it. She congratulates the two, trying to be positive. Some of the more caring students came up to Momo, Izuku, and Uraraka to comfort them since they were closer to Ida. When Bakugo made his way in, all the students turned to look at him since they all heard in the news that the blonde was the one who defeated Stain. There has even been leaked cell phone footage of someone recording the fight between Bakugo and Stain, causing the whole world to hear what the hero killer said about Kai, Goku, and All Might. There was another surprise that came as a shock to everyone. A new student came in to take Ida's place, and that student was Hitoshi Shinso. Everyone was surprised to see him. Izuku went up to him and congratulated him for getting into their class. Shinso didn't like that he was there to fill in an empty spot, but took his seat anyways. Before all the classes start, Principal Nezu made a morning announcement to honor the fallen student, Tenya Ida. Soon enough class gets started and they go about their basic courses. It was until the final classes when both Class 1A and Class 1B make their way to the school gym. Both classes were confused about why they were there, but that's when their new teacher would come in and make his way in. It was UA's new PE teacher, Son Goku. Principal Nezu and All Might came right in after, introducing Goku to all the students. Kirishima, Shinso, Uraraka, and Todoroki were stoked to see Goku again. Izuku was confused about this development because no one has mentioned this to him but is happy to see his master working there. Goku greeted everyone with a smile. Nezu introduced Goku to the class as the school's new PE teacher and spiritual expert. Goku expressed his excitement to train the next generation of heroes. The Saiyan tells all the students to grab a turtle shell that weighs 50 pounds, all provided by Nezu. Goku tells them that they will wear those every day when they come into his class to train. Izuku and Bakugo don't have to do this since they already have experience, so instead, they can either assist or work on their own thing. Momo gives Izuku a worried and scared look, but Izuku gives her a kiss on the cheek and says, "Good look, you're gonna need it." Momo huffs. All Might whacks Izuku in the head and shouts out loud, "No PDA on school grounds." Goku has all of Class 1 and 1B basically run a marathon while wearing those turtle shells. All the students' faces turn from shock to genuine concern for themselves. While they are running, Bakugo decides he wants to work on his new technique, the AP Scatter Bomb. Bakugo figured out the first part of the technique, but he's having a hard time creating multiple at once. So until he figures out how to create multiple, he dubs it the AP Bomb. The Saiyan sees Bakugo working on the technique, so he asks him about it. "Yo Bakugo, what is that technique you are trying to work on? It doesn't look like anything I've taught you before." Bakugo looks at Goku and says, "Yeah, it's something I'm trying to make on my own, but I'm having some damn trouble. I find it hard to keep the concentration to hold multiple of these Kai bubbles with my sweat inside it, as a simple mistake could ignite the sweat and potentially blow up on my face. And when I try to create multiple, I would have to sweat more, which will eventually cause me to dehydrate if I overheat and sweat too much." What does dehydrate mean?" Goku asks. This question had Bakugo baffled. "You've got to be fucking kidding me. It means I will get too thirsty and pass out if I sweat too much." That's when Goku understands. So Goku gives Bakugo some advice. "I think I got an idea. Instead of trying to create multiple at once, use one at a time." Bakugo listens to what Goku has to say. Goku then asks, "Those gauntlet things that you use, do you use it to keep your sweat?" Bakugo confirms this, so Goku tells him, "Maybe when you store enough sweat, you can create multiple at once, but you will have to learn to keep your focus on your own. Try to meditate to help you." Bakugo goes to get his gauntlets. He takes Goku's advice and gives it a shot. He spends some time meditating, focusing on his breath and clearing his mind. As he sweats into his gauntlets, he concentrates his energy around his sweat without igniting it. He then realizes he should get special accommodations made for his gauntlets to make this technique more effective. Izuku sees Bakugo working on a new technique, and the Greenette decides he should understand the new power he unlocked better. He hasn't had a chance to use it since Ida died, but he knows he will have to figure out this power eventually. The boy feels like the best option is to talk to the vestige he met before to learn about Black Whip, so he gets into a meditative state and tries to reach into his inner consciousness and into the vestige realm. While Bakugo and Izuku are doing their own thing, Goku pushes the rest of Class 1 and 1B to their limits. After their runs, Goku told them that they will be swimming laps at the beach. This had all the students excited. Nezu knew about this, so he had swimwear ready for all the students. Once they all went to the locker rooms to change and came back out, Goku asked everyone to huddle up to him so he can transport everyone there. All Might goes along to keep a safe eye on the students. Bakugo and Izuku stay behind at the school to continue doing their own thing. Once there, Goku had them swim laps around. They were even more shocked because they are already sore from the running and they had to keep wearing the turtle shells. Everyone felt like they were in hell. Even Kirishima, Momo, Uraraka, Todoroki, and Shinzo were surprised to go through what Izuku had to go through. All the other students want to know when they can learn to shoot cool energy blasts like Bakugo and Izuku. Goku tells them that they will learn it soon, but they should strengthen their bodies and hone their techniques first. After they finish swimming, Goku lets them take a break and relax. All the students were extremely sore and had a hard time moving around. When an hour has passed, Goku sees that everyone is still unable to move, so the Saiyan had to change his plans. Goku wanted to get everyone to partner up and show everyone martial arts, but he decides to allow them to watch as he demonstrates the moves they will eventually learn. The class would soon end as Goku would take everyone back using instant transmission. They would have lunch. During lunch, Goku saw Izuku sitting with Momo, so he joined them, bringing his ungodly amount of food he has with him. Uraraka joins the table also. She still seems sad about Ida. Goku, seeing the sadness on her face, offers her a chicken leg to try to cheer her up. The girl was weirded out by the offer, but seeing the innocent smile on Goku's face, she grabs it. Then the Saiyan continues to scarf down his lunch. After lunch, Class 1 and 1B head to their next classes where they do their basic hero training. But Goku requires them to wear the turtle shells outside of his class. Soon enough, in his next classes, he would include martial arts to improve everyone's fighting techniques. Principal Nezu was impressed by Goku's intense teachings, so the bear creature comes up with an idea for a course lesson he has planned for all the students. When the school day ends, All Might tells Izuku to come into the teacher's lounge so he can tell him the full truth about One for All. Goku was there. He was bored since there was nothing else going on and wanted to fight villains to cure his boredom, so he leaves to do that. Izuku didn't know what he was there for, so the hero tells him, "I want to go into more detail about the truth of One for All. As you may know, it's a quirk passed down from generation to generation, but you should know its full origin. The quirk derived from another power called All for One. It can steal quirks and gives those quirks to others." Hearing this shocked Izuku and had him worried. All Might went into more detail. This was around the time when quirks started showing up, before society knew how to deal with superpowers. When quirks first appeared, it was hard to dictate the normal from the abnormal, so society halted. Izuku remembered hearing something about that before. That's when All Might talks about All for One and the things he's done. Izuku heard the rumors but was unsure because he assumed it was fake news. The Greenette wanted to know how it's tied to One for All though, so the hero tells him, "Remember when I told you that he can give powers to others? This sick bastard had a younger brother who was sickly and was thought to be quirkless, but he had a strong sense of justice. He hated what his brother was doing, so the younger brother resisted the older brother's tyranny. And then All for One transferred a quirk to his younger brother, a quirk that allowed him to stockpile power. Even though everyone thought the younger brother was quirkless, it turned out he did have a power, a useless power that allowed him to transfer his own power. So those two powers merged, and that's how One for All came to be." This had Izuku in full-blown shock. He understands the story but doesn't know why he is bringing him up now since he should be old or dead. But All Might explains that he might have a quirk that prevents him from aging or increases his lifespan. The hero pours this burden onto Izuku, but the boy understands as he believes All Might will have his back. Izuku then leaves to hang out with Momo. All Might is worried as he believes he won't have a future, but he thinks back to what Goku said and hopes what the Saiyan said comes true. It's another day at school and all the students are worried about their midterms and the practical exam. Aizawa also tells them about the training camp and that if they fail, then they could not go. Momo ends up setting up a study session, making more friends with the students. She gets excited to have others over. Izuku, Momo, Uraraka, Todoroki, Toru Hagakure, and Tsuyu Asui were eating lunch and discussing the written and practical exams. Goku sees Izuku sitting, so he joins them with his large amounts of food he brought with him. The Saiyan says he can't wait to see them for his PE class to do some more training. Everyone except Izuku looked scared because Goku's training is tough. While they were enjoying their lunch break, the douche nozzler known as Nito Monoma made his way in and started talking shit. He brought up the hero killer incident and how they do things for attention, and then he mocked Ida's death. Hearing this angered Momo, Uraraka, and Todoroki. Uraraka and Todoroki were about to sock Monoma, but his classmate, Itsuka Kendo, whacked Monoma with her quirk and scolded him. She then apologized to the group. To make amends, Kendo provides information about the exam, telling them it's similar to the entrance exams with robots, but they soon come to find out that's not the case. Class 1 finds out it's students versus teachers. Izuku had a new hero suit made for him, a version of his suit that gives memento to Goku. The first round of the practical is Kirishima and Todoroki versus Cementos. Kirishima was punching and flying through the cement created by the hero the best he could. Todoroki was flying around and evading each pillar heading towards his direction. With the training they both have been doing in Goku's P class, Kirishima was able to break through more cement, realizing that punching through isn't going to do anything. They both decide it was best to fly away and escape, since no matter what direction they try to go, Cementos will just keep creating more cement to protect himself. Kirishima and Todoroki win this round. The second round was Asui and Takoyami versus Ectoplasm. That match goes about the same as Takoyami and Asui passed. The third match was Unjiro and Sato versus Power Loader. With all the traps that Power Loader had, it was hard for them to get out or go against the hero due to all the traps. With only one hope left, Sato pulls out a candy bar and eats it. He bulks out and without warning, he grabs Unjiro by the tail and swings him across towards the exit with all his strength. This caught Unjiro off guard, but he used this opportunity to keep his balance. He was so close to the finish line that when Unjiro reaches the ground, he uses his tail to give himself a jump boost and one for himself and his teammate. The fourth match was between Momo and Shinso versus Eraserhead. Since Aizawa is hella overpowered these days, Momo tries to come up with a plan to defeat the fake villain. Also, since he's powerful now, Nezu used his funds to get power suppressant bands made with the help of the UA. As support course students, those intelligent nerds with the help of Nezu managed to create such things. It will divide his power by threefold. During the week she had off since the course studies were cancelled, Momo has been training with Goku to learn some techniques, but she hopes to capture Aizawa first instead of resorting to it. Shinso agrees since he believes it's his best shot at defeating the Eraser villain. During Shinso's free time, he's been working on his energy control and hopes it will come into use. But since Eraserhead is hella overpowered now, he just senses the two and uses instant transmission to teleport right in front of the two. Aizawa uses his quirk to prevent them from using theirs, but before the fake villain showed up, Momo created smoke bombs and used them to obstruct his vision. Shinso assists Momo by launching a Kai blast at the Eraser villain after Momo dropped the bomb. Momo made Shinso a respirator for her next plan. Aizawa was still able to get them though because he can still sense their Kai. During the week off, Momo asked Goku if there were any techniques she can learn. She wanted to know any techniques that she could master. Since seeing Ida and visiting him at his grave, Momo wants to be prepared for anything that comes her way. So Goku tells her about all the abilities he has seen over the years from his friends and foes. There were two people that piqued her interest: Piccolo and Tine Shinhan. Two people who were evil became good, but she was also interested in some of their techniques. Goku never used these abilities before, but he's seen how they work, so he tries his best to teach the girl. Meanwhile, in the present, Momo uses a version of the multi-form technique. This caught Aizawa off guard as no one was expecting multiple Momos. She created 5 clones. The downside is that it divides her power, but the girl doesn't mind that disadvantage since she has a plan. Each of the clones are still able to use Momo's creation quirk, so creates another set of smoke bombs, but some of them have the same mist properties as Midnight's quirk. Momo told Shinso to create multiple Kai balls and have them aimed at Aizawa. Momo then gave Shinso the smoke bombs without the Eraser villain seeing them. Shinso threw all the energy balls at him, but Eraserhead just smacked it away with ease. But then Shinso threw the smoke bombs. Aizawa, not realizing some of the smoke bombs are not real, allows him to use them since he believes that he can just sense her energy with ease. Aizawa fell into their trap. He tried to get away when he noticed the smoke looked funny, but it was already too late as he breathed in the mist. Not wanting to take any chances, Shinso and Momo fly out of dodge and dip through the exit. Not before Shinso wraps up Aizawa with the same wrap that Momo made for him to use, and they won their match. Izuku was impressed and congratulated the two. The fifth match was Ioma and Uraraka versus 13. Things go about the same as in canon, but they both have a stronger grip on the post while being sucked up by 13 since their PE training. Ioma tries to launch a laser blast while Uraraka tries to blast a Kai beam towards her, but the space villain sucks it up with her black hole quirk. While they were struggling, Aoyama tells her how he's sorry for the loss of her friend, Ida, and how Izuku is now taken by Momo Yaoyorozu. This caught Uraraka off guard as she lets go, but uses this opportunity to try to kick 13 dodges, but Uraraka flies right behind her and cuffs her. Their team won, but hearing that from Ioma causes the girl to think about things. After the match, Ioma tells Uraraka that there are plenty of fish in the sea and she shouldn't let it hold her back. The sixth match is Mainta and Mina versus Principal Nezu. That shit practically goes the same. Nezu is having the time of his life. They lost no diff. The seventh match was Present Mike versus Koda and Gyro. That also goes the same as they won by escaping. Same thing with the eighth match with Hagakure and Soji versus Snipe as they won. The 8th match was Kaminari and Zero versus Midnight. She has Kaminari tossed out as Zero tried to save him, but not wanting to breathe in the mist, he had no choice but to escape. Zero tries to come up with a plan to save Kaminari, but his only chance is to go toe-to-toe against the R-rated villain. While trying to come up with a plan, Midnight decided he had enough of waiting and finds Zero. The R-rated villain tried to whip Zero while spreading her pheromones, but the tape hero used his own tape on his nose and mouth. Zero then uses his tapes to bind Midnight as he looks for Kaminari and makes a break for it. They won the match. The final match was between Izuku and Bakugo versus Goku. The Saiyan decided since he was going to pretend to be a bad guy, he wants to fully play the part. He thought of 2 people, Goku Black and Turtles, but he decided that Goku Black was the best option. Goku a similar gi made and started laughing maniacally. Nezu had power suppressor bracelets also made for Goku, but these ones power him down way more, it did Aizawa. The principal had these special made for the Saiyan as he wanted to bring him down to at least All Might's current base level, which would currently be around 4 million. These suppressors impressed Goku as he feels like he could use them for training purposes. "Hello, mortals," Goku says in his best Goku Black accent. This had both Bakugo and Izuku shook as Goku shouts, "Prepare to die." Goku launches massive Kamehameha that devastated anything coming its way, not worrying about the destruction. Bakugo and Izuku fly out of the way, but they both had to use their quirks to do so. They understand that Goku's power is suppressed, but even suppressed he's still powerful. Even so, Bakugo and Izuku don't want to run. Goku then uses instant transmission and punches Bakugo, sending him flying through buildings. Izuku got worried so he used full cowling and blitzed towards Bakugo to check on him. "Kachin, are you okay?" Bakugo uses his Kai to protect him from the force. "Yeah, I'm fine. Now get the fuck off me, Deku. We have more important things to worry about." Currently, Izuku would be around 2 million and Bakugo would be around a 1 million power level, so when they fight back, they are taken aback. Goku is happy to enjoy an all-out fight, even if his power is suppressed heavily. Goku with his superior martial arts prowess is able to avoid the two, but when they start working together, the Saiyan starts to have a harder time. Goku flies up to the sky and launches a massive Kamehameha towards the two. While on the ground, both Izuku and Bakugo cup their hands together and launch a massive Texas and AP Kamehameha that combined together and overtook Goku's. Izuku was in 50% full cowling and Bakugo was using a 9x Kaioken. This forces Goku to transform into Super Saiyan while still wearing the power-suppressing bracelet. All the students and teachers see Goku transform into this beautiful golden aura as the Saiyan roars in excitement. Both Izuku and Bakugo fly up and continue to fight Goku. Izuku is using 100%, which is slightly surpassing Goku's suppressed Super Saiyan state, which impresses the Saiyan, but not wanting to finish the battle, he decides to not transform further. While Izuku was fighting Goku, Bakugo was concentrating his energy so he can create the scatter bombs. He creates multiple Kai bubbles with his sweat stored saved from his gauntlets and had them surrounding Goku. Bakugo then detonated all the bombs, with the combination of his sweat causing the blasts to be more devastating. Goku's clothes started getting burned, and then Izuku clocks Goku with a 100% Texas Smash a ×2 Kaioken. This caught Goku off guard as it sends him hurtling to the ground. This managed to hurt Goku as both Izuku and Bakugo rushed in and cuffed Goku. Both were annoyed at Goku because they knew Goku had stronger forms, even if heavily suppressed, and he could have used them. The Saiyan explains that he wanted to enjoy the match, but that just annoyed the boys. Even if they did technically win, the fake city was left in ruins. All the students were astonished by the display of power and were now glad they have Goku as a teacher. They even wonder what Goku's full power is like without being suppressed. The three get healed by the recovery girl. Now it's another day, another dollar. All the students are just talking to each other in class and discussing the final exams from before. The ones who failed assumed they couldn't go, but when Aizawa came in, he announced that everyone was going. But the ones who failed will be doing extracurricular activities. After school, some of them ended up shopping. Momo and Izuku were holding hands the whole time. Momo goes around and tries to spoil Izuku since she's rich, leaving Uraraka alone to do her own thing. The brunette thinks back to what Ioma said and tries to move forward. While Momo is trying to spoil Izuku rotten, they both get confronted by the menace known as Shigaraki. They didn't recognize him at first, but then he made himself clear to the two. Shigaraki put both his hands around Momo and Izuku's necks. "Hey Izuku Midoriya, long time no see." Shigaraki starts leaking his Kai to reveal his newfound power to Izuku. "As you can see, after all this time, I've managed to learn how to use Kai myself, and just like your cheating ass, I managed to find a way to cheat my way to higher power. I won't tell you how though, but here's the thing, I want to talk. If I feel like you make so much as a move against me, then I will disintegrate your cute girlfriend of yours." He also threatens to kill a bunch of other innocent people, without any other choice. He follows Shigaraki to a spot so they can talk. Their conversation goes about the same until he gets to the topic of the hero killer. Why does everyone care about the fight between Bakugo and the hero killer? The hero killer is just like me, but he gets praise for his speech of his. And then he inadvertently gives the world hope when he talked about Kai. Even quirkless people have hope, but he caused pain and chaos just like me. That's when Izuku gives a similar answer to what he did in canon. This gives Shigaraki a realization. It's all because of Goku. And because of Goku, the world is changing. It all leads to Goku. He's the reason why the symbol of peace is still around. He is the reason why everyone is getting stronger. Shigaraki now believes Goku needs to be taken out of the equation, not just All Might. They both need to be brought down. To Shigaraki, it's not just All Might's fault, it's also Goku's. Uraraka then comes over and sees what's going on, causing Shigaraki to leave, startling the three. Izuku and Momo would report the innocent to the police and talk to Detective Tsukachu. Goku and All Might talk to the two to see if they were alright. Inko comes in, worried for Izuku. Both he and Momo grab onto Inko and fly home. It freaks out the mother, but she sees the beautiful view and starts to enjoy it. That's when Tsukachi and All Might have a similar conversation to canon, but with Goku there. They are worried for Goku because of what Izuku told them about Shigaraki's conclusion to Goku, but the Saiyan isn't worried one bit.